face on Gib.
It started when KSI was riding Gib's dick.
You afraid of Big Gibber, though?
Let's be honest. Who the fuck is Gib?
I feel like Gib is the A side. Jake is washed up.
Everything to do with this fight, I'm number one. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, I'm at the top.
You bloody fuck me! I'm gonna have a nice cup of tea for you after I give you that big old right hand.
Jake took the fight in hopes that if/when he beats Gib, he can fight KSI.
He's dismissing Gib. He's already focusing on me, and that's a bad, bad thing.
That's it.
I fucking know I'm gonna win. I can't say it with any more confidence. I don't get why KSI believes in him so much. But maybe we're missing something. Maybe we're the idiots, right?
Let's go fight night in Miami. Pretty big football game in town this weekend, but why wait when we have a super fight? It is Jake Paul versus Anisan Gib, and it is on. Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle Brandt. I'm thrilled to be here on behalf of DAZN. You want to go ahead and get that DAZN app. That's how you're going to see that fight. Don't waste any time. Don't mess around. Get it now. There's going to be celebrities. There's going to be a rock concert. There's going to be a fight, and we have friends here with me. I am Kyle Brandt, and 2 seats to my left. He is a lover, a fighter, a legend. His brother's in the ring tonight. Logan Paul, what do you want to see tonight, my friend?
Bodily fluids. Kyle, I want to see blood, I want to see sweat, and I want to see tears.
He wants the trifecta. Logan's going to be here all night. It's going to be a party. Right here in this seat, we have a 24-0 undefeated lightweight by the name of Devin Haney, the lightweight. What do you want to see in the ring tonight, my man?
I'm a boxing guy, so I want to see some good boxing. I want to see both fighters use their jab, stay relaxed, and show that they have some ring IQ. That they're not just going in here just to fight, or that they've been in the gym and they've been learning.
They know what they're doing.
They know what
ring
they're doing.
IQ. Bodily fluids. Get that DAZN app, and let's get over right now to Lauren Gardner, who's on the black carpet. Lauren, what's up?
Well, hopefully we won't see any bodily fluids here on the black carpet, but you never know. Things could get crazy, so I'm going to be holding it down here all night. When you have an event of this magnitude, you are going to draw some big names, and we're expecting to see a lot of them here on the black carpet this evening. We have influencers, we have YouTubers, musicians, pro athletes, gamers, you name it. They're going to be here. I'll be interviewing them, and it's Miami, baby. We're having a great time. I'm dressed like a human highlighter. I have shiny shoes. I had to show those off.
The human highlight reel. Bienvenido, Lauren, to Miami. Guys, there's a lot of emotions tonight. A lot of emotions flying around, but the number one emotion with this fight tonight is vengeance. It is revenge. It is family vengeance. It is a younger brother's vengeance. How did we get here? Here's the story. Last fall, my friend Logan Paul suffered a very controversial loss in the ring to a gentleman named KSI. His brother, Jake Paul, fighting tonight, wants vengeance for this. He wants to save the family name. He wants to redeem he and his brother's reputation. However, KSI says, no, I will not fight you. First, you must fight my friend and my countryman, Gib. You get through Gib, you get to me. That is what Jake Paul is tasked with tonight, redeeming that family name, finding vengeance for the Pauls. He has to get through Gib to get it. Logan Paul, that's the story. You just heard me tell it. What was it like to live that story?
It's insane, man. It does feel like a fairy tale. My whole life, I was the kid watching the event, the celebrity, the superstar, and then all of a sudden the tables are turned and the eyeballs are on me. In my fight with KSI, obviously losing was disappointing, but it's the way it turned out. And Jake has a big opportunity tonight to avenge the Paul family name, and specifically in the world of boxing. I mean, I haven't done that well so far. I'm what am I, 1-1 now?
I think so.
Yeah, it's not great. So I mean, Jake, I don't know how to say this, brother. You need to win this fight tonight.
Jake, we're kind of counting on you. It's a big opportunity. It's also a big responsibility that he has to handle business in the ring. Devin, I look to you, undefeated fighter. What do you want to see from Jake Paul tonight from a purely boxing perspective, and also from Gib on the other side?
I mean, like I said, I want him to go in there and use his jab. We know that Gib is going to put the pressure on him. He's been saying it over and over and over again. So I want to see how Paul can how he can deal with the pressure, how he can stay relaxed.
Do you expect him to deal with the pressure, or as someone who's so green to the ring, maybe it gets to him early, he's a little tight?
It's very hard. You know, they say pressure breaks diamonds or something
Makes
like
diamonds.
that.
Makes
diamonds.
exact
That's
opposite.
it.
Pressure busts pipes.
That's it. Facts.
You know what I meant.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's what we have to see. How is he gonna stand up against the pressure? It's very hard when you don't have that much ring IQ. You haven't been in that many fights, and so we'll see how he can stand up against it.
I can tell you this, Devin, if pressure makes diamonds, a lot of pressure went into that wristwatch you're wearing, my friend. That is the watch of a champion. Wow. Logan, you like it?
Yeah, if I had to guess, Devin, what is that?
Go on.
That's $100,000.
$100,000.
Definitely 100 something.
All right, well, we're still warming up. Maybe we get into some wagering tonight between the two of you, because we haven't had predictions yet, but I have a feeling you might be coming out on opposite ends of who's going to win this thing. What we need to do is we need to check in with the camps. And we're looking at Big Mike, the legend who is there in Camp Paul. Mike, good evening to you. How are you? What are you seeing and hearing?
Good evening, Kyle. It is fight night. I am backstage at the very strange converted RV that is Jake Paul's locker room. We are waiting for the grizzly bear himself, Jake Paul, to roll in right now. The big question for the night, for me at least, is can these boys stay on their game plan? We know that both of them are ferocious and aggressive. They love to swing. They love to get in each other's faces and swing for the fences. So the big question is, can they stay relaxed? Can they stick to their game plan? But something tells me this fight is going to be even more interesting and even more exciting than Logan Paul KSI, which, to be honest with you, was a little bit one-sided, Kyle.
It was a little bit. Logan, would you like to respond to that quickly?
I mean, come on, man. I thought the fight was entertaining. I mean, yes, Mike, the outcome wasn't ideal for you, but this isn't about you, Mike. This is about yet another Paul, and hopefully this one gets the job done.
Well, he's got to get it done against a man right now who is standing by with our friend Ethan Payne. Ethan Payne is with Gibb, the man Jake Paul will be fighting. Ethan, talk to us. What's going on, and what's up, Gibb?
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. January the 30th hasn't come sooner. Gibb, how are you feeling finally checking in for the evening?
Well, it's finally come to it. Fight night. Yeah, the nerves were building throughout the day. And once I saw the stadium, I know I'm ready for the fight now.
So you've been very calm this week, calm, cool, collected, compared to Jake's sort of antics at the weigh-in and stuff. How do you feel that you've handled this process compared to the last two fights?
It's a new experience, so in terms of like all the press conference, the media stuff, we never had that in the first two YouTube events. But what we have done is fighting. I've done this twice. This is my third time now. It's now time to secure the dub.
This is what I was going to say. It seems like you've got a passion for fighting. Do you think that Jake has underestimated sort of the real love you have for this sport?
And that's not my problem. He do what he wants. He can underestimate me. He can say, who's Gibb? Today he's going to figure out. Today he's going to know.
He's been asking the whole time, but Gibbs here, he's in good spirits. He's having a good time, and he's ready for the evening.
Yes, sir.
He does seem loose. Thank you very much. You know, it's an interesting thing when you look at fighters, and you two represent very different kinds of fighters, how tense they are, how loose they are before the fight. Logan, I want to start with you. I was there in Staples Center back in the fall. Right about now, this time of night, when you're in the arena, you're making your entrance, how were you feeling?
Well, you know, I was pretty calm, Kyle. I woke up this morning, I sneezed 3 times. And so I was pretty sick. I was pretty sick that day, and I did not want to waste my energy before I got in the ring. My nerves were probably a little too calm, and maybe that affected the outcome of the fight. However, I did see Jake today, and this man is hyped up.
Okay.
He is excited, and he's ready to bang.
What is the burden for him as a guy on social media, as an influencer? Sure, he wants to go in and win the fight, but don't you also want to put on a show? You know people are watching. They're tuning in to see what you're wearing, how you're acting. Is it business-like, or am I going to be, you know, James Brown entering the ring?
It's a great question, because at the end of the day, what makes Jake, Gibb, KSI, myself, what makes us special, what makes us great at what we do is the fact that we are showmen.
Right.
We like to put on a show. So, I mean, yeah, Jake's going to be walking out in a custom-made Louis Vuitton outfit, and he wants to put on a show, but the only show that he truly cares about is securing a knockout in glorious fashion.
Glorious fashion.
Glorious and violent fashion.
Glorious, violent, and bodily fluids, perhaps.
Hopefully just from him sweat, and the blood and tears can come from Gibb.
All right, so Devin, I want to get your thoughts on someone coming in the Louis Vuitton trunks and what that might do to you, but we got to go to the black carpet because I'm hearing that Lauren has a very special guest. Who you got, Lauren?
Well, guys, the stars are officially out tonight, so check this out. I'm here with little Titus. Titus, we call you, what, Mini Jake Paul?
Yep.
Yep, you look so good right now. Tell me about this entire ensemble you're wearing. I mean, he doesn't even need to talk because he looks so good. Who's going to win this fight tonight?
Jake.
Jake, what do you like best about Jake?
Filming.
Yeah? I love that. Okay, do you want to toss it back to these guys? Can you say back to you for me into the camera?
Back to you.
Nailed it.
I mean, that's perfect. Get that kid an Emmy right now. Peabody, get him all.
You're a star, Titus. Keep it up, kid.
Titus is fantastic. Keep an eye on him. But I wouldn't want to tease it and not follow it up. Devin, I asked you, if you're waiting in the ring, somebody walks in with a leopard print Louis Vuitton, does that do anything to you?
I gotta say, it kind of makes the nerves go a little bit. That's why I'm very big on my boxing outfits. You know, I want to kind of intimidate my opponent. I want him to know that I'm very confident and I'm coming in there to win.
Okay. Well, Logan Paul was very confident at Staples Center. We know how the fight went, controversial, that did not go the way you wanted. But what a lot of people took away from that, Logan, was how much it affected Jake immediately afterwards. He was very emotional. Why don't we take a look back to last fall at Staples Center?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Watching the fight was painful. I was sitting in the stands like, what are you doing, Logan? Like, this is not anything you did in sparring. Like, you're fighting sloppy. And if I was in that ring right now, I would be beating his ass.
To the winner by split decision from the United Kingdom, the Nightmare,
Logan and I are connected in so many ways, and that's why when he lost, I was like, this is, like, I felt like I lost. And that's why I got so emotional.
Bro, I said it last year and I'll say it again. If I was in that ring this year, I would have won the fight.
Why are you like upset?
When I go into the fucking corner for the first time in the fight, I hear, this is your pro debut. It doesn't matter if you lose. What? Who said that? You did.
No, he didn't. Jake took my loss harder than I did. It hurt, you know, because seeing my younger brother more affected than I am by something that wasn't even his ordeal, I think it says a lot about Jake's character and his passion for the sport.
So it was an emotional night. It was a crazy night. And this one could go the same way, Logan. I look at the family business, you could call it. There's always so many eyeballs on you. What does Jake have to lose tonight with so many people watching if this doesn't go the way he wants?
Yeah, I didn't really talk to the producers, but if I can swear on this show, if Jake Paul loses this fight, Kyle, he is fucked.
Why?
I'm gonna be honest, and I told him that. My advice to him, among many things, has been, Jake, you need to win this fight. He has everything to lose. The world loves to pick on Jake. The world loves to pick on me. We've seen the memes on Twitter. We've become memes so many times in our life, and they are chomping at the bit to get a chance to do that again. He's a fun kid to make fun of. In the last fight, it affected him more so than it did me. He has so much on the line, and like I said, Jake, I don't know how to tell you this. You gotta win tonight.
Why do it then? Why not just make funny videos and go out and do the things you guys have done to get you here? If it provides such low-hanging fruit for all of your critics and memers and haters, why is he doing this tonight?
Jake, wants to prove to the world that he's no longer the little brother. This is his chance to secure his legacy. For such a long time, Jake has lived in my shadow, and twice now, I've failed to be the big brother, to be the winner, to be the breadwinner of the family. After the camp, Jake said to Shannon Briggs, he said, yo, Shannon, tomorrow, you're going to go back to Florida.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, my last name is still Paul. So he feels it's his job to put some respect back on our name. And like I said, Jake, I mean, shit, get it done.
Let's go. That's tough talk from Big Brother, but it's also what they call real talk. Devin, you do it in the ring. For Jake to do that, to hold up the family name, it's a lot of responsibility. Boxing-wise, what are the things you need to see him, the keys to victory?
I think one major thing that he needs to do is early, he needs to get his respect. Gib is going to go in there. He's going to put the pressure on him. But if he doesn't make him respect him, it's going to be a long night.
the put the pressure on him thing is a Gibbs style thing, isn't it? He's really aggressive.
Yes,
Tell me about that.
Yes, definitely. You know, that his thing, he's been saying over and over and over again that he's gonna put the pressure on him. His last 2 fights, he was putting the pressure on his opponent, and I feel like that's the easier thing for him to do.
Isn't it feel this way, this Gibb, is that maybe his biggest asset is he's not afraid, he doesn't give a damn, he's a relentlessness where maybe he doesn't have the physical tools, but he's going to come right at you kind of like a maniac, right?
Yes.
Is that how you see it, Logan?
Gibb is a bat out of hell. He is a certified lunatic.
Perfect.
He said it himself. He's like, yo, mate, I'm missing a few screws. He's not Australian, but I can't really do British. But the point is this, he's going to come forward like a rhino. And if Jake is not ready for that, he's going to have some problems. They're both very good offensive fighters. I think defense will win the fight tonight.
Defense will win the fight.
I think whoever has better head movement, rolls, slips, pull, duck under, or pulls, sorry.
Yes.
I think that person's going to take away the W.
I totally agree on that. I think defense is the key. You know, both of them can punch. You know, learning how to punch is not hard, but defense is the key. And whoever has a better defense may win this fight.
Defend yourself at all times, protect yourself at all times. We got a guy, though, you're talking so much about defense, who plays offense. Juju Smith-Schuster is going to come by tonight and hang out. The Steelers wide receiver, the social media badass. He's going to be with us for a long time. I know we all love him, but first of all, let's get to Lauren on the black carpet. Juju's coming tonight, Lauren.
Woo!
All right, well, I found another one, Vic Star. Vic, first of all, I'm loving this ensemble. A little bit more casual than the last time.
Yeah, just you know, tone it down a little bit. It's Miami, it's a bit more casual, it's a bit more fun.
Yes.
So, yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, how's the week been treating you? You do anything crazy?
No, actually, not really. No, just enjoying Miami, relaxing, sticking to a healthy routine, and getting ready for tonight.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Do you have a prediction for the fight?
Yeah, my prediction is that Gibb will stop Jake Paul in round 4 by TKO. That is my prediction, but I'm by no means in any way an expert, so it's a
That was very specific, though. I appreciate it. Like, you brought your A game to that one. So, you know, in the spirit of this entire event, I want to ask you about fighting. Have you ever been in a fight?
Never in my life. I've not even ever thrown one punch, so...
Not a single punch?
Not in my entire life. I've never been there.
Do we need you to go to the heavy bag over there and just try it out?
Really?
I won't do that to you right now. But never in your life. So if
No.
do you have any beef with anyone that you would actually do something like this with?
No, absolutely not. I tend to try and make amends with everyone I can. If I really dislike something someone's doing, I'm just going to ignore it, leave them to it, let them do their thing. And yeah, I've been called out plenty of times to get in the ring with another content creator. Just could never be me. But huge props to those that do it, and respect to them.
Takes a lot of guts, but you and I, my friend, we're lovers, not fighters. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you very much. Everybody, please get the DAZN app. You will not be able to watch the fight unless you get the app. Guys, we put a poll out to Twitter, and we just said to the general public, who do you think wins, Paul or Gibb? Let me ask the two of you. How do you think the poll is going? How do you think the people are voting?
I'm confident saying I think social media, I think they're gonna go with Gibb on this one.
Okay, you think
so.
the same?
I posted a picture with Jake yesterday, and my comments were crazy. Everyone was saying Gibb was going to win. So
as of right now, asked who will win, Jake Paul or Gibb, 76% are saying Gibb. Huge majority. Logan, why is that?
I'll tell you why. British fans are absolutely insane. They ride or die with their idol.
Yeah, they do.
And they're showing up tonight on social media. I bet they're going to be watching on DAZN. But I experienced it with KSI. There are no fans like the British fans. Their hearts are huge. I felt it in the ring with KSI. I thoroughly believe the reason he won is because he just wanted it more. He wanted it more that night, and he summoned the British monster that they're capable of becoming.
So are you concerned then that Gibb could summon the British monster as well tonight?
Yeah. No, to be honest, yeah. Like I believe Jake is gonna win. I never said it's gonna be easy. And I tell him every time I see him, I say, Jake, Gibb's heart is huge. I know it is. Do not underestimate your opponent, because if you do, you're gonna make the same exact mistake I did.
There is a great crowd here in Miami. You can hear the noise, you can feel it. Let's ask you about this, Devin. You're a Vegas guy. You fought in Vegas. I've seen takeovers in Vegas. Ricky Hatton fought Floyd Mayweather, and the whole arena was from Ireland, it was from the UK. Do you feel that when you're in the ring and it's 4th round, 5th round? Do you feel the crowd who they're favoring?
Of course, sometimes it just depends on the fighters because, you know, sometimes, you know, you go in there, you have tunnel vision, you can't hear the crowd at all. And then sometimes the crowd will steer the judges and the fighter, you know, a total different way. So it really just depends on the fighter. When I'm in there, I can't hear anything. Sometimes I can't even hear my coaches.
Woo! You just got to go rogue. And that's how you get to 24-0. So guys, look what we're looking at there. Jake Paul sitting by with Big Mike. Big Mike, do what you do. Let me hear from the fighter.
All right, Jake Paul is here. The Big Bear himself has joined us in his strange converted RV locker room. Jake, how are you feeling tonight?
Like a ball of energy charged up right now. I'm just conserving all my energy, storing it all up for the big moment. I'm going to come out swinging, bring the fight to him. But I feel amazing. Couldn't feel better. All the hard work is paid off, and it's time to put on a show.
Everyone on the A stage right now is talking about how this is a movie, this is about vengeance, this is about bloodlust, and about making up for your brother's stunning loss to KSI. What does this fight mean to you?
Yeah, for me, everything's on the line. It's about family, it's about pride, redemption, and to prove a point. I want people to see that I'm the best influencer, YouTube boxer that there is. And this means the world to me. This is one of the biggest moments of my life, and I'm just ready to go.
There was a lot of high hopes for your brother going into the last KSI fight, and there was a lot of shit talking on the front end of it. There are some people who think that he may have been a little bit too relaxed for that fight. He had come out with a very tactical game plan. What kind of energy are you bringing into the ring tonight? Are you going to bring that same kind of energy? Are you relaxed, or are you ready to eat someone's face?
I plan on eating someone's face. You know, I want to be super aggressive, punch hard, take the fight to him, and end it early. You know, I don't think the kid deserves to be in the ring with me for all 6 rounds. So I want to end it early and get that highlight reel KO.
Sounds good. I'm feeling this kid's energy tonight. He's ready to eat some faces. Kyle, you got anything else you want to ask from that side?
Well, I would love to, but we have a very important person on the black carpet. Logan, who is Pam for the people at home?
Pam is the most special woman in my world. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Let's throw it over to my mother, Pamela.
All right, well, she's arrived. She's looking glamorous and as gorgeous as ever.
Oh,
Pam
thank you
Paul,
so much,
you're
my
welcome.
dear. How are you?
I'm wonderful. More importantly, how are you right now? How are the nerves?
The nerves are definitely there. Yeah, this is rough on the mom.
It is. I mean, you think about it. Logan fought back in November, and Jake's fighting right now. 2 fights within the span of 3 months. Like, what are you doing as stress relief?
Oh, wow. Lots of prayer. God bless the Lord. Just working out, you know, keeping focused. Talking to the boys about what I think they should do.
Yeah, I mean, are you like studying film now? And like,
No, I'm not studying film. I was an athlete. I think all the principles apply to what you put to any sport that you're in. And you have to do that. You have to think positive. You have to manifest what you want. You can't underestimate your opponents. You really just need to focus on what you want and what you want to see happen.
Yeah. So is that your biggest advice?
My biggest advice, yeah.
So did you talk to Jake earlier today?
Of course I did.
And
yeah.
what did you say?
I said, you have a job to do tonight and you need to go do it. And
Avenge the Paul family.
Yeah, and he said, I know.
I mean, he really has a lot to lose tonight.
Yeah, I think he actually does. So that's maybe why my nerves are a little shattered, but yeah.
Okay, well, maybe go inside and get a drink and calm the nerves a little bit.
Calm the nerves. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Logan, she's nervous.
I'm nervous, Logan.
Pam seems like an incredible lady. It's very cool she's here.
She's the greatest, Mom. I love you. I will love you forever. Please stay around for a long time.
All right, so you have kids. You don't know what they're going to be when they grow up. You have all sorts of hopes and dreams. Jake and Logan become these crazy, eccentric influencers, and they're doing this and doing that. What is life like for Pam?
It's so hard for her. Kyle, you can imagine she is the polar opposite of me. I have no idea how I came out of her. She is the sweetest, smallest little gem of a human being. And here Jake and I are just like notorious troublemakers who are wild and eccentric.
Wild and eccentric. On that very topic, I have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I am being told right now that KSI is in the building. This is confirmed. This is not rumor. KSI is here. I don't know if he's walking on now or momentarily. Logan, how do you feel?
I mean,
What are you doing?
Shit, just point me in the right direction and let's scrap.
You want to
KSI
scrap right
Logan
now?
Paul 3 right now?
Yes.
Who knows? I mean,
KSI is
who knows?
nearby.
I'm seeing the crowd wants to make it happen. But hey, to be honest, Kyle, I'm excited to see KSI. I've not seen him since our fight in November, and I tweeted at him on social media wishing him the best, and I'm excited to see what he does next. I have no animosity or beef, but also, should he want to get sour?
Yeah.
I got rings on my right hand. So, but I don't know. We'll
Logan,
see.
he spoke ill of you, I heard, on social media. What's his problem?
He's been chirping after the fight, and it was confusing and it hurt me a little bit, to be honest with you, because in the ring, I remember the moment where we dapped up and said it was cool. So I don't know if it's cool, if it's not. What he's saying on social media is true, but I'm an authentic guy. I'm a real guy. So when I dap up with someone, that's it. The beef squash after our fight.
Should we get DAZN security here in case something goes down?
You might have to.
Really?
Yeah, you might have to. Yeah, I mean, like, again, I don't know what's gonna happen, but if he presses me, I'm gonna press back.
And
guess
seen
what?
KSI.
Hey, guess what? It's not boxing. I'm a little better when I can use the rest of my body
You're
as a
a big
weapon.
dude.
I wrestled. I got kicks, I got knees, I got elbows, I got chokeholds. I had to choke someone out today. That's a different story. You'll see it on the vlog.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's coming Monday.
See it on the vlog. But you have not seen KSI since you were in the ring together, losing the split decision. Is that true?
That's correct, yeah.
Never seen, and I'm sure you've thought about him. Is there anything you would like to say to him? Because we can arrange it.
To say to KSI at this moment?
Yeah.
I would want to say, hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Uh-huh.
And I'd be interesting to see his response.
Uh-huh.
If it's sour, if it's short, if he's got some animosity towards me, and if so, we can handle it right here.
Devin, you've seen beef in boxing. You've seen it of all kinds. What do you make of the state now? If KSI were to walk on here, which I'm told he's going to any second, are you kind of triggered? Are you on alert? Or you think that they'll keep it professional? Because Logan seems pretty chill.
No, I have faith in these guys. Both of these guys, I know that that it was just boxing. You know, they both have respect for the sport. So anything outside of that, I don't think that anything will happen.
If there's action that goes down, are you separating or getting out of the way?
I'm injured. I'm getting out the way.
That makes two of us.
I gotta move.
Oh, look who's here. Here he is. KSI on set. This is history right here. Logan Paul, KSI seeing each other for the first time since the split decision loss. KSI, you want to pull up a chair? Look at this gentleman. How are you?
He's putting the chair on the opposite side.
What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, good to see you, bro. Good to see you too. Good to see you. Likewise, man.
You have not seen this man in a long time.
It's been a while, yeah, since the fight. Yeah.
And how is it to see him?
I mean, obviously it's different now. I'll say, obviously it's different now. You know, I'm a winner.
Okay.
So I'm calm.
What's this?
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hit me.
I want your honest opinion.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I respect a lot. You said you're a winner.
Yes.
And you are.
Yes.
Does that make me a loser?
I mean, technically yes. But I mean, you're still doing your thing. I see you're still posting YouTube videos.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
still got the podcast, so you know, like I'm doing my thing with the music as well.
How is that going, by the way?
Yeah, it's good.
I talked to your manager. He said you're selling out shows all over England.
Yeah. So I've got a few festivals as well that I'm doing at the end of the year. So yeah, it's mad, man. Everything's
Logan, weren't you saying that you were very respected as you are now, but you didn't care for some of the things that KSI was saying in the wake of the fight?
Yeah. So I just saw after the fight. Remember, I contested the decision. Mom.
That was the voice of God. Keep going.
And I would assume that upset him, and I think he was commenting more on that, maybe in the moment, rather than like the overall relationship that we have.
What did you think coming out of the fight? If Logan wasn't pleased with the decision, did they get the decision right? Then what did you have to say?
Well, obviously, you know, I voiced my opinion online, constantly saying, you know, I thought it was ridiculous that he was crying to the commission.
Okay.
But, you know, I mean, like, the commission came back, said no, and it is what it is. And now, yeah, I get my dub, and I'm just chilling, man. I'm really here just to see Jake get finished, man. I want him done. Like,
why do you want him done?
No, I hate him.
Why?
Bro, Logan, I think you hate him as well. You probably do hate him. You can't say he's a good guy.
There was a point in my life where I've never hated my brother. There was a point in my life where I would say I don't like my brother, but I love my brother. I don't. Come on. Do you hate your brother? I know you guys have animosity, but do you ever? But do you ever really hate him?
Yeah, obviously.
KSI, Jake has a big fight tonight. I've met him. He seems like a nice guy. Why? What's the hate?
What's the hate of Jake?
Yeah.
Just how he is, man.
What do you mean?
How he treats situations. Like, I don't know. He just thinks he's the top dog when he isn't. you know, he's getting less views than Gib. He's getting, you know, he's always saying, oh, you know, views don't matter, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. But that's because he's not on top. So.
And yet you do respect him enough, and you're on record as saying that if Jake beats Gib tonight, you will fight Jake.
I'll fight Jake, yeah. Fight Jake would be easier than Logan. yeah.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, you know, he's shorter.
Because Jake won't get a 2-point deduction?
No. Well, I mean, with Jake.
KSI, I have a question for you.
Hit me, hit me.
If you two were to fight again, who would win?
I'd say I'd win, yeah, 100%.
And what? How would the outcome be different than the last?
I'd say I'd rush you a lot more. I kind of took my time too much. Obviously, I was just trying to, you know, aim for your chest a lot. Because I knew your head wasn't going to be there. And it wasn't. You kept, like, running away and shit. So I was just like, okay, I'll just focus, you know, just try and break you down slowly.
What would you do different? It's so interesting because I'm not in, like, fight mode. I'm in, like, I'm kind of just want to live my life, make the best content, be as happy as I possibly can. But, like, to be honest, if I was fighting KSI again, I know I would win. And I think you know that, too. I think you, I mean.
Well, you didn't.
You're absolutely right.
As soon as you entered the ring, bro, you didn't want any of it.
I agree. But I think you know if it happened again, you know what the outcome would be.
All right.
Guys, you know what? There's so much good dialogue going on here. I don't want to get in the way of it. Logan, I want you to come over here. I want you to come and sit right here. Come on, come on over here.
Why are you doing this to me?
You're moving on up.
Are we switching mics as well?
Yeah, no. You can switch mics. Just come on over here. You sit down. Switch mics. There you go. Now we can have a proper conversation.
Okay.
DAZN, you sly dog.
Just pretend like we're not there.
You sly dog.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Feng Shui here on DAZN. Go ahead.
Have you been staying in shape? Are you still boxing?
I'm chilling, yeah. No, right now I'm just doing runs. I haven't done any boxing. I've been focused on music.
I noticed that after the last fight, it seems like you took a step back from boxing.
Yeah, I stepped back quite a lot because, you know, I wasn't happy with myself. I felt like I could have done better. And, you know, I was also quite complacent. I kind of didn't expect you to be as good as you were. So, you know, I made sure for the next fight I trained hard and stayed focused.
Would you really fight Jake?
Yeah, I'd fight Jake.
Even with all the stuff you're doing in your life now, because to be honest with you, like I said, I'm on a not a new wave, not a different wave, but like I'm really focused with the shit I'm doing now. Yeah. It's nice to, you know this, it's nice to not only have to focus on fighting and do the thing that we love to do most, which is create.
Well, it's kind of just like, you know, if I need to fight, I'll just dedicate time towards that. So with my music, you know, I've dedicated time towards my music, you know, working on an album, you know, getting all these features, etc. And that's why I'm able to do the music as well as I am. And essentially, eventually, if I want to, what's up?
No, nothing. I just want to.
This man wants us to fucking fight right now.
No. Just
like,
the opposite.
hey, this just turned into a podcast. Welcome to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for joining.
It is a great podcast. We can sit here and talk about music all night, but it is a boxing night.
What do you want, Kyle?
No. We don't want
face to face.
I'll tell you what you want. I'll tell you what I want. We don't want anything going on between the two that's not constructive. But thankfully, we have something over there that's extremely constructive. And Logan, you know what I'm talking about. This is the punch machine. Let's make some entertainment here. This is basically the power of the punch. Logan stepped right up and did it. Logan, you're gonna do it again, and then KSI's gonna do it. Go on, show them how it's done.
I already set the high score.
You did set it, but I think you can beat it. I think you can do better. Go on over and try it, Logan. Go ahead.
All right.
And KSI is going to go right after.
Yeah,
here we go.
Hey, DAZN did not tell us about this shit.
They got all kinds of tricks up their sleeves. Get the DAZN app, everybody. This is just the beginning.
Oh, man.
Take your time, Logan. Take your time.
Oh, my gosh. I'll go for it. I'll take go right straight.
Go ahead.
They say he's better
get out of the blast
straight.
radius. Hey, how about some applause for Logan Paul, everybody? Come on now. Whoa, he smoked it. 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 848. Logan.
That's pretty good.
How do you feel?
Impressive.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good. I beat my own high score.
Yes.
With another high score. Let's see what you got, JJ.
All right.
Come on. Take your time. Take your time. There it comes. Take your time. A straight right. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, and he's teetering out at 753. KSI, would you like a second shot?
All right, yeah, go for it.
You know,
go
Logan,
for it.
to be fair, Logan, you did have a couple. Let's give him a second shot.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah, no, he's not gonna do it.
Okay. The number you want is 848. Take your time.
Oh,
We had a little crow hop there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on. Did you break the machine? Does it look? It does say start right on it. All right, take it. Collect yourself.
That was a better one for sure.
Bam! Okay, this thing's flying. 3, 4, 5. Get up to 6. Get up to 7. Get up. It's teetering out. All right. Logan Paul wins. Logan Paul wins. KSI, what do you think?
I mean, I'll lose that. I don't mind.
I was gonna say, it feels good to win something against KSI.
Logan, you're
I'll
a good
take
dude.
that. Hey, thank you, everyone.
Hey,
it feels good. Finally.
Somebody give him a belt. Devin Haney, do you want to step up and put them both to shame?
Please, Devin.
Get up there.
Devin's injured, coming off an injury, so I'm just about you guys.
Devin's coming up, and we respect that. We respect that. KSI, we also respect you for coming by, for being so cool,
pleasure,
for doing this. You're a good dude. We're looking forward. What do you got going on in the future? I know you're doing your music.
Yeah, no, literally, I just released my new track with Trippie Redd, Wake Up Call. So yeah, be sure to download that right now, or get it on Spotify, and yeah.
And this time tomorrow morning, you might have to start preparing to fight Jake Paul.
That's not happening. Gibbs winning this fight.
Where would you want that fight to go down? Where would you want it to be?
What, me and Jake?
Yeah, you versus Jake.
You guys. 0-2.
Okay,
England.
sure. 0-2 in England.
I have a question. How was the sparring matches with you and Gib?
Me and Gib.
Yes.
I mean, we sparred like 2 years. It's been a while since we sparred.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's a tough guy. When we sparred, he was tough, man.
Who hits harder, Gib or Logan?
I'll give it to Logan. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll give it to Logan.
Right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Logan, any last words for KSI? Who knows when the next time you're going to see him?
Yeah, I want to know what you think is gonna happen tonight.
I think Jake is gonna crack on the pressure. Yeah, I think, especially because Gib, he's just gonna come forward, and I don't think Jake's gonna be able to deal with that. That's how I feel. So I think round 5.
Round 5?
Yeah.
I think similar. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a war.
Okay.
Armageddon, all-out battle.
Like it was with you guys, KSI, you are the best, and you can only watch that battle on the DAZN app. For just a little bit more of how we got here tonight, let's take a look back. KSI, you're the man.
Logan literally grabbed me by the neck like this. He goes, "You have to do everything that you possibly can to beat KSI. You have to do it for our family name. I need you to understand how important that is that you do that."
Losing to KSI obviously wasn't easy, but in many ways, it's giving Jake an opportunity to no longer be the little brother.
Here's the thing about this guy, Pinocchio, right? A guy that has nothing to lose, like, you have to watch out for that because you don't know how bad they want it.
I told Jake to not underestimate his opponent. As long as Jake doesn't develop that overconfident mindset, which I did with KSI, I think it's gonna be all right.
I don't look past anybody. Everyone's a worthy opponent. It's boxing. But I fucking know I'm gonna win. I can't say it with any more confidence. I don't know where Gibbs' level is at, but he's gonna get walked through. Then it's on to KSI.
I don't like Jake, and I think the whole world doesn't like Jake. If he does manage to get past the big Gibber, then yes, I will fight Jake 100%. But I mean, that's not gonna happen. I don't think he's ready for Gib at all, and it's gonna show January the 30th. I see Gib winning this hands down, and that will be the end of the pools.
Awesome to see you. Awesome to see you. We gotta get it. We are looking at Jake Paul versus Anison Gibb. It is tonight. You can only see it on the DAZN app. Let's go to Big Mike right now, who has Jake Paul's trainer, Sugar Shane Mosley.
Shane Mosley, one of the greatest boxers in the history of the sport, multiple weight classes, 49 professional victories. How you doing tonight, Shane?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm doing good.
All right, so I came up and visited you guys up in Big Bear. I saw what you guys were working with. Jake, both of you guys were completely focused. How do you feel about your fighter tonight? Is he ready for this fight?
Man, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling confident. And, you know, like right now, this is, I consider it the Jake Paul show. I mean, he's about to do his thing. He's been up in camp working hard, doing all the things I asked of him. He's in great shape. I just can't wait to see him get in there and do what I know he can do.
Now, as you saw at the weigh-in yesterday, there's quite a bit of animosity between these two fighters. How do you keep your fighter calm and on his game plan when there's that much beef, that much bloodlust, that much vengeance in the air?
You know, I think he's doing a really good job of keeping himself, you know, calm. You know, he's being charged up at the right times. And like I said, I'm very impressed and excited by the way he's taken to this fight.
All right, last question. Is Jake Paul a boxer or a YouTuber?
Well, for me, the way I've been training him, he's a boxer. He's a full-fledged fighter, and I think that he's going to show it tonight.
Amazing. All right, that's you heard it there from Shane. Back to Kyle.
Thank you, guys. And we're here with one of my personal heroes and an American legend. Guy Fieri is here. Guy, what is up, my man?
Dude, you tell me what's up.
Fight night.
It is fight night.
It is.
It's fight night in the middle of the Super Bowl. I mean, this is, everybody's going crazy. Dude, I don't know if you tried when you got here, but I just drove in. It's packed. There's cops everywhere. Everything's shut down. The streets are shut down. It's title fight Vegas style.
It's huge. And, all right, Guy, obviously, Triple D, Guy's grocery games. He does it all. He has it all going on. But I know that one of the reasons you're here tonight, Guy, is there's a family connection, and someone insisted that you come here tonight. Tell us the story.
So my son Ryder is your biggest fan.
He loves Logan.
I mean, huge fan.
His name's Ryder?
Ryder.
Ryder, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I wish you were here. I could meet you. Take a selfie.
So Ryder, this is his first Super Bowl he hasn't made in like I don't know how many years.
He's always here with you.
I think he's got a date or he's got to go to a dance or something. So he didn't make it. So when we started talking about this was possibly going to happen, I just got done shooting Triple D. That's why I'm so hoarse. He says, "Oh, you go." You go, you take pictures, make sure you invite them to the ranch, the whole thing.
Yes.
So it's a big deal. I'm an ambassador right now.
You're
I'm
here
an
being a
ambassador
dad.
Ryder.
Of course, Ryder Fieri's ambassador right here. I also know, Guy, you are a Vegas guy, which means you are a fight guy. When you look back at the Guy Fieri fight fandom, who's your guy? Who's your favorite fighter?
Well, I gotta tell you, it goes all the way from Ali to Sugar Ray to Cooney. I mean, but I'll tell you, I'm a Mike Tyson.
Talk about it.
Mike Tyson. I remember the night I walked in the fraternity house. I'd been at work, and
you're a UNLV guy.
UNLV grad.
Yeah.
My son Hunter just graduated UNLV. I'm a running rebel. I walk in, and someone looks right at me. One of my fraternity brothers says, "Tyson got knocked out." I said, "That's not even funny.
No.
We don't
It's a
joke
dumb
about
joke.
that."
Buster Douglas, you kidding me?
Exactly. You don't say that because the timing was weird because of the fight overseas. So that was that. I still have problems with that.
That's me too. It blows me away.
Guy, I have a question. I know you've tried all the best of the best foods. I'm hungry right now. What is the best place in Miami you've been to?
If I would have known that we were going to do this, I just left a place called Sonny's Famous Cheesesteaks in Hollywood, Florida. Yeah. And I had just visited 3 restaurants before I got there, but I still went there. I hadn't been there in 11 years, and I went there, and they gave me 2 fat cheesesteaks, and they're sitting in my suite at the hotel. And I'm telling you, I wish I would have known I was going to be
I'm on my way
here.
to your hotel. As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to the hotel.
We're going. The bomb, dude.
All right, so, Guy, this is a perfect question for you. Boxing and food. Let's say you were going to fight, and you were going to go into a heavyweight fight. What food do you eat that just makes you want to kick ass?
Well, you got athletes, right? These guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, but you're food athletes.
Some hot food for sure.
What am I?
Something hot. Something spicy.
I know it's got to be the carb load.
Yeah.
So I'm a big pasta fan.
Sure.
And I think, but you wouldn't want the acid. You wouldn't like tomato sauce. Yeah. I think the best one would be a dynamite carbonara. Okay. Really good pancetta. Get some really nice organic egg yolks.
Yes.
Nice bucatini.
Yes.
Some really good Parmesan. But something like that, because you're gonna burn it. You're gonna need it. You're going to go all the rounds. You're going to go the distance. You're going to need the backup.
All this food, I'm hungry.
That's it.
Makes you hungry.
I've been with Devin Haney for the past 3 hours, and he has not asked for anything other than food.
I'm hungry.
We got a hungry young boxer with us. Can we get this man some pasta carbonara?
No kidding, man. We need it. We need it. And I really mean this. We gotta stay in better touch, pal.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I just had my hand around like 25 of these cheesesteaks.
And now there's 2 left? You ate 23?
Well, I have a big hungry crew. We were
My
just
man.
shooting Triple D. We shot 6 locations. This is just, you're in good hands, though, because right from here, not too far away from a place called Black Brick, which is a great buddy of mine,
Brick.
and Sakaya restaurant. It's got Chef Richard Hales. You're in, dude.
Okay.
You're in the food epicenter. This greater Miami area, you won't go hungry.
Oh my gosh.
You're not gonna fit in that suit when you leave.
Can you imagine that?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
24-0,
I'm ready.
never lost a fight. You know I love you. You know you're the best. This is the man, Guy Fieri, here, playing hurt, post Triple D. Go enjoy
What are
the
you
fight.
doing
Go
here? Can you
I'm
tell?
just making a living. It's crazy. I gotta pay for some of those cheesesteaks too, Fieri. All right, that's Guy. We gotta go. We gotta go to Ethan Payne, who's with a very important figure in this fight. It's Guy Fieri. Go ahead, Ethan.
Yes, I'm here with Vidal, the 1 million subscriber man. Today is a good day, January the 30th. How are you feeling bringing Gib into this fight?
Listen, it's National Gibber Day and it's the realest day, so we're happy. Camp's going well, and you know, it's just time to perform, man. It's time to perform.
So, this being your last camp, you said, for the whole YouTube boxing thing, do you think that you've left no stone unturned with Gib? Having the bond you've had with him over the 4 years, do you think that this is the best you've prepared a fighter?
Listen, we always prepare the best we can. I prepare JJ the best I can. I prepare Gib the best I can. It's different, but it's still the best. No stone is unturned. We tick every box, and then we're just going to get the winning box tonight.
Would you say that, do you think that Shane can prepare Jake for what Gib's going to offer? Because Gib offers something completely different to a normal fighter.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I know Shane is a legend of the game. He would have tried his best. He would have put as much knowledge into Jake as possible. But I just don't think Jake has the talent to deliver it. So we'll see.
As you can see, Team Gib over here is in high spirits, utmost confidence, and looking forward to January the 30th.
Welcome back. We're hearing all the intel as we get closer and closer to Jake Paul versus Anison Gib. Guy Fieri and Logan Paul are becoming fast friends to the surprise of absolutely nobody. What's going on, Logan?
We love Guy. I'm about to FaceTime Guy's son. I think. But what's going on in general? Yeah, my brother's fighting tonight. Have you heard?
Of course. Who hasn't heard? All right. You guys keep social networking and connecting.
We're waiting for him to show up on the red carpet, and you are not disappointing, my friend. Chopping, you're performing before the fight. How are you feeling? Are you pumped for this?
I'm pumped for sure. I'm ready to see what the crowd, how the crowd gonna be when I perform. So yeah, I'm lit.
Oh, I guarantee they're going to be very hyped up. Let's talk about this fight. I mean, I'm assuming you're Team Paul?
I'm going for Jake. I don't know the other dudes, so I'm going for Jake.
Do you have a prediction in the fight?
Jake.
Jake, easy enough. Can we talk about the grill? Like, this is off the chain, my friend. Fire. I'm loving everything that's happening with that. All right, how's Miami treating you? Doing anything crazy?
Nah, not shit. I'm only
You're
here for a
behaving?
day.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
it.
behaving.
You're behaving. Are you sure about that?
I'm behaving.
Okay, so we just got word that Jake Paul arrived in a tank. Thoughts?
Damn. I want a tank. I want a tank.
Maybe he'll let you borrow it.
Huh? How he get a tank?
That's a great question, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
They need that for World War III.
He is ready for it, and you're ready for your performance. We can't wait to see it.
Man, for sure. Appreciate
Have fun. Best of luck.
We hear we have a tank arrival. You know nothing about this?
Jake, I told you, Jake's a showman, so yeah, he probably showed up in a tank.
Okay, well, we got a tank right here. Look at this gentleman. Tall drink of water known as JMX. He is a YouTuber. He is a proud son of the United Kingdom and is here, I assume, tonight to support your guy, Gib.
Of course, can't wait.
What do you think? What do you think of everybody watching right now in the United Kingdom who wants to support their guy? What do you think about the fight? You know this man.
I think it just makes it's so great to have the opposing sides. It allows everyone to really get behind it, and really just like everyone. I know each side wants to win, so I can't.
Yeah, actually you can.
I fucking can. Sick. Both sides want to win so fucking bad. And I know we chanted Jake off the stage, proper British. Yeah. It was the most British thing I've ever seen. I think our chant was, "Our birds might be shit, but we got Anison Gib." And you should have seen it in the flesh.
Your birds might be shit, but
Our
you got
birds might be shit.
I have a
Our
question.
birds might be shit. Anison Gib. Oh, sorry.
I was wondering what they were saying, and I got the melody down, and then I started just kind of chanting it with them.
Yeah,
And
I
it's-
still
yeah,
don't get it.
No, I don't know what it means, but I like the camaraderie.
It does. And what do you think about this guy? Go ahead.
I'm asking, what's your prediction for the fight? How do you
Great
think it's going to play out?
I got money on Ali TKO round 4 to 6.
Round 4 to 6.
Yeah,
Do you actually have money on?
Yeah.
How much?
Nothing massive. 250 quid. No, nothing massive.
250 quid. What's a quid? How many dollars is that? This is Florida.
I don't know the conversion rate off my heart. About 330.
Okay.
Probably something like that.
You know, it's funny, Logan. You were talking earlier in your fight. You ran against. I think you called it the Great British Boxing Monster.
It's what he just described.
Yeah.
You Brits are absolutely crazy. Your hearts are huge. Your pride is massive. I envy it. I admire it. And I saw it yesterday when they were cheering Gib on at the weigh-in.
Yes. It's funny we had Guy Fieri last because he's like the perfect American. Like he represents everything about America. And you are like the perfect Brit, collected, calm. Do you think Gibbs shows that tonight? Because one of the questions is, you get in the ring, get a little tense. Will this atmosphere tense him up at all, or is he a cool customer?
I don't think Gibbs' style necessarily needs him to be super collected and calm. He is non-stop. He's on you. That's why I said before, I don't think, if he is nervous, which I don't think he is, by the way, but if he is nervous, it's not the worst thing in the world because I know he's going to go at you. He's almost going to see red from straight on, but whatever he does in round 1, he's going to do round 2, round 3, round 4, and he's going to up it for round 5 and 6. And therefore, I don't see it as being a massive disadvantage for him if he is nervous.
Devin, is there a difference? Go ahead.
To add on to that, once I read, the fights that I've been the most nervous for, I've actually done the best. So it's not a bad thing to be nervous. It's actually good. It makes you fight harder.
Between nervousness and being scared, right?
Yeah,
There's a fine line.
Yeah, scared, you're probably going there and you won't do anything. But when you're nervous, you're gonna go in there and give it your all because you want to do good. You're nervous to put on a great performance.
Yeah.
I will say, I've seen a lot of fighters, specifically MMA fighters, like you probably know this, admit to being scared and nervous. Like even Cerrone, I know Darren Till has voiced his emotion before the ring. Like Cerrone throws up before he fights. Nerves for sure, fear sure, but I just wonder, how natural that really is before it starts to affect the performance. I mean, we saw what happened to Cowboy. So as long as Gib can control his nerves, because in my personal opinion, in the press conferences and in the weigh-in, like, he looks a little scared. I think this is a new environment and atmosphere for him performing in front of crowds this big. Jake's done it before on so many levels.
But one thing I can say is when you're too nervous, it can be physically and mentally draining. You know, you can go in a fight and you get tired in the first round just from overthinking the fight. So
Let's talk about some showmanship. You understand it. You are a YouTuber. You're not putting on a show. We heard a report that Jake might have shown up in a tank, like a military tank. Knowing Gib like you do, is he going to have a surprise for us? Is he going to put on a show on the way into the ring, or is it going to be business?
Oh, Gib's a showman.
Yes.
Gib's a showman, man.
What's he got for us?
Just his robe. His robe is just unreal.
You've seen the robe?
I've seen the robe.
Give us a tease.
I can't. I don't want to spoil it, man. That's top secret.
Okay.
I'll get killed. But yeah, he's going to come out all guns blazing in his ring walk and all guns blazing in the actual ring as well. So I can't freaking wait.
What about if he wins? What's the next thing you do on social media if you're Gib and you beat Jake Paul? Do you go immediately and do a video in the ring? Do you go home? What would you do? You're one of his kind.
I don't think, to be honest, I'd give a shit about anything for the next sort of week. Like, I wouldn't worry about any of that. He's got the win. He cares about the win way more than any of the social media clout, any of the goddamn. Oh, here we go.
That's your guy.
Any of that.
That's your guy. That guy is not from Great Britain. What do you got, Logan?
I see the champ himself.
You see? What's up, champ?
That is a hard man to miss. Shannon Briggs in the house, standing at 6'9" tall, 450 pounds, and it looks like champ's going for sure.
Yeah,
we will hear from him later.
Is he coaching you for our fight?
Yes, that's his guy.
Is he coaching?
All right, so I knew this was going to come up. I don't know if this is the time.
Yeah, I don't know who put this panel together. They need a raise, though.
I was going to ask. They've been pressing me all night. They made me sit next to KSI. We hit the machine. Yeah. And now you bring JMX on. So on my podcast, I talked about fighting JMX.
Okay.
For MMA. So I don't know if he would coach me because he's a boxing coach, right?
True.
And I need
your boxing sessions.
I need to switch it up for sure.
Are you interested?
Oh yeah, I'm
yes?
down.
You're down. 100%.
I think he's more than interested. I mean, ideally, probably you'd want this fight to happen, and I said I'd be down. My question is, does the world want to see it happen?
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about just your fans. I'm not talking about just the UK. I'm talking about the world. And if the zone wants to cough up a check for both of us, that makes sense.
Sure, it's something I'd be willing to explore, especially since I've yet to make my MMA debut, and I've been vocal. I want to make that happen.
Logan, you have any thoughts on who might cough up that check? What company, maybe?
DAZN. By the way, if you haven't downloaded the app, please do. And if you haven't downloaded the app for my fight, you might see it again with this guy. We'll see, though.
JMX is in. Logan is in. It was great to meet you. We have to talk about another fight. Last time when we did Logan's fight, one of our good friends, Ryan Garcia, who is an incredible, incredible fighter, was with us, talked the fight the whole time, and he has another fight coming up on Valentine's Day. Check this out.
He's got speed, power, looks, charisma, the whole package. Can he harness all of that, put it all together, and be one of the top stars in the sport? We'll see. Hard right hand. Wow. How did he weather that? Another one. And a hook, and down he goes.
It's our man, Ryan Garcia.
Everything tastes like heaven to you.
Canelo getting you warmed up before your fight. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Logan is against the ropes. He's down. One.
He's the real deal. No hype. Looks good, talks good, got a fan base. He has my 19-year-old daughter vote.
Garcia able to land that right now. He's down, he goes. Right hand and a hook, and Doodle's hurt.
Do I think I'm ready for a world title this year? Hell yes.
All right, so we saw Ryan Garcia unloading on you, Logan. What was that like?
Ryan Garcia is fast, he's strong, he's quick, and he's powerful. I did not think he was going to be as strong as he was, and then after I took off the bodysuit, I let him punch me one time without it, and it genuinely hurt me. Genuinely hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, with the pad on, I embellished because I want to make a good show.
Good for you.
When he hit me without it, it really hurt. Yeah, he's strong and he's my guy.
All right, so this is what he did to Jake now. Devin, what do you see here? This is terrifying.
He looks fast, but he's not that fast.
Devin, you kind of been smirking the whole time we've been talking about Ryan Garcia. Let's get into the behind the music there. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, me and Ryan, we got a lot of history together. In the amateurs, we fought 6 times. He won 3, I won 3. In the pros, I think we need to settle the score.
When's that happening? Like tomorrow?
In 2020, it definitely needs to happen. It's a big fight that a lot of the fans, they want to see. They've been demanding it. And I'm the world champ, so if he wants a belt, he got to go through me.
Does he want that smoke, as they say?
I can't say he wants to smoke. He said he does a lot of talking like he wants to smoke, but
that's a pretty man, isn't he? He's got that De La Hoya golden boy look. Everybody loves him on Instagram.
He won't be pretty after me.
Wow, Devin is on one right now. Hello, welcome, Devin Haney. All right, well, you'll be watching on February 14th then, all right?
Oh, definitely.
All right, so we saw Shannon Briggs, and guess who found him? It's Lauren on the black carpet. What's up, champ?
I have 3 words for you. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
How are you?
I'm really good. Happy to see you, Champette. Happy to see you.
Champette. I like
right.
that. I'm officially a Champette. I feel honored.
That's right, Champette. How you been?
I've been wonderful.
You're looking amazing. Look at these colors.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I know. We're going full of Miami threw up on me. This is what's happening right now. Let's talk about the car you pulled up in. That thing was insane.
Yeah. My boy John Frank from the new auto toy store. He was like, yo, champ, I'm gonna bring you in style. So he's the best in the world. We showed up with the crazy monster truck. We got a fleet of cars he got. We didn't even know what to pick. The Rolls Royce, the Bugatti. We said, let's go with the monster truck.
Why'd you go with the monster truck? It's pretty dope, though.
Because the champ's a monster. Look at me, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Okay, I don't know if you heard about this, but KSI arrived, and that was the first time since November that Logan and KSI have seen each other.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on that?
That was dope. I was over here doing an interview, but I heard them. They were talking, and it's great, man. They're both 2 good kids, and they made a lot of money. Let's go, champ. They made a lot of money together. They had fun, and hopefully they can do it again one day.
Let's talk about what's about to go down tonight between Jake Paul and Anderson Gibb. Any predictions?
Well, I was just watching earlier. They were beefing with each other, you know what I'm saying, like face to face. And I could see it was intense. Gibb was really serious. He really dislikes, Jake, and Jake dislikes him as well. Yeah. Jake says things that can get under people's skin. So I think Gibb is going to be coming straight at him tonight, and we're going to see a war.
Do you have any predictions, though, as to what will actually happen? War, straight war. You're Team Paul, right?
Of course, you know that. I want them boys to do good. They're good people, so I want them to win.
Awesome.
Always.
Can we get one more?
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Can I get one more? There you go.
Let's go, champ.
Can't get enough Let's Go champs. Logan, you hear him talking, that's your guys, and make you want to get back in the ring?
I love Shannon. He was so enthusiastic for our camp. I thought he was a great coach. We got along, and it's good to see him again. Actually, I think he lives here in Florida, but yeah, man. Every time I hear Shannon's voice, I want to punch someone in the face. Sure, yeah.
I know. You hear "Let's Go champ," you want to knock somebody out.
He's got all sorts of sayings.
Yes.
All sorts of sayings. He's a very good hype man.
It's Pavlovian, as they say. Devin, we've been getting this now almost a couple hours. I know early on in our broadcast here, you were thinking kind of pro Gibb. Have you started to waver at all? If you start to think about this fight, when you think Jake Paul versus Aneeson Gibb, who do you like right now?
One thing that keeps crossing my mind is how Jake is going to deal with the pressure. But another thing is crossing my mind is how Gibb is going to react when he gets hit.
Okay.
So right now I'm leaning towards Jake because I feel like Gibb doesn't have the defense.
Really?
Gibb is going in there with straight offense, going in there thinking that he's just going to pressure the whole night, but he's not thinking about that. Punches is going to come back.
Logan, what do you think? Where's your head at right now?
Eddie Hearn said it best. With no head guards and 10-ounce glove, somebody's going to get knocked out. And I don't think it's going to be my brother. I know for a fact his offense is very strong. As much as Gibb thinks he wants to apply pressure and as much as he thinks that might work and be a good game plan, how many hits can you take to the head, the temple, the back of the head, the chin with 10-ounce gloves? Yeah. Especially in an environment like this where everyone's watching, the lights are on you, you're hot, and you can't fail, but you have no choice but to drop to the canvas.
No doubt, that is not a choice you want to make. A little housekeeping here. If you're watching us right now, you can't watch the fight if you just keep watching us. You have to get the app. Get the DAZN app. Get it, watch it. If you're in the UK or the Republic of Ireland, Logan's doing the Macarena. It's great. You can watch on Sky Sports.
That's the Renegade, bro.
Oh, that was the Renegade?
Do you even have TikTok, bro?
No, I don't. I have a Tic Tac, though. I think you need one.
How can you smell my breath from this far? Is it that bad?
It's really strong. No, you're good. I saw you eating the chicken legs before the break. Get the DAZN app. You can get more gold like Logan's breath and Devin Haney's prediction that right now you think that Luke Paul is going to win.
Yeah, I think.
Did you say Luke Paul? I'm like, did you just combine Luke Skywalker and my brother?
I just gave away the storyline. Your other brother, Luke Paul, is going to run in the ring with the steel chair.
We do have a third.
What's his name?
Luke. You got lucky.
Wait,
so you think Jake Paul? You like it?
Wait, did you guys plan this or?
No.
No?
You still? I thought you were on the side of Gibb.
Yeah, you did pull a 180
That's called flip-flopping in an election year.
I never said I was on Gibb's side.
Oh, I thought you did.
You hinted
no,
strongly.
I never said that. No,
Okay.
this whole time I've been leaning towards Jake.
Okay.
I took a picture with him and I posted it yesterday, and
All right.
everyone was saying that Gibb was going to win, but I said that Jake was going to win.
So we got two Jake guys here. Obviously, Logan, you think Jake's going to win?
I was going with Logan the first fight.
Yeah.
With his last fight.
I'm so sorry, Devin Haney.
Yeah, you let me down. It's all right. It's all right.
A lot of people were, but you know what? I just said, Logan, that you think Jake's going to win. I know you want him to. Do you think he's going to? It's a different question.
I do think he's going to. I always like to try to be real and authentic. I absolutely do think he's going to win. Nothing's definitive, and in boxing anything can happen. But just based on what I've seen, I thoroughly believe in my brother.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're getting close. We're only a couple hours away. This is that time of the fight when you're starting to do the hand wraps now. You're starting to loosen up. As a professional fighter, when you get this close, where's your head at? Is it still loose, Devin, or is it go time?
At this time is when the nerves really start to set in. When I'm putting on my shoes, when I'm starting to loosen up, get my hands wrapped. People are starting to get escorted out of the locker room, so it's really just me and my coaches. I'm starting to get the butterflies. My stomach is starting to turn around, but it's part of the game, and if you embrace the butterflies and you understand that it's part of it, then you'll be all right.
Logan, one of the things we talked about was the idea that you guys are showmen and you put on shows, that's how you make a living. I remember being in Staples Center, and I thought you were all business. You did not have a lot of theatrics. You came in, you were there to do a job. Do you expect Jake to be a little more eccentric, to show his feathers a little bit more tonight?
I hope he does. A, that's Jake's style,
yeah.
And B, I think it's going to get him hyped up for the fight. I was calm because I was trying to save my energy for the fight. And I think I was too calm. I didn't go on the offensive like I should have.
You know what's crazy? When before both of our fights, I was looking at him. I saw him on the screen. I was like, damn, he's nervous. I mean, no, damn, he's calm. I was like, I can't believe how calm he is. And I was like, he even made me feel like, okay, you need to relax some. You're the boxer here.
Sometimes what can relax you as a fighter is maybe some numbers. Let's look at some cold, hard data about this fight, which I think we have. I know we had a Twitter poll that had most people in favor of Anis and Gibb, or rather it was about 73% last time we checked. We're still working on the numbers right now. 76% think that Anis and Gibb is going to win. And I think oh my gosh, look who's here. It's Juju. It's an old friend. What's up, Juju Smith-Schuster? It's great to see you.
How you doing, bro? Devin.
This is Devin. This is Logan. Sit down. We are thrilled to have you here. How are you?
I'm good, man. I had a long day. Starting here at 9 a.m., man, from hour to hour to hour. But this is like the best one because I'm here to have fun. Like instead of just doing work, like I'm here to see like this fight, and I'm super excited.
I know what the life is like here. You're doing every radio show. You're in all these card tables. You're asking a million questions about Roethlisberger, and it is work, right? Dude, this is gonna be fun. Are you into this? You like this Jake Paul versus Gibb? I know you do.
No, for sure.
Why do you like it?
I mean, honestly, I'm a physical guy. So like, I grew up playing rugby. I play football, and like, you see two great guys going at it in the ring, and it's just all natural fighting. So I'm super excited.
All right, so you're a physical guy, Juju, but much like our other people here on the set, you're also an entertainer. Now, what's the smile?
These guys are physical guys too. Like, these guys are like them guys. Like, if I get in the ring with these guys, yeah, it's for sure I'm out.
Would you ever want to get in the ring? Do you like fighting?
I mean, I never thought of it just a fight like how they do it.
Yes.
I don't know. That's a different sport, man. It's totally like different sport of physicalness, you know.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about a lot of sports tonight. We're going to talk about the sport of social media, sport of influencing, because Juju, you definitely get your social media go on. And why don't we look at some fight rules then? And we have a couple of rule breakers up here. But before we get into Jake Paul versus Gibb, here we go. No headgear, obviously big. 6 rounds. 3 minutes each, and then 10-ounce gloves. What do you think? We got 5 seconds. In one word, 10-ounce gloves.
Gibbs never fought a 6-round fight. That's going to hurt him.
Woo! We are back. We are back for Jake Paul versus Anis and Gibb. Everybody, welcome. We are in Miami. It is fight night. Never mind the football game in a couple of days. This is the one you want. Jake Paul versus Anis and Gibb. Here we go. All we got here on set is Juju Smith-Schuster, Fight On, USC Trojan. We got Devin Haney right here, and we got Logan Paul. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great.
Yes?
So far, so good, Kyle. Can't complain.
Logan, your brother is fighting tonight. How do you feel right now about it?
It's so funny. I swear to God, in the last 60 seconds, I was like, wait, oh God, this is real. This is happening.
It's not a joke.
Dude, for my fight, I wasn't nervous. I was really calm. I'm much more nervous right now.
Devin Haney, you got nerves over here. How do you feel about this fight in the ring between the two of them?
I'm getting kind of nervous too now. You know, just sitting next to him and watching him go through it, I'm getting kind of nervous for Jake as well.
All right. Do you think the fight goes the first 3 rounds and it's over, a knockout, or do you think this one goes the distance?
You know, most fighters, they normally start off at 4 rounds and then they go to 6 rounds. They do like maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4, sometimes 4 4-round fights. These guys are going straight into it, 6-round fights. So, I don't know.
Stoppage?
I don't think that it's going to go to full 6 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, now that
Juju,
I'm sitting here thinking about it.
Your game goes 4 quarters, sometime overtime. You played in the biggest stadiums against the best players in the world. What do you think of this fight tonight? What is your gut? How do you think this thing's going to go?
Man, you talk about 2 great guys going at it in the ring. I mean, I would love to see a great fight, but I also love to see like a knockout. This is like, that's the physical part, because like at the end of the day, you know, we're all here to support both of them. But at the end of the day, like, someone's gonna win, someone's gonna lose, and whoever it may be, man, best of luck to them.
And don't apologize for it. Everybody wants to see a knockout. Let's be real. You go to a fight, you want a knockout.
Yes.
You want an uppercut, overhand right, Juju, prescribe it for us.
This is legit my first like official fight.
Is that true?
Yes, like first time ever.
You've never been to any kind of like boxing match at all?
Never.
Have you watched any fights?
Huh?
Have you watched any fights?
Yeah, I watched a few, but it was just like, it's not like for me to like, oh, yo, let me get out of my chair, like, let me go to this fight and like book it.
You need to watch some Devin Haney fights.
I do. I really do. I really
I've seen you win some fights against the Ravens, against the Browns. This guy has won his fair share of fights. Let's go back to broadcast. What are we doing next here on the night of the Jake Paul Gibb fight, guys? This is our closer look, all right? Let's break down some stats because, you know, Logan, you have incredible numbers on social media. What about your brother's numbers there?
They're very close. They're very close to mine. He's got 19.7 million YouTube subscribers. This is the big one where he actually has me beat. 6.3 billion views.
6.3 billion with a B?
6.3 billion views and 12.8 million Instagram followers. He's got a very, very healthy social media following, and I know his fans are going to be rooting for him tonight, as well as everyone that's going to show up here in Miami.
All right, so Anisan Gibb, I've seen this. He has fewer followers, but he says it doesn't matter. Jake's followers are going down. I actually get more views despite my followers. Is that a bunch of BS, or is he onto something there, you guys? You guys speak social media better than me.
Nah, I mean, he's warranted in saying, like, for sure, Jake, technically his views have been lower than usual, and it's because he's been focused on this fight. They're gonna be lower if he's doing something else until they're not. And after the fight, when he knocks out Gibb and goes back to making content, he'll be right back where he was.
Juju, your numbers, you're measured in yards, touchdowns, receptions. Numbers like this too, because you do your thing. What is the entertainment value for you in all these guys and their numbers when you see millions and millions of views? Does that blow your hair back?
It does, man. You talk about people all over the world. You talk about celebrities like artists, athletes, and you talk about influencers. You talk about fighters. You talk about YouTubers, and see numbers like that. Like, that's very, very impressive. And he has so many fans. Jake has so many fans. They're gonna be supporting him tonight, watching him. So it may be a fun fight. I can't wait.
I can tell you've been to a lot of cool things, all right? You've been to a lot of big NFL events, a lot of parties. This one's a little special. I don't care what party you go to. There's not going to be two guys in 10-ounce gloves knocking each other out. This is special. I know there's a lot of things you could have done this weekend. Why here?
Man, honestly, it was out of all my plans of like being going to parties, seeing this person, seeing that person. This right here was a different environment for me. You know, I've always been in an environment where, oh, it's an artist. I'm at a table. We pop bottles. Like, I've done that. The past 3-4 years.
How many bottles can you really pop, you know?
Yeah, and that's like the thing though. Like, I'd rather come here, sit ringside, watch my boys go at it. And
but also I know you're going out tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I bet.
Bottles will be popped. Don't make a mistake.
Bottles will always be popped.
Yeah, facts.
Right now.
You pop.
Yes, I do.
All right, we might have to get that done.
Yeah. You want to get that done?
Absolutely. I think a Juju Smith party would be sick.
It definitely would. I mean, this guy's incredible. Speaking of the party, you know, we started the fight with some predictions. We asked what we want from this fight. Logan's brother is fighting tonight, and the first thing he said to start our broadcast is that he wants bodily fluids from the fight. Logan, elaborate.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes.
Jake notoriously is famous for bleeding.
Let's talk about this.
Okay, so I want to see blood come from Gibb, but in the past, Jake has bled in his last fight against Deji, and he was sort of turned into a meme. I will say I've known Jake my whole life, and he has a problem with his bloody nose. He's gotten it cauterized twice. And I remember taking pictures of him sleeping, and his nose is bleeding. Like, you sneeze and Jake bleeds.
He was bleeding in his sleep?
He bleeds in his sleep, and he has since he was a kid.
Yeah.
And why this is a problem is during a fight, if he starts bleeding, it could appear like he's losing. He could still turn into a meme, and the negative side effects, although he might still be winning the fight, the negative side effects of like, oh, well, Gibb made his nose bleed, and therefore he's won in some capacity, could definitely indeed happen.
All right, so a lot to unpack here. Devin, I want to turn to you. If you're fighting a guy and his nose starts bleeding, you must feel like a shark. There's blood on the water. This man is hurting. He's bleeding. So if Logan's brother starts bleeding in the first round, does that not give some sort of psychological advantage?
Yes, that'll give Gibb some false courage. You know, when I see blood, you know, I go for the kill. It motivates me. It makes me want to, you know, bring more pain and bring more blood. So, you know, whichever one starts bleeding, you know, it can sway the judges, it can sway the fans, it can sway the doctor.
Juju, it's kind of like when you're going against a DB and maybe he's pulling up a little lame or he's a little slow and the coordinator sees it. He's like, let's go after him right now. As an athlete, you see weakness and you attack.
Yeah, if someone has a knee problem, ankle problem, or with their hands, oh yeah, double move right off the top.
Gone.
Going at him, double move, stutter go, gone. One of my questions I'll have for you guys
what do you got?
Are, what's like the worst part to get hit? Like obviously like your chin, like the head, but like body shots, like your ribs, is it like, What is it?
One thing I can say is getting hit in the ear. When you get hit in the ear, you can't hear anything, and it messes up your
this whole
equilibrium.
side
Yeah.
is gone.
In my last fight, I got hit in the ear in like maybe the second round. The whole 12 rounds, I couldn't hear nothing.
Wow. No kidding. The ear.
Yeah,
For
the
me,
ears.
that's happened to me, and I totally like. You know when someone, I don't know if this has happened to you, slaps both sides of your head at once in your
Yeah,
ears,
yeah,
and you
yep,
can't hear
yep,
anything,
yep,
and,
yep,
and then
yep.
your equilibrium's gone. And
Yep.
for me, back of the head, something about it, I disappear from Earth for a few seconds. To be honest with you, I go to another dimension, and then all of a sudden I'm back. And it's scary, dude. Like, there's a lot of places, temple, ear, chin, back of the head in boxing, where if you get hit, you're gonna get rocked, and it will affect the way you fight.
All right, well, listen, this is great talk. We got bloody noses, we got punched in the ears. This is a fight night. It's the fight kind of conversation. You only see the fight, my friends, if you get the DAZN app. You can't just coast along with us on the Countdown Show. You're not going to see it. Get the DAZN app or on Sky Sports for anyone in the United Kingdom or the Republic of Ireland. Juju, I know you like games, and I know you like video games.
Yeah.
We have a video game here on set that I really think you should play. Logan played it a bunch of times. We had other guests who played it. And that 848 was set by Guy Fieri by Food Network. No, it was actually set by Logan. Juju, I think you should go punch the machine. I really do. And it's really fun. You can punch with your left or your right, but every single guest has come by has done it. Everyone.
Can I get some like technique? Like,
You can headbutt it
Get
too.
up there and show him some technique.
You can headbutt it. That's like the best one.
No, listen, Devin, get up there and show him. You don't have to punch it, but just give him some technique. Coach him
All
up.
right, I'm gonna show him something.
Here, take this with you. Take that. There you go. Help us out here. Juju's gonna be a good sport and go punch it.
I think Devin Haney's passport's falling out of his pocket. I don't mean that. I'm just gonna push it back in there.
Don't take his passport.
Sorry, Devin.
Listen, I've seen Juju lay the lumber on the field. He can hit.
Devin's caught.
Here you go. Come on now.
How do we make this work?
There you go. All right.
I don't think I can go that much.
Yeah, you can. Let's get the man some slack.
Jesus,
Thank you.
We're absolutely tearing apart the set as we try to set
It's
up
kind of cool.
You punched it already?
No, I haven't punched it.
Oh, come
He's
on.
injured. He's injured. He's injured.
All right. Hey,
No,
can
you're
you
not,
bring this
Juju.
as well?
What's the technique? I know it's like right in the middle, right?
Devin, coach him
so,
up.
So the key to it is to hit it right in the middle, but you gotta. Hold on, let me. Can I get some mic? Or not?
Yeah, mic
All right.
him up. Go ahead.
All right, so you gotta turn your whole body into it.
Should I just stand right here?
Yeah, just whatever
This is-
distance is good for you.
This will be interesting for me to watch.
Punch through it.
How a football
Try to
player
punch all the
boxes.
way through
Incredible athlete. He's the #1 receiver in the NFL.
it. All the way through it.
Oh, whoa. He rocked it.
We need to redo.
He slipped.
Oh, he hit the
Nah,
thing.
yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
All right, Juju.
We'll see who's better, him or Antonio Brown.
Come on. I like it. I like it. Go. 400, 500.
Yo, as much as I'm a YouTuber, I'm a professional boxer. I punch for a sort of living.
I'm gonna give you guys one more.
All right. Juju's going to do it again. He's going to get some more tickets for the gift shop afterwards. Come on, Juju.
You want me to show you? All right.
You want to practice while we go to the black carpet? That's what we're going to do. Guys, you practice for a second. We have a very special guest at the black carpet right now with Lauren. Lauren, go ahead.
Big time fighter here, the UFC welterweight champion, the Nigerian Nightmare, or Mightmare. That would also be a good one. What's going on, my friend?
Not much, come out to see some of this excellent boxing here. We got I got kind of a connection with 2 other world champions fighting tonight, so I want to come in and check them out.
Okay, now let's talk about the fight that we're previewing right now on the Countdown Show. Jake Paul versus Gib. What are your thoughts on this entire event?
It's an event for all these the YouTubers, all the people that follow, all the influencers, and so it should be a spectacular event. Those guys been doing a great job of actually crossing over to combat sports, so it should be a great event.
Yeah, exactly. I know that we were talking to Tito Ortiz and Logan Paul about him doing a little bit of MMA. Do you think he'd fare pretty well? He wrestled.
I heard he wrestled, but it's it's easier said than done. MMA is a whole different ball game, and so at the end of the day, I never say never. So I can't tell the man that he can't do well in this. If he put in the time and he really got the proper training, anything's possible.
Would you help train him?
It depends. Yeah, if I have time out of my career, because right now, you know, I'm at the top of my career, so I have to keep that going. So if I have time, absolutely.
You have to hold on to those titles. Best of luck with that. Have fun tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, welcome back. You know, Juju with the Steelers has training camp at St. Vincent College, but he's been having his own training camp right here in Miami on how to deliver the perfect punch. Juju, you've been practicing. Are you ready to do it? It's game day. Go ahead, bud. It looks solid.
That was his best one.
Got to go. Give me 4. Give me 5. Get up to 6. Give me 7. Oh, the devil's number! Oh, Beelzebub!
Dude, that's the best punch. Oh my gosh.
It's the apocalypse. Logan just left. He's going to church. Oh, that's really good. And probably terrible news for the Baltimore Ravens. Juju just did a devil punch. That was awesome. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean,
Microphone.
That's actually pretty good. I didn't expect you that good, but you know, with the help of these guys, they're coaching me in technique, man. You got to be coachable, and I got the numbers I got are there. They prove it.
Hey, you almost got as much as KSI.
It's true.
Literally,
Right.
Yeah,
literally.
he was a professional boxer.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
What did he get?
He didn't get, he's in the same ballpark as you.
Wow.
Who knew that Logan Paul was the Mike Tomlin of punching? I mean, it's a great coaching job, right?
Definitely the guy.
That's amazing. All right. Let's go to our own Peabody winner, Big Mike, who is there with, I believe, Jake Paul.
Here.
Take it away, Mike.
Kyle, I'm here with nobody. I actually have a question for you. Are you still with Juju?
Yeah, Juju's right here.
Tell Juju that FaZe Banks just texted me and says make sure he doesn't get hurt because he's got a big video game tournament to play with him tomorrow.
What was the name again?
FaZe Banks.
FaZe Banks just texted Big Mike and said, don't get hurt because you got a big video game tournament to play tomorrow.
Yeah, so I'm hosting my show tomorrow, and I'm planning to get him in a Madden tournament. So he's already talking. He's already talking that ish.
You're on the stick tomorrow.
I am on the stick tomorrow.
And how do your hands feel? You good?
I'm great, man.
Mike, I think we're in good hands. Is anybody else texting you about Juju? Any, I don't know, young females?
I got texts coming in. Yeah, I got a couple girls texting me, but I don't really text too many girls anymore because I have one that I've really had my eyes on lately.
Good.
So,
Mike, I have to ask, how did you find this new girl that I know you're talking to for some time now?
Well, actually, I have this one really good friend. He's always been quite good to me, and he actually gave me the best birthday present of my entire life, and it's been great. And also, Lana, if you're watching this, I hope you're having a great night.
Whoa, what a beautiful love story. You've got mail right here. With respect to Big Mike's girlfriend and everything, let's bring it back to the fight for a second, because there's a topic that's been going around this fight for a long time, and it's this idea that Jake Paul might be overlooking Gib. Here's the deal. Jake wants to fight KSI. KSI said, I'll only fight you if you first beat Gib. So it's almost like we've even used the word stepping stone to refer to Gib. It can be a very dangerous practice to overlook somebody. Guys, talk about the idea that maybe Jake is overlooking Gib.
One thing that us boxers know, we know that you never mention your next opponent before you're finished with the one that's in front of you. So it might be a sign of him overlooking him, but it may not. He may just, be 100% focused, and he's ready to get him out the way.
Yeah, I was going to say it's always good to look for the future and plan for the next step. But, to Jake, Gib is a doormat that he's going to wipe his feet on. And you say Jake's been overlooking him. How can you not? I don't know if you've seen the kid's physique. Like, he looks like a dumpling. His style isn't unorthodox. He's sloppy, but like I said, he's got a big heart. And although it may appear like he's not the greatest fighter in the world, I told Jake he cannot underestimate his opponent, and he's prepared for war tonight.
Yeah, Juju, you would get this. Week in, week out in the NFL, occasionally you're going to run into a team that they're 2-9. The season's going nowhere. The guys have already shipped their cars home. You know the season's over. But that team can rise up and beat you if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that you've run into that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, we always see teams like that. And we always say that's a no-face team because every team in the NFL is really good. Every opponent is really good. They always have the best of the best. And any given game, you can lose that game. And I think in this situation, I think what Jake is what he's asking for, man. He goes out here, he dominates tonight. He gets what he wants, and he dominates that too, and he just keeps moving forward.
That's it. It's like, I bet you had times at USC especially where you're playing, I don't know, Oregon State or Arizona State, and they're not the caliber of you guys, but that's how you get shocked.
Yeah, but in college it's different though. Come on now.
It's really different.
You got Stanford versus like Cal, you know Stanford's gonna win. But if you got like USC versus Stanford, he's like, oh, dang, that's a really good game.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Fight on.
Fight on, baby.
All right, this is my man. So the idea, though, that Jake's like, I'm so obsessed with beating KSI that I just got rid of Gibb, and then the worst nightmare of all would be he ends up losing to Gibb and eating a big punch. You said it yourself, Logan. I mean, if he loses this fight, I mean, he said he's morally screwed.
I'll say he's fucked. He's fucked. Jake Paul cannot lose this fight, and he knows that.
Were you when you lost to KSI? Look at you, you're here.
Here's the thing about me, and I talked to someone about this before or tonight.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not a boxer. Although I box, I create content for a living. That's how I have and always will make the majority of my money. So when I lost, like, sure, I took the L, sure, it stings, but yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I'll go back to making content, doing what I love most, and doing what people want me to do the most.
Your day job. That's your thing.
Precisely. So when I lost, it's like, although it was an L, like, yeah, it didn't really feel like that. We put on a good show, and it was successful for DAZN. With Jake, he's been a little slow on content. I don't know if it's what he loves to do anymore. We'll see, but as of now, Jake is strictly a boxer, and only a boxer. So this win is very important to him.
No doubt about that. He has trained his ass off in Big Bear, and we've seen it all, but the guy he's fighting has trained really hard, too. This is a guy who says he's kind of a maniac, who compares himself to John Wick, and he is standing by with Ethan right now. Ethan, what's going on with Gibb?
Right, we're here in Team Gibbs' locker room. The vibes are high. He's all warmed up, he's wrapped up, and the vibes are just getting stronger and stronger. Ready for January the 30th. It's time. He's been waiting for this moment. He's been pushing the agenda for this fight, and here it is. It's finally upon us. And as you can see, the boys are in flow, and it's getting hot in here because we are heading into probably the biggest event so far this year for these guys. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal.
It's absolutely phenomenal. It looks like a loose locker room. It looks like he's ready. But this is what we talked about. Logan, that's your brother Jake training up in the mountains.
Yeah, in that picture, he's fighting a snowman. So in many ways, the snowman could be compared to Gibb. But then again, this might be me talking out of my ass and underestimating my opponent.
Gibb might be ice cold tonight. Let's find out. And let's take a look back at some of that training. He went up in the mountains like Balboa. Let's check it out.
Big Bear. It's high altitude, no distractions. It's like a whole nother fucking level of like conditioning, cardio, focus. You can't escape thinking about boxing here. Training with Shane.
Oh boy.
Just everything clicked. Everything just felt right.
There you go. There you go.
Gibb is definitely a stepping stone.
Now go right now.
Keep working. Bam. But you have to step on that stone to get to the next one.
There you go.
I just don't think Gibb has ever been punched in the face fucking hard by someone who's pissed off. By someone who's been in the fucking mountains, just locked away, when I could be in LA doing fun shit.
Yeah, time.
This kid is fucked.
What a wordsmith, Jake Paul, fired up. What's up, Logan? What's going on?
Look, he's a man who likes his jargon, his diction, his lexicon. He loves words similar to myself. Yeah, man, he's fired up. I will say, this morning when I saw him, he was just iterating that he is at the tail end of a sickness. I don't know what it is about us getting sick on fight night. Maybe it is the nerves, Devin. How often are fighters getting sick on fight night?
No, that's a very common thing. I didn't got sick for, multiple fights, and that's a sign of overtraining. So if you're not getting the right nutrients and the proper rest, you'll get sick towards the end of your training camp.
He's getting sick today, but in the video we're watching in training, he's mad. He's a mad fighter, which I think is kind of interesting, a double-edged sword. Juju, where do you come out on playing pissed off? Can you rein it in? Can it tear you apart? Or do you got to stay cool?
Man, I'm always having fun.
Are you?
I don't think I've ever been mad to the point. I mean, unless like the defensive players do something illegal and the ref's not calling it, holding and all that. And for me, it's more so I'm out there having fun, doing my job, lit. But once that whistle's blowing, I'm a dog in between plays. And then when I score, I celebrate and I go back. And that's how I attack my opponents. But for these guys, man, like the day before the game, I don't feel that nervous. I feel nervous like when I'm in that tunnel and I see like 100,000 people watching me, but I have a helmet on. And that's when I'm like, oh, damn, like all eyes on me tonight. So, yeah.
Do you think that helps you play?
I think it does, you know. I think the crowd, I think the environment, the smell, the atmosphere, the coaches, your teammates there believing in you. But for you guys, you have coaches, you know, the people you train with believe in you guys. Where for me, I got 10 other guys on my team, on the field who's going to help me be successful. So, yeah.
Devin, if you heard that Jake Paul was fighting angry tonight, would you tell him to go with that, or would you tell him to calm down and stay focused?
Every fighter is different. Me, I don't fight good when I'm angry. I like to, you know, be relaxed. I like to be happy. I like to, you know, fight with an open mind. It makes it easier for me to do the things that I worked on. When I'm angry, I just want to go in there and kill. I just want to go in there and try to go for the knockout, and it gets me out of my game plan.
Especially when you're going against Ryan Garcia. Look, we got a live look in. As we're doing this countdown show, we have a whole undercard going on mere feet from us, and we got guys throwing bombs. What do you see here, Mr. 24-0?
I see Southpaw. He's looking real slick. He's using his defense. This is a very good fight. Oh, good big shots.
We got heavy punches, right?
Big shots, big shots.
I thought for a second they pulled up Logan versus KSI again. It was the wrong video. This is what you guys looked like.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. You know, I'm white and KSI's African American. Those look like two. I don't want to. Maybe. I don't like light tan, light brown. Like,
sure.
So I don't know how in any way you would think that's us. But yeah, I see the comparison.
It was just an attempt at a joke, Logan. You've made several in this broadcast.
I don't do jokes.
No.
No, sir.
Is that right?
Clean cut, straight guy over here.
Yeah, right. You were standing on a chair recently. So that's going on the inside as we build up. We're getting closer and closer to Jake Paul versus Anisan Gibb. You can only watch it on the DAZN app. And if anybody is new to these people and are saying, what the hell's Anisan Gibb? What is that? What is that? It's actually kind of fascinating. Anisan Gibb, if you put it backwards, it actually literally spells big nose. That was the handle he took for himself because he does have a really large nose. So Anisan Gibb is big nose backwards. He goes by Gibb. He started by playing FIFA, as so many of them do, and now he's going to fight Logan's brother. But that's where the handle comes from.
They said that he's known for being really bad at video games. Is that true?
Yo, when I tell you like who is Gibb, I'm not trying to diss the kid. I don't know what he does. I don't understand.
Started with FIFA, but what, I think like KSI did.
Was he really bad or was he good?
I think he was good, and I think he had good commentary, which is almost more important.
Okay.
But usually, you know these guys. Like, we're talking about someone who plays FIFA. Now he's boxing. KSI now has a musical career. I've always looked at you as you do a million things too. How do you have time to go do your Madden game, do the Steelers, do your Pizza Hut commercials? How do you do that?
Honestly, man, it's all about time. You make time to do the right thing. You talk about making your brand, being an influencer, like not just being just a football player. I also do Twitch, I also stream, I also do commercials, I also do other stuff like that. And I think that's one thing with athletes. We're always so stuck in one dimension.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got to grow and be the different besides that.
You are way ahead of the curve, and I have to commend you. That's called diversifying. And like you said, a lot of athletes don't do a good job of that. Devin Haney, we got to make sure you diversify, man. We want to see you invest in some real estate.
Definitely.
The watch is nice, but maybe hold off. Maybe next time, you know, buy a house, something that doesn't depreciate in value. But you're very smart, Juju. I have to commend you, man.
I appreciate that.
Well, they are appreciating Gibbs' scalp and value. It looks like he's getting sort of a rub down, a massage. Devin, can you translate what the hell they were doing to him? Looks like they had one of those sharper image machines they were taking to him.
I didn't even get a chance to see it.
I'm sure it's all positive, getting him ready to fight.
Gibb does have a big nose, though. Like, look at his nose, though. I think
it's a huge nose.
You cannot miss that.
It's fascinating because noses play a role in this fight. Jake's bleeds, and Gibbs is massive. So it's like it's the battle of the noses.
In many ways, yeah, man. I wonder what will happen if Jake hits Gibbs flush to the face and swells his nose up even more, and at what point will it obscure his vision?
I know, maybe so. We're going to get into that right after this, but we got another NFL guy who came out to the fights, and a guy used to be known as Lights Out, who loved the combat sports. Great dude. Sean Merriman, former legendary Charger, is standing behind the black carpet. What's up, Lights Out?
All right, we found him. He's been training with Jake Paul, Sean Merriman, former NFL linebacker extraordinaire. We're just going to go ahead and say it. I'll say it. Let's talk about the training for a second before we get into everything that's happening here.
Yeah. It was cool to see. You know, just his progression. Obviously, he's getting trained by Shane Mosley, one of the best boxers of all time, so you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
But what I really appreciate about Jake is the dedication he had. I seen when he first started and to where he was towards the end of the training camp. We actually sent some fighters, some pro fighters up from my fighting league, Lights Out Extreme Fighting. We sent them there. He was training, going rounds with pro fighters. Wow. So I don't think this fight is going to go long. Honestly, Jake looks that damn good, so I'm waiting to see what happens.
Okay, so can I get an official prediction, though? So you're an early knockout?
Yeah, I think it's going to be early knockout. You never want to, call things too early, but at the same time, I don't think that this is going to go long. I watched Jake, man, he's dedicated. He won a couple of days we had to like pull him back with Shane and BJ.
Really?
Oh yeah.
How so? What happened?
We're pulling him back because you don't want to overtrain.
Yeah.
But he just had the energy. He wanted to keep going, and in Big Bear, that altitude's a mess.
Yeah.
And one day we went running. I went up the first hill, and I was just tired and out of breath. And he was ready to go 2 or 3 times a day. So I'm waiting to see what happens.
Yeah, he's an absolute animal. It
Yeah.
seems like. Obviously, you've performed at the highest levels. How would you describe him, and how does he compare to some of like your former teammates?
You know what? I was really impressed, like with just his athleticism and his competitiveness, man. I wasn't expecting that. Going to the training camp, and I expected him to maybe have some hard days and not want to push as hard the very next day. But he kept going at it. And I'm waiting to see, man. I'm excited for him. I think it's, like I said, I think it's going to end pretty early.
So, and you don't think he's overlooking Gibb?
No, I don't think he's overlooking him.
Okay.
I think he's going in fully prepared. He had the right amount of rest towards the end of his training camp. Yeah. We was eating dinner and where the chef came in and was cooking and preparing meals. I mean, this was a full real fight camp, me personally, I've been in the training camps myself, and I know how intense those get. Yeah. And this was a real fight camp for Jake, so I can't wait to see what he's going to do.
I love it. Okay, I did say I was going to talk about this. You look good. You look dapper. What's up with the chain? I love this.
Yeah, that's my Lights Out. Lights Out. Obviously, been called Lights Out since I was 16 years old. So yeah, this is a knockout face of what people look like after they knocked out. So I wear it around my neck proud.
I'm into it. Have fun in there, and thanks for helping train.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Sean Merriman, Lights Out. He has a tattoo of a light switch on his forearm that he used to turn off after he got a sack. It's actually really cool. He's a badass. For real, light switch tattoo. We're looking in here to the locker room, and we're looking at Jake Paul getting laced up. Get into his head, Logan. What is your brother thinking?
To be honest, I have no idea. Jake is the most unpredictable person I've ever met in my life, and even as his brother, I am fascinated and so intrigued by what's going through his mind right now, because these are the final moments when it really hits you that the show is yours, and you're the one that has to get in the ring tonight and perform.
Devin, talk about getting wrapped up, like the ritual.
This is when everything is getting real, This is when, like I said, the butterflies is kicking in. You know that it's real. The commissioner's there. They're watching you. Your entourage has to leave out. It's getting real now.
What's the conversation right now? Is it strategy, or is it just everybody relaxing?
See, it really just depends on the fighter. Some people like to just stay silent and try to focus in. Some people like to just be energetic and talk. You seen Gibb? He was very energetic, and him and his team was having fun. Paul, look, he looked like he was more focused and more, visualizing his game plan and what he was going to do in the fight.
Juju, you know the locker room before a big game. That's basically someone strapping on their pads, pulling up their socks. Which pre-locker room guy are you? The loose guy, the quiet guy?
I'm the guy, everyone. So we can't play music in our locker room.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a Steelers thing?
Nah, Ben doesn't like it. Our quarterback, so he whole locker room silent. But everybody listens to their own headphones. So everyone's listening to different things.
So Roethlisberger says no music, guys.
Yeah.
That's surprising. That's crazy.
Yeah. So everyone's in the locker room dancing, doing different things, listening to different songs with headphones on, and literally everybody's on his own.
Steelers' locker room is a silent disco.
Yes.
But some teams do. Some teams listen to music while in their locker room.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Most teams do, right?
No, majority of teams do. We're one of the few.
And Ben lays that down. Not Tomlin, not ownership.
Ben.
Really? I guess he's earned it, right?
Yeah, it's just a rule we live by.
Because he hates the music you would play. We got to get more into that. But we want to hear about these guys as much as we want to hear about Roethlisberger's music policy. Jake Paul versus Gibb, as colorful as it gets. But why don't we hear for the two of them in their own words? Take it away, fellas.
How do I describe this style of fighting? Cowardly. That's how I describe his style of fighting. Cowardly.
I nicknamed him Pinocchio because he just lies about everything. Jake's ducking me. Jake's afraid. Bro, how the fuck am I afraid of a 5'8" fat kid who sucks at fighting?
He didn't have a choice. He was hoping that this inexperienced fighter called Fousey Tube, he was hoping that he could fight him. I forced his hand into it. He didn't want the fight.
I'm not gonna put my brand, Jake Paul, on the line for a low reward. I'm high risk, high reward. He won the fucking lottery.
He needs to win or he is done. And that's what it is. I'm here to put the Paul name into the dirt.
He keeps on like running around like, 7-figure gibbo, I want $1 million. Bro, you don't even have 1 million followers. How are you gonna get $1 million if you don't have 1 million followers? I don't fucking know.
He's got a bunch of haters. That's what he has. He doesn't have any fans left. The man has fallen off. There's a lot of people that want to see the end of Jake Paul. This is what it is. For me, I am progressing. But Jakey is surviving.
I know I'm gonna win. Like, I fucking know I'm gonna win. I can't say it with any more confidence. The conditioning, the hard work I'm putting into this, my movement, the size difference.
I believe Jake will come out confident when he comes into the ring. And then once he realizes the pressure and the constant, resilient tenacity that I'm bringing, he's going to be in trouble quick.
All right, welcome back. We are still in Miami, of course. We just got a taste of personality, and we have some more. Sitting next to Logan Paul is an old friend, Adam Richman. What's going on, my man?
What's going on? Thank you for having me on.
You've seen him all over TV, all over the internet, and now he is all over in Miami. Adam, what brings you to this event?
Well, I am Team Paul to the fullest.
Are you?
I was lucky enough to meet Jake and become his friend at the Lisbon Web Summit. And this is the truth. He doesn't know this story. I had met Logan. Our friend Rudy Mancuso, another big social media star, was doing a show at the Sunset Strip. Okay. And I met Logan and his dad, and I was a huge fan of his from Vine. And his dad recognized me first. He's like, this is Adam from Man vs. Food. Flash forward to Lisbon, I see this guy, and I'm like, so it's crazy, you have the same haircut as this guy at Logan I know from LA. He's like, that's my brother? And I didn't even realize that he was already like this social media juggernaut, let alone Bizarre and everything.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's so laid back in the cut when you talk to him in person, and then you see him and his like volume is like turned to 11 as a creator.
Jake is not the person you see on his online videos. Isn't that crazy?
It blew me away.
Yeah.
He is
How's he different?
I have to say, one of the shrewdest business minds, and calm, a sense of calm that I remember him being towed behind a truck when it had rained in LA. I mean, it's also funny because I was such a big fan of his on Vine. I remember him threatening to wrestle an old lady in the supermarket.
That was my
trying
thing.
to shoot the double.
Yeah.
You're like, show me what you got.
I mean, I'm glad she didn't take that. You'd lose. You could last doubled, Grandma.
But no,
The good old days.
But when I spoke to him and I heard about his vision for Team 10 and where it came from, and the visions that he had for himself and how he builds other people up, I think that it was just a kind of a singular vision. You know, there were like all these influencers in Lisbon, and it was like there was just something very special about him, and I was very fortunate that he and I developed a friendship.
I'm glad to hear you say that you're Team Paul, because
To
a
the
lot of
fullest.
people are watching tonight because they like Jake and Logan, and a lot of people are watching because they don't like Jake and Logan.
Yeah, but what do they say? There's no such thing as bad press?
Yeah.
It's not true.
What do you think? What do you mean?
It's not true. Coming from someone who's received bad press, like bad press is,
Yeah.
it's like although it's like good people know
Sadly,
your name.
both of us, I think, have been through that gauntlet.
Yeah, I disagree, man. I would love to be known for only doing good things. That's ideal.
Fair
you know
point.
what I'm saying? It might be slightly unrealistic. Maybe not. We see with Juju.
Juju's known
Devin
for
Haney's
doing only
it.
good things. You have a great reputation, Juju. You ever run into anything?
No, I'm more of the family-friendly type of guy, you know, like family-friendly, like
Keep it that way. It's much better. You're more brand-friendly. Like that's the way
the
to go.
truth.
I see
That's the truth.
It's a very bright future. For
You know what, Juju, though? There was a time that you made a hit that the NFL did not like, and you got in trouble for it. Was that tough for you, or were you like, I didn't mind? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the hit?
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. It actually
saying-
made me
are we
who I
saying-
am. It
are we
actually blew me
saying-
up to who,
Are we
like,
saying hit as in song or hit as in
It's a great
tackle?
question. He could have a hit. I mean, it was an actual physical hit on the field that was deemed illegal, and he got in trouble for it. But you're saying it kind of made you a badass, right? That's kind of what's going on with the Pauls.
Yeah. So I had a hit, and I got fined $30K for it. But then after that, like I grew.
Your stock went up.
Yeah.
So that's a specific case where like bad publicity is essentially a good thing. You know, like
I think that there's always situationally
It's
dependent. Both of
circumstantial,
us, I think, fell victim to a very specific thing at a very specific time. One thing that I also have to say is the fans of these guys and their opponents are so rabidly passionate that it makes an event like this so exciting. I remember before the first fight when you were fighting as well, and Jake was training, he was getting hit in his midsection with a medicine ball, and he was getting hit, and I was like, oh man, Deji gonna die, is how I captioned it. I posted a picture from my cousin's bar mitzvah, and some rando's like, I hope they all die like you said Deji would. And I was like, I'm just talking some yang, because my boy's fighting. Like, you don't gotta, he just became a man today, he gotta die.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Let him get 2 more pubes and then like come at him with the threats.
Multiple. All right, speaking of that, it's a strange segue, Adam. You do an event for the Super Bowl right now that's going on.
I do indeed. Every year I've been involved with Taste of the NFL, and it's a charity that works year-round to raise money for the soup kitchens, the food pantries, any kind of food scarcity entity in all 32 NFL franchise cities. And we've literally served millions upon millions of meals. The teams raise money through the year, and we have an event, Party with a Purpose, on Saturday night. There's a legend from each city, a chef from each city, and every single bit of the proceeds go to Taste of the NFL. And it's incredible. I mean, we've worked with farmers now and worked with distributors such that every dollar represents 8 meals.
So awesome. Every dollar, 8 meals. That's incredible stuff. You're a good dude. You're
Thanks,
a talented guy. I'm sorry that you lost your new show, Man vs. Earpiece. We were watching it go down here.
I actually ate it.
Would you mind indulging us in a show that we're launching? It's a pilot called Man vs. Punching Bag. Guys, do we think you should do Man vs. Punching Bag right now? Go on. Every guest has done it.
Take that number away.
Go on.
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
Come on, Richmond. Go up there. Untether him, please. Someone.
Oh, no, he's right. I lost Man versus.
It's okay. Someone help him on the staff, please, anybody. Here we go. All right, go press the button. Yes,
you gotta move that chair.
Ryan, could you help him, please? There you go. Now it's gonna come out.
Watch me get knocked out by it. I saw this one dude in Coney Island back in the day, and he started here.
Oh no.
Did he do good?
Just take your time.
He was like, that's the trick.
Wait, what did he do?
He started like even with his shoulder, so he like punched like all the way through.
Oh no.
Try it.
Nice spacing. Come on, Richmond.
I glanced it.
All right, get up to 3.
Try to punch through it. Punch all the way through it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Punch all the way through it.
Get the thing down again.
I didn't see that clean.
Take your time. Put your weight into it.
There's a lot of weight to put in.
It's okay. Butterbean.
It's not a dad bod, it's a rad bod.
Yeah, right. Oh, I like that.
There we go. That one was better.
Come
that
on,
one was
Richmond.
better.
Oh, yeah! 457! Woo! Fahrenheit, my man.
It's all right, man.
Great punch. You're a good dude. Of course.
Good job.
That is Adam Richmond. We're still here with Juju Smith-Schuster. In the meantime, on the black carpet, I think we have another taste of the NFL. Can we go to that now?
I found a coworker here. DAZN Germany, Marcus Kuhn, used to play for the Giants. You'll be broadcasting the big game on Sunday. How you doing, my friend?
Life is good. We're in Miami. Super Bowl is around the corner. Watching some boxing before that. Could be worse, right?
Life could definitely be worse. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube in Germany, you're going to tune in and watch this guy right here. Let's just talk about what's happening tonight, the big fight. You have Jake Paul versus Gibb. Do you have a dog in this fight? Are you rooting for anyone in particular?
I don't have a dog in the fight, really, but I mean, the whole week is very entertaining. Kind of start off Super Bowl week. I think kind of Jake Paul has to redeem his brother and kind of work to this a little bit, works toward another big fight. So you kind of have to root for him.
You're fully on board with the narrative here. I love it. It's all about the redemption and the family.
You got to be a pro.
Yes, you do have to be a pro. Now, let's talk about this for a second, because I'm sure you've been in some fights in your time. What's the craziest fight you've ever been a part of?
One time I fought a biker gang and I was hit in the head with a hammer. So that was probably the worst one. Yeah.
You're just so nonchalant. You were hit in the head with a hammer?
I was.
And you're still doing all right.
And you'll be the judge of that. But yeah, I'm here, so that works.
Did you win?
You know what? There's no winners in fights.
Wow, this is like an after-school special. I can appreciate
wise.
words of wisdom here. If you did have any beef with anyone, either in media or whatever, would you call them out and fight them like this? Would you turn to boxing?
Well, I think like we did a lot of fighting. Being a defensive lineman in the NFL, you fight kind of every day for your living, and I think I kind of left that behind a little bit. So from now on, I'm a lover.
He's a lover, not a fighter. Hey, best of luck on Sunday. Have fun.
Thank you very much.
A hammer in the head. What?
We're good.
Yes, sit down, Logan, because we got a special guest here as we get closer to Jake Paul versus Gibb. We got another pugilist of the sweet science, Danny Garcia. How are you, my man?
I'm doing good, man, out here in Miami enjoying the festivities.
What brings you here tonight?
Well, I got a house out here, so I come out here in between fights and just enjoy my time, enjoy the Sunshine State.
Are you familiar with the Paul brothers, Logan, his brother Jake?
Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
What do you think?
Good job, by the way. For your pro debut, you look good out there.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I lost, but thank you.
I mean, you got paid, right?
Yeah, I did.
How do you feel after your last fight? How are you going? How
I
you
feel
doing?
good. I just fought on Saturday, so
yeah.
So I feel good.
I see you got bit. How's that shoulder doing?
Yeah, I got bit. Man, I might be the second fighter in history to be bit. I got bit like on my neck.
He literally got bit on the shoulder.
Vampire.
Yeesh.
I was fighting a vampire.
How deep is it? Is it like really bad?
No, it wasn't that bad. It was like the bottom, because you know you got the top guard, so the bottom went in my shoulder a little bit.
When that happens, do you have to get checked for like some sort of like
rabies?
Rabies? Like I don't know. Like what if like a hurt?
Great question.
Like,
I had to get a tetanus shot.
Question.
I got a tetanus shot.
So you're saying you
got a tetanus shot,
Is that true?
Yeah. I got a tetanus shot. Yeah.
Wow. So you're saying you and Evander are the two guys ever to be bitten that bad, but at least you kept your ear.
Yeah, exactly. I got bit on my neck like a vampire.
The guy said Mike Tyson when he bit you, right?
Yeah.
No, I just said that. No, I was trolling.
No, I was looking at the video. I'm like, what did he say? Did he say now?
Yeah.
Did he say now?
No, I was trolling for sure.
Did you think it was odd, or did it piss you off?
No, I felt like something on my neck stinging, like digging into my shoulder. And then when I looked over a little bit, I seen him like digging his mouth into my neck. And I was like, yo, he bit me, ref.
Yo, wait, hold on. Mouth guards are on the top. Was it just his bottom teeth?
Bottom teeth, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
What's it, the sharp ones?
Yeah.
Did he say anything that after about him biting you? Did you ever ask him, hey, bro, why'd you bite me?
Nah, he didn't say nothing to me. I heard today like they suspended him for a
I saw
year,
that,
and they like took his purse.
They should, right?
Yeah.
What do you think
I don't know about taking the purse. That's kind of harsh. But
are they just holding it or they're taking it?
I heard they're holding it, like they ain't giving it to him, but pay the man. You feel me? It wasn't that bad. I'm good.
Pay that man.
So, Juju, you get in the piles, and there's a big pile, a bunch of bodies on top of each other. Everybody grabbing or biting or poking?
There's no biting. There's punching. There's kicking. All that. The most disrespectful thing is for somebody to spit in your face.
Has that happened?
Like, not to me.
No.
But to teammates, yes, it's happened.
Really?
Before, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I would definitely be the one punching.
Crossing the line.
I'd be the one throwing some body shots.
That's just rude.
Yeah. Well, it'd be rude of us not to ask Danny. You got any thoughts on this fight tonight? We got Logan's brother. If not even these fighters in particular, these guys do not have a ton of experience.
Yeah.
They're YouTubers who learned how to fight. Can they happen that fast? Do you expect a quality fight tonight?
You know, I expect it because, you know, he did it. Yeah. So it looked good. Like, you know, I'm a criticizer of boxing, you know, because that's what I've been doing for 21 years. So, but his really looked good. So I expect a good fight.
Do you think guys this inexperienced, you're more likely get sloppy, goes the distance, or somebody eats one punch with no headgear and they go down?
You know, I was expecting a knockout the first time because I was thinking unexperienced. And so somebody's going to get clipped. But we don't know. Maybe this one might be the one that ends a knockout.
What do you guys think? Where are we at with this thing now? We're under 2 hours left to go. Logan, I know you've kind of vacillated a little bit in how it ends up. What do you think right now?
I think it's long overdue for a social media star to get absolutely rocked and turn into an actual meme. And I think that's going to happen to Gibb tonight.
You know, as we're looking at the live shot, Logan, you're the master. If, let's say, Gibb does get rocked and he's out cold, how would you meme that? What would you take with that content? What would you do with it?
Knowing what it's like to lose, I would do nothing with it. Let's be honest. Boxing is a noble, prestigious sport. Although someone is going to come out with an L tonight.
Yes.
Unless, of course, it's a draw like my first fight.
Right.
There's still nobility in losing, especially if you handle it like a champ. Like it takes bullocks to get bullocks. What did the bird say?
Bullocks. Yes, bullocks.
It
I
takes
mean,
bullocks
yes.
to get in the ring, and no one can take that away from you, even if you do come out a loser. So me personally, no, I will not be making a meme of Anderson Gibb.
But you're the content man. Why not?
I'm on a different wave now, bro. Like I just don't. I'm
You
not
respect
really,
it more
I'm not
now.
really into like picking on people anymore, and like making fun of people. Like, dude, I was gonna press Gibb tonight, and I saw that he was nervous, and he's in his weigh-ins and looking like the kid again who sits alone at the lunch table, and I don't want I wish him the best. And I don't want to step on him while he's down, because I know what it feels like for that to happen.
People don't understand what it takes to get in the ring. Like, just to even get in there, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of heart to get in there, and not only get in there, but to get in there and win. So you have to pay respect to anybody that steps foot in the ring.
You feel the same way, Dan?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, anybody who has the heart to put on gloves and step in the ring, because that feeling before the fight, that can make or break a fighter. That's what some fighters can't take that pressure of being nervous, and some fighters burn under the fire. So I think that's what separates the great fighters from the mediocre fighters, the fighters who are able to be nervous and still go out there and shine.
What do you think of this, Juju? Some heavy talk.
I think it's tough for you guys, man. Like I said, I give you guys, my salute to every one of you guys that go into this ring. Like I said, for my sport, I'm out there with 11 guys with a helmet on. And yes, you're fine for a lot of people, but for you guys are like solo dolo. Because like you're not going in there with your trainer. You're not going in there with, the stuff that you need, that you always train with. You're in there solo dolo, and you're just gonna fight it out. And first to come out, whoever comes out with a W, man, that's respect, man. And like you said, when you're down, man, I've been the guy who fumbled the ball in the last game, bro. It sucks. It's the worst feeling ever. You feel like you let your whole team down, your trainers, your staff, everybody. So, whoever goes down tonight, man, pick your head up, man. Many more fights to come.
Juju preaching and all right. Danny, we got to thank you, man. You were very cool so soon after your fight. I'm sorry you got bit. That's not right.
Good. Yeah, I'm good. I got
We're
my
not
shot.
gonna bite you, dude.
I got my antibiotics. I'm good.
He's got his antibiotics.
Yeah. I got a turtleneck on the cover.
Cover
so
up
I'm
like a
straight.
hickey when you're in high school. It's incredible. Let's go to the black carpet. Lauren, what do you got?
Okay, Food God, you said you're kind of just blending into the background. You and I could just fit right in.
I picked the right colors. Let me just make sure. Yep, we're all good. It feels right. Thank you.
So this is your Thursday outfit, but it's only going to get better from here.
Of course, there's a lot of stuff. Friday, Saturday, I got 7 events on Saturday, so we got like 4 outfit changes Saturday, all cool shit. I was just at the Grammys all weekend in Paris Fashion Week, Men's Fashion Week. So we just keep it going, and then we got Fashion Week in New York and an All-Star. So the outfits are lined up, but this is fun. Jake Paul's my guy. I hope he kicks some ass. I'm excited to be here. I'm glad I made it and didn't miss it.
Prediction in the fight?
I don't know. The other guy looks weak. I don't really know him, but he's so quiet. Sometimes the quiet ones are the underdogs come through, but he just sits there and takes it. But it'll be fun if he actually goes the other way, even though I want Jake to win, of course. I saw Jake in London when I was out there, and he kicked ass too. So he's tough. He looks crazy. He's freaking me out, and I know him.
Right? He's an animal. He's a different person right now, right?
Yeah. He's
Training
good like
camp
that.
changed him.
He's pulling a McGregor, and I kind of like it.
Yes, he is. He definitely is. Well, maybe you'll need the bulletproof vest when you're around him right now.
Oh yeah, I don't know where we are. This is like, it's part of it.
Well, you're safe. I can tell. Have fun in there.
All right, thank you. Bye, guys.
All right, welcome back. We just had Danny. He left. You need a microphone here. It's true. Juju, how you feeling?
Man, I feel great, man. I'm super excited. I just want this to I know we're all here hanging out. We're having a great time, but honestly, man, I'm ready. It's my first fight.
You're right.
So I want to see blood, sweat, and tears.
That's what Logan wants. He wants bodily fluids, but we also want guests. This is a guy we're all excited to talk to. Omar Benson Miller, actor, legend. What's going on, Omar?
Man, I'm living good. What's
How
happening
you
with
doing?
y'all? Y'all out here, man. I see you. Y'all in Miami. They gave y'all a pass to come down here.
They got
the
us
young
a
fella
pass.
that can't find a fight. Everybody hiding from him.
Uh-huh.
This young man who put his life together. I'm real happy for you, man.
Thank you.
turned the corner.
Thank you, bro.
It's important.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Especially
joking.
coming from you, bro. I watched you growing up. I watch you now. Like, this is an honor. I didn't know he was going to be here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by the cameos we're getting tonight, and it's an honor to be sitting next to you,
man.
brother.
And I've been watching you, and to go from what you were doing to like how you were just saying when I walked up, man, you're on a different wave now.
Different wave,
That's
man.
so
different
important.
wave. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one takeaway from me that I always like to try to be a beacon of is like people do change, and I implemented that in my life. And so for anyone who's ever felt alone or isolated like it or made a mistake, like it does get and will get better. Anyways, back to the fun stuff.
That's great. I like the fun stuff. No, the fun stuff is, Omar, let's get your resume a little bit, okay? We saw you in Ballers doing a show called The Unicorn. Woo!
I mean, can you shut the fuck up?
That's really
Rock set that up for
Logan
me.
Paul
Started
handled
my
that.
resume. We fired it up.
But you've done everything, man. You've done a lot of stuff, and I know you're doing a show called The Unicorn for
Yeah,
CBS.
Unicorn.
So what brings you here? You wanted to be part of this?
Are you crazy? We shot Ballers down here for years and years, man. This is my second home. They showed love in Dade County, baby.
There's a lot going on here. You wanted to come to the Jake Paul fight tonight?
I wanted to
I
come.
love it.
Well, listen, I ain't mad at Jake Paul fighting. Honestly, these guys are revolutionary because getting regular people fighting and people paying for that is a bigger deal than what anybody's giving them credit for. But I came to see the Tevin Farmer JoJo fight, in all honesty.
Okay.
I'm real interested in that fight.
That's a fight I'm really interested in,
I bet
too.
you are.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good fight.
Go on, talk about it.
Well, especially with these young fellas talking about moving up to 135 now. Maybe you can finally get some burn. Everybody seems like they're avoiding you out there. I'm real interested to see what happens in this fight. I think this is Tevin's fourth title defense.
Yeah.
He needs a shot.
Okay. So that's the fourth title defense. This is the first really big fight for Jake Paul. Omar, when you see Jake Paul, do you see a little bit of B-Rabbit? Does that remind you all of B-Rabbit? Come on now, be honest.
Damn, you always made me fall on my seat with that one. Nah, I don't see any Eminem in him. But you know what I see? I see him following his brother's footsteps. And honestly, this is another good point. Sometimes you can get punched in your face, and it can be a positive thing. And I hate to be like the elder statesman, but with the way that social media and everything is set up now, we got a lot of instant gratification and a lot of keyboard gangsters. And what happens is this dude he got in crazy shape. He went and actually got in there and fought and got hit in the whole song and dance. And the same thing is going for his brother, man. All y'all young fellas got all this energy, channel it into something good.
It's absolutely perfectly said. Logan, you hear it all the time. There's a lot of people who are out there to bring you guys down, you and your brother. What would a win tonight do to that?
I think, again, this night is all about Jake. As much as he feels like he needs to avenge my loss, I told him, like, this night is not about me. This is about him and securing his legacy. And you talk about instant gratification on social media, the world we come from. We post a picture, it gets likes, and it validates us in some way. This is not instant gratification. Jake has been locked away in Big Bear for 3 months now, for 2 years trying to become a professional boxer, and this is his debut. So hopefully all his hard work can pay off tonight so he can start the beginning of the rest of his life.
Well said, incredible. Juju, I know you feel the same way. You've talked about getting knocked down. You hear a lot of the instant gratification, negativity in a tough season where the Steelers didn't go to the playoffs. What do you feel about someone like Jake Paul tonight can speak back against that?
Man, honestly, what I would say, man, like you live and learn. You know, those mistakes that you face, all those, like you said, the Instagram stuff and all that, bro, like that's gonna come. Like that's just our natural, in our generation, that's what happens. But at the end of the day, like tonight, it's not about how many followers you got on YouTube or Instagram. It's about who's doing the best thing
Chunking
tonight.
them ones and twos.
Yeah, ones and twos, and just going there and just going crazy.
When you get in there, they don't care about how much money you got, how many followers you got. When you get in there, it's mano a mano. You know, we in there, we throwing them, and at the end of the day, that's why we hug and we congratulate each other because we show respect, because not anyone can just get in there and get in front of a bunch of people and punch each other in the face for their entertainment.
Why do you think, Logan, you guys are doing this? You guys are talented guys. I mean it.
I had the same question.
The way
Who
he
chooses
like
to get
that?
punched in the face when you have other options?
Tell us that story. Like, how'd you got to that point?
Yeah, it's my favorite question. People ask me this all the time. Man, I love change. I think anytime you can throw a curveball in your life, you experience immense, tremendous growth. And for me, adapting and absorbing a new challenge, and that is boxing, was major, and it changed me in many ways. So, yeah, although it's not ideal to get punched in the face, the challenge of fighting a man one-on-one, the most primal form of entertainment. Guys, these are modern-day gladiators. These are warriors to the highest degree, and to me, that's exciting.
And the stakes are high. No headgear. You out there doing it for real, man.
Yo.
You paid the price. You guys went. You guys went to training camp, the whole song and dance. So I wish you well. I don't suggest you continue doing it.
Neither does my doctor. Shout out Dr. Nasiri. Every time I go to his office for 30 minutes, he begs me. I actually pinky promise him only 2 more fights. He made me pinky promise him. He wouldn't check out my sinuses until I pinky promised him.
It's pretty masculine, a pinky promise. That'll hold.
That is nasty. We know you love the fight game. It shows.
Why did I say that?
You're having the time
I
of your
should have
life.
just said promise, bro. Yeah, I made him a promise. I didn't pinky promise my doctor.
All right, we got 2 orders of business with Omar. Omar, you obviously know boxing. We need a prediction from you. Gib or Paul tonight, who's your winner?
Honestly, God, I'm not familiar with either fella's work, but I saw them standing next to each other, and I'm a dude that believes size matters, so I got to go with Paul on this one. My lineup, I got Paul, I got Farmer, but that one is the trick bag. I don't really know. If JoJo's got the pop and Farmer's real slick, and in the main event, I got Boo Boo. So we'll see what ends up happening.
He's got all kinds of predictions, but he's got one thing left to do, guys. We gotta hit the punching bag, Omar. Every guest does it. Everyone gets a score.
I didn't even see it. We got a bag over here.
Oh yeah. Now let's untether him, please, from his chair. Omar, if you don't mind getting up, there's one last thing you gotta do.
I can take out my cyborg?
Oh yeah. Go on over. You're gonna hit the start button. 848 is the high score. I think, wasn't that you still, Logan? Did you do that? It was awesome.
That was definitely Logan.
Up at the top by your head, Omar, right there. Here we go. It's gonna drop down. It's gonna talk a little junk to you. You wanna take your watch off? Take it off. It's a nice watch. Take your time. This is such a nice, peaceful guy.
I am the beautiful man. I'm ready, or what are we?
Hold on.
Hold on.
I'm tethered. Logan, can you go over there? Could someone help me, please? No, I'm just gonna stay over here. Go on.
The ultimate coach.
Go on, Logan.
All we doing is hit the bag.
Just punch the crap out of it. That's
That
it.
makes sense.
No technique, no technique.
No. Go ahead.
We waiting on you.
Oh, he didn't waste any time.
Yeah, that was actually strong.
Go.
Nah, you get
No, you get another one. You got to get another
You
one.
want to do another? Of
gotta
course you
get
can do another one. Go ahead. Take your time. Oh!
From this angle, that looks strong.
Yeah, look.
We can test it out.
Dude, no! That's my man.
534, that's
848.
That's really good.
Wow, look, he works out. Have you seen this man? Omar, we love you.
Out here like a featherweight.
No. All right, we
punch like
can
Tevin
talk
Farmer.
to you all night, but we got to go to Lauren on the black carpet with another NFL player. Who's she got?
Well, obviously, there's a big game on Sunday, so all the football stars are out. Michael Cox with the New York Giants. First of all, how are you doing? How are you enjoying Miami?
I mean, I just got here, but so far so good, though.
Fresh off the plane.
Yep.
Okay, well, you're looking fresh. I'm liking the style. What do we have? We have a man bag. We have all sorts of things going on with the shirt. It's great.
Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm into it. Okay, so we're talking about what's going on here this evening. Jake Paul versus Gib. What are your thoughts on this entire fight?
I mean, it should be good. You know, I just came to support pretty much, so.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you have a prediction?
No, I'm not going to lie. I don't watch boxing that much,
Okay,
you know.
You can just say first round knockout.
Yeah. So I'm not even going to give no predictions. I don't want to look silly, but, you know.
So Juju's over there co-hosting this entire show on YouTube right now. Do you
Okay.
want to give him a shout out?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, shout out to him. You know?
Shouts out to you, Juju Smith-Schuster. We will find your bicycle at some point in time. Thank you. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Have fun.
Thank you.
All right, we're getting that cardio in. We're loosening up. We're doing the jump ropes. Devin, what do you see here going on in Jake Paul's locker room?
I see him getting loose. This is what it's all about. This is a ritual for me. Not a lot of people jump rope before they go into the ring, but this is something that I do every fight. I like to get my legs loose, like to get that blood flowing, and it's just a ritual for me.
Okay. And it's close, by the way. It's close. And we have, a 21-year-old divorcee. Tana, how are you?
That is me.
Is that you?
That is me. I am a 21-year-old divorcee. Hi.
How you feeling tonight?
That's a terrible introduction. I'm also a supportive friend who's really excited to be here.
That is a good way of putting it.
But pop off.
How are you excited about it?
Huh?
What are you excited about?
I'm excited to be here. I feel like I've heard the fight, those words, 80,000 times for the last 6 months, and for it to finally come to fruition and be here, I want to see Jake beat some ass that isn't mine. Super, not like beat like it was sexual. It was a bad joke. I'll go.
I like the joke.
Thank you so much. Oh my God,
I laughed.
when your ex-brother-in-law approves of the joke.
Yes.
Hi.
You want to see him beat some ass.
Of course.
Do you expect him to? Are you confident what he's going to do tonight? You know him pretty well. You know him uniquely.
I definitely know him pretty well. I definitely know him uniquely. I am
What's
so
your favorite
excited.
part about Jake, Tana?
My favorite part about Jake in
what's
general?
Your favorite part?
Okay, pop off. I'll go simp. Ready? Are you ready? Get your tears ready. His drive, the way that he puts his mind to anything he wants to do and he gets it done. I think it's inspiring.
You think he's gonna get it done tonight?
I fucking hope so. Shit.
Me too, yo.
Yeah,
I'm nervous.
yes.
Me too.
Shit, I know. I'm nervous. Yes.
I'm nervous.
Yes.
1 to 10.
10 in a way. Like, you know, obviously if I saw anything happen to his face, I'd probably freak the fuck out. If I saw anything happen, I'd freak out. Like, you know, but at the same time, he got this shit. I think he's ready. I'm excited.
You've seen a different Jake over the last few months?
So.
Yeah. I mean, he's flipped the switch, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of his training, and he's not just doing comedy.
Oh, I thought you were saying in general. Sorry, this earpiece is.
Have you spoken to him at all recently about the fight?
I thought you said have you slept with him recently?
Have you slept with him at all before the fight? That is what I said.
Yeah, pop off. Have
Well,
I?
I have to ask, what are you saying?
What is pop off?
Yeah, that's the
Really? Oh my God! Wow, I'm so
off.
annoying and millennial. Just like go off, King. Like pop off. Like do your thing.
Go
Pop off.
Oh, pop off.
Like you're popping off, Logan.
Oh, I thought you were
You're
saying like
doing-
pow pow or
No.
something. I don't know.
Same
Just
shit.
anyways,
I
back to the
can't hear.
question.
All right, here's a question, though. Everyone can relate to this. We're talking about athletes and maybe athletes in relationships.
Okay.
Juju, Devin, everybody. Is it a little easier for an athlete to focus on the task at hand when they're not in a relationship?
100%.
100%. 100%.
Okay.
I felt like, you know, watching Jake kind of like detach and like go into it. It's like what I want to. When you love someone so much, like you don't want to be the person holding them back in a way. You know what I mean? And if they're really passionate about something, sometimes it is better to let someone go for something like that. Of course, that like hurts and it sucks. But like what? What do you do? You know?
One thing that I realized when
passionate about it.
I'm in training camp and like me and my girl we're arguing or whatever, I do get kind of lonely a little bit, you know, because training camp's boring. You know, you really don't have that many people to talk to. He was in Big Bear, so you can't just go out. So, you know, in a way, you know, it's good to have somebody there to comfort you, and then again, there's not, so you can focus.
Yeah, is there no one who thinks that having a nice man or woman at your side maybe helps you through the tough times? Juju, you've been through some training camps. What do you think?
I mean, our training camp is different, man. We're around dudes 24/7,
Sure.
so like it sucks. But I mean, if you have someone, if you have someone that's like ride or die with you, like
Yeah.
she said, like let him like live his dream and like follow what he does. But if you're also supportive and not always in his business, I mean, if he can handle it, then by all means go for it. But if you're the guy who's like super emotional in and out of your state, bro, leave that alone. Focus on your
Yeah,
big
it's
fight.
about focus. And as much as I would have loved to be like a little snow bunny in Big Bear and
Sure.
quit my whole business, that doesn't exist. That can't happen. So yeah, I just want to see Jake like thrive and succeed. I'm excited as fuck for tonight.
What's going on with business right now, Tana? What do you got going?
A lot of shit. So
Yo,
much.
give me that perfume.
Oh my God, yeah.
I
Logan,
need some Tana by Tana.
Logan tweeted about Tana by Tana. It was so cute. I just launched a perfume, Tana by Tana. It was really awesome. It did really awesome. My fans are great. And a bunch of other stuff coming. Season 2 of my show, a special of my show, potentially other seasons of other shows. A lot of YouTube stuff, a lot of big brand work, everything. I'm single now. I have all the time to get to my bag.
Are you single and wanting to remain single? You like it? Focus on
I'm
business?
so fucking married to the money. I just switched marriages. Like, honestly.
You're telling me you're dating Benjamin Franklin? Is that?
Yeah,
that
what exactly? Benjamin Franklin bent me over last night and fucking.
Is that true?
Sorry, DAZN.
I see you came with some of your friends. Can I have one of your friends or what?
Huh?
Huh?
I
Can have
know,
one of
my
your
friends are
Yeah.
so hot.
Yeah,
It's
they are,
ridiculous.
they are.
It's
I'm never gonna look
actually
at Franklin
so
Tell him I
again.
said
I
hello.
pictured him as a gentle type. That was crazy.
Wait, Benjamin Franklin?
Yeah,
No,
right.
no, it's
That's the
super
founding
aggressive.
father. That's good. That's good. So anyway, let's say Jake doesn't win tonight. What would you say to him afterwards?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would say,
Pop
I'm
off.
sorry. I
Pop
would
off.
say, I would not say pop off. Fuck you. I don't even, fuck you. If he won, I would say pop off, King. But
Pop off, King.
I wouldn't be telling Gib to pop off. I don't know. I mean, I would say I'm sorry. I would say there's next time. I hate to think that Jake would be carrying any of the pressure to like avenge his whole family or like whatever the fuck. Like
That's exactly what I said. No, that's exactly what I said. Like, this is not about anyone other than Jake.
Exactly. So I just like, I hope it's not, he doesn't let the pressure get to him, because like, if it's not this time, it's gonna be fucking next time. He's dedicated to it. He's passionate about it. But it's gonna be this fucking time. So I don't even want to talk about what I would do if Jake lost.
All right. Well, Logan, one thing he said about Jake was that Jake's not as maybe content oriented anymore. He doesn't have the fire for that content. So what
I'm
if
like,
he
yeah, why
loses
do you
this
think we're broken? No, I'm just kidding.
No, but like, what's next? It's kind of interesting. I miss all the inside jokes. What?
Oh yeah, Paul
She's-
inside jokes.
She's,
oh my
she's
God.
she's my sister basically.
Right.
So like, I'm not gonna lie, we've been like saying a lot of things with our microphones down. But look, it's good. What's
We
next?
love a good inside joke.
What's next for Jake? I don't know. Any chance you guys are gonna spark a flame again?
Good question.
You know, after this fight, I would love to hit on him. It'd be fun. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. You know, I don't know what the future holds.
They're
I don't
gonna
know.
pop off for sure.
I'm focused on me and my bag. Let's be real.
That's awesome. Tana, you are such a badass. I said this when you came on my podcast.
I agree.
No, she's brilliant, dude. Like, I need some perfume ASAP. Give me some
She's
Tana by
brilliant,
Tana.
and I need some perfume. I got you, Logan. I got you.
Thank you, B.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Let's hope Jake crushes this shit.
Do you want to punch the punching bag?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Let's do it.
I want to embarrass myself so hard right now.
All right.
I'm hoping for like a 4, a 2.
Let's try it.
A 10.
I'm
over there.
Final answer. I bet you get 205.
I really probably won't get that.
I bet you will.
One way to find out.
115.
115.
Like I'm just like a little girl.
Logan, will you walk with her over
I
there?
got you.
Thank you.
You know.
Should fuck this shit up.
So I am an ex-Paul, so.
Yeah, historically, all we do is lose, though.
Yes.
So maybe,
Could someone help
maybe
them,
you'll be
please, with
emotional
their
again.
audio?
Help.
Thank you, so they can walk over there. Thank you. That's it. We want to see Tana's punch. All right. Are you going to just go straight right hand?
No, I feel like it should be like a little tap.
All right, go do it. Come on, Logan, help her out. Go press the button.
Or should I try?
Tana, I seriously think she could do some damage.
Your outfit is like popped off.
Thank you. Are you hitting
No, it's popped off. Popped off.
I'm good. I'm good.
You got a girlfriend?
I like your pants.
You got a girlfriend? Oh, he gave. Oh, yeah. So.
Are we going to punch? Go do it. There you go. All right, Logan, you got to mic her.
You guys got coins for the machine, or is it?
Hold
free?
it. Hold it. Hold it.
Press
hold
it and hold it down. There you go.
I got 105.
I said 100.
105.
I said 205.
Tana by Tana is
I said
out
she goes
now.
280.
It looks like she's a lefty. Is she a
All right,
lefty?
let her rip.
Are you a left? Are you southpaw?
I'm left-handed.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, she's a lefty.
It's kind of cool.
I'm like unique or whatever. Okay, wait, Logan. Wait, Logan, give me some boxing tips.
Hips.
Like, is it like
Thrust.
this or is it like this?
I like throwing hooks on this thing. So like, I
Okay.
like go from the side.
So from this, that just sounds weak for me.
I say at 90. It's going down lower and lower.
Today, Junior.
Okay, let me lame ass missionary hit this shit real quick.
All right, you said 90?
Bro, I
50.
57. 57.
Wop, wop,
Look
wop.
out. All right.
Do it again. One more time.
Put your awe into it.
And it's done. You put it away. You put it to sleep. 72. All right.
73.
My friend's just gassing anything I do. Like I got a 73. Am I a Paul? Am I welcome back into the family?
Tana, thank you. Your friends are gassing everything you do.
Real friends.
We gas everything Lauren does. Lauren, on the black carpet, who you with? A pair of guests.
Well, listen, Jake Paul is a very lucky man right now because he has two of the most beautiful women on the planet from SI Swimsuit here supporting him. So first of all, you're welcome, Jake. Kate, Camille, and happy birthday, by the way.
Woo!
This is how you're celebrating. So what's like, if you had one birthday wish, you're blowing out a candle, what would it be?
Oh, damn. I don't know. I'm just excited for this whole weekend. There's so many events. I feel like it's a party every single day. So it's just going to be a birthday celebration all weekend as well as on myself.
And that's what we do. Like, we celebrate our birthdays for at least like a week, maybe a month sometimes, depending on the person.
Miami Super Bowl week, all your girls. I think it's going to be a good time.
So you talk about all the festivities. What's the craziest thing you've done since you've arrived here in Miami?
Gosh, I mean, I just got here yesterday, and I feel like the weekend is just getting started. So honestly, if I'm being real with you, I think this boxing, this Miami Fight Night's really going to kick off Super Bowl week for us. So I think this is about to be one of the craziest things I've seen so far. Everything else has been a lot of press, some activations, some events here and there, but this is a big kickoff night for us.
Okay, so YouTubers fighting. Obviously, this has become like a thing, and we're fully on board here with DAZN. What are your thoughts on this, and who do you think is going to win? Obviously, you're Jake Paul fans.
Okay. Speaking candid, I haven't watched their training. I don't know, who's going to kill it more. I'm more familiar with Jake Paul. I know he's got, a lot of videos out there, big fan base. So we're hopping on board, supporting Jake Paul tonight. And listen, I take some boxing classes. I'm Team Rumble. I fight.
Yes, girl.
Jake Glazer's taught me a couple moves, so I'm going to see, where's that jab, that uppercuts. I'm going to take some notes tonight. But
Okay, I love that. So real quick, if you had any advice for Jake tonight, what would it be? Obviously, you've taken some classes.
my biggest advice, because I have to apply it to myself, is when you're throwing punches, if you're throwing a right hand punch, make sure you're blocking your face with your left hand. block your face. Even though you're focusing on where to go, make sure you're blocking because someone could just
love that. I love
sneak
that.
it in there.
I love that. And he's an offensive fighter, so he needs to work on the defense a little bit.
There you go. That's
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have a prediction in this fight, Kate?
So I'm going to go the same way, but I would say I'm not going to be able to judge their technique very well because I am not like super educated in the boxing world, but again, do rumble. Have thrown a couple punches in my life. And if you put your weight into it, you get way further. So you got to throw your whole weight into that. Yep, twist it, full body.
Guys, we're about to have our own boxing class out here, so if don't mind us, we're going to toss it back to you. I'm going to learn some moves.
Cruising along here in Miami on fight night, leading up to Jake Paul versus Anis and Gibb. This has been an epic saga for all of us. Started way back in the fall. Logan, controversial loss to KSI. Jake was very upset by the loss. He wanted to avenge it. KSI said, no. You got to fight Gibb first if you want to get to me. That brings us to tonight. Guys, we're getting close to fight time. This is what I would ask. All of you have some sort of experience in athletics at very high levels. If you were to talk to Jake in your own way right now, or Gibb, what would be your piece of advice for them tonight, whether it be their personality or their athletics? Logan, why don't you start?
You can't get this night back, little brother. This is it. This is your chance to show the world how great you are and prove that you're not just a little brother. So, I mean, like, pretend, live in the world that it's already happened and you came out victorious, and I think you'll be all right.
Beautiful. What do you got?
I would say just to go in there and have fun. You know, I realize, when I have fun, doing whatever I'm doing, I always do it better. So if they go in there, just have fun, win, lose, or draw, have fun, they'll be all right.
I don't know a pro athlete that has more fun than Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju, you're not a boxer. This is your first boxing fight you've attended, but what would you say to these guys in this kind of athletic competition?
Man, stay litty, have fun, turn up, man, and pop bottles.
Pop off.
Pop off.
Sorry,
Pop off.
lest anyone not understand, define stay litty for them.
I mean, a person just be themselves, man, authentic, and just have fun doing it. I think, you sacrificed so much in like the past 3 months as they both put in, and for Jake, I think for him, man, like I said, you've been here, you've done it, man. Let's go out and shoot the W. For Gibb, man, just go out there and ball out.
Stay litty, have fun, pop bottles. That was the 3-step plan.
Pop off, pop off.
Pop off. All right, pop off. That's the phrase of the night that's trending right now. Why don't we hear from Mike? Mike, who's always staying litty. Mike, what's going on in the Jake Paul locker room area?
Hey, Kyle. So I am still here in this converted RV that I think DAZN purchased from Tom's Discount RV lot last Saturday. Jake Paul is in the zone right now. He is actually in a tent off to the side from here. He's meditating with his in-house meditation specialist, he keeps talking about the past few weeks, visualizing the win, visualizing the victory, and so he's currently meditating. A few minutes ago, he was jumping rope, staying loose. I believe he's listening to some light music, and he's really trying to stay calm before he gets out there on the big stage and to start throwing fists against Mr. Gibbenstein.
Mike, I remember we talked at Staples Center last fall, and I was asking you if Logan was going to put on some kind of crazy show as he entered the arena. You said absolutely not. There's none of that going on. He's all business. What's the vibe with Jake when he finally comes out and he walks out to the ring? A showman or just straight business? What's the plan?
The vibe feels very similar tonight to Logan's fight at the Staples Center. I just don't know exactly what's going to happen once he gets into the ring. I feel like the ring walk will be very similar. The vibe back here is quite calm. Like I said, he's meditating. He's staying loose. Everyone is a pretty calm demeanor right now. I just am a bit unsure about his game plan once he gets in there. Unlike Logan, who took a couple rounds to try to figure KSI out before he got warmed up, I think Jake may come out swinging tonight.
Thank you, Big Mike, reporting live from Big Bob's RV lot. We appreciate you. We'll get back to you. Jake seems to get a lot of support from Big Mike. You seem to get a lot of crap from him about how the last fight went. Is that just ball busting or what's going on?
No, I get made fun of every day for how it went. Well, I mean, just because, like, it wasn't an overwhelming loss. Like, and I told KSI to his face, like, if we fought again, I'd win. They all believe that I would have won too. I mean, they're my boys, and yeah, sure, Mike's a yes man, but I didn't use my right hand. The one punch I threw was the punch that sent KSI to the ground. So sure, they shit on me, but that's what your boys do, I think.
Of course, that's what they're all supposed to do. And the fighters are supposed to train. The guys all around me on the stage tonight here, Devin, Juju, and Logan, they all train their asses off for different fights. But so did Anise and Gibb. Let's go to the package right now. Let's look how Gibb trained to take on Jake Paul, because he got after it.
I'm just working as hard as I can. He could be doing backflips and push-ups and training with all the greats, but it doesn't faze me. I just gotta train. I'm thinking about what I have to do right now. My goal is mastering the fundamentals. That's it.
Wow. Hey. Good, Gibb. Twist that back foot more. Good.
Learning the basics. That's what we gotta do. Footwork, jab, keep my shit tight.
You either step back and throw or step back and get out the way.
Gibb is strong. Gibb can box. Gibb has heart.
There you go. That's how you're gonna walk Jake down.
Every time you punch, it needs to be out and in straight away.
Gibb's style is bad for people because you need a certain level of experience and composure in order to overcome it. If you don't have that, then it's a very long, sad night for you.
Yeah, that's better, that's better. It's a chess game. You gotta get him to sacrifice his queen. His queen is his face, that's it. Don't square up, just let your front foot do the work. Take away his pawn, take away his jab. There you go. This is your house.
It's just the pressure, the constant pressure. I don't know how Jake will deal with the constant pressure, which is going to happen.
But he better improve. That's why he's at Big Beg. He's got to be going locked away somewhere to match my cardio, match my conditioning. He knows that I'm bringing heat.
Here we go. All right, we talked about it beforehand. Watching his training, does anybody feel any differently about Gibb's chances? You're the boxer, you're 24-0. You saw how hard he got after it. Do you feel better about his chances of beating him?
I actually do. From looking at the last training video, he looked like, his technique got a lot better from his previous fights, and he looked focused, and he looked like he's taking this fight 100% serious. So his chances definitely went up for me.
Okay. Logan, I got a question for you. And Juju, you talk about these guys as brothers. In your sport, you got the Mannings, you got the Watts, you got the Long brothers, some really powerful brothers. Logan, in this idea of who Jake's gonna fight next and will you fight again, can you ever envision a scenario where you would fight Jake?
What do you want from me, Kyle? You want me to beat the shit out of my brother?
No, I mean, you have boxing gloves.
You want to beat me up? I mean, I don't know. Like, sure, I guess technically, yeah, it'd be the greatest fight in the history of mankind.
Yeah.
But also, it's my brother. I love the kid, which is why it would be so great. But then again, it's my brother, and do I want him to cause damage to me and me to cause damage to him? I don't know, Kyle. Maybe.
Well, listen, the Klitschko's said they would never do it. Vladimir and Vitaly said we will fight anybody but each other.
Klitschko's are boxers. Jake and I are showmen. If we're entertaining and putting on a great show, yeah. And also, the zone, like,
if the check's right,
you gotta pay up, dude. You gotta pay up if you want that fight.
So if they pay up, you do it. I get it. I respect it. There's nothing wrong with it. You can say yes.
Well, go to fight the person I love most in my life. Yeah, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna need a big bang.
Well, then that's the perfect fight for Logan. Let's see if we can work on it. Let's go to the black carpet. As always, star-studded.
Well, it was the selfie that obviously changed this guy's life. Ryan, the selfie kid. What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm loving this jacket. Tell me what's happening here.
So it's Post Malone inspired. We got this on the back. Got the rock star on the back here. Some lyrics here. Yeah.
I love that. This
I'm a
is
big
very.
Post Malone fan. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can tell. This is very well done. We just took a selfie earlier. On a scale of like 1 to amazing, where did that one rank?
That's pretty high. I mean, we had an awesome conversation, and you're really nice. So that's like a 6, probably. Or no, I would say an 8.
Oh,
an
okay.
8.
An 8.
Justin Timberlake 10, Ariana Grande 9, but yours is an 8.
I see
Pretty
your
good,
scale.
though.
You know
Pretty
what?
good.
Based on that scale, I am honored to be an 8. Even if it's just because I'm really nice to you, I will take it. Let's talk about the fight tonight. Do you have a prediction?
Jake Paul. Getting
Like
the dub.
Nuff said?
Obvious. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I feel bad because Logan, I think he should have won, and he just came out bad. But Jake Paul's gonna get the dub. Jake's an awesome guy, and I think he's gonna kill him. This other guy just talks all this, but he's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on all the trash talk leading up to this
I mean,
fight?
all of it's just like obviously to get the beef going and stuff, and but I don't know. I think Jake's obviously just the better athlete and better built and stuff. He'll obviously win. I think it'll be a good fight though.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Biggest selfie of the night. Tell me what you're like. Do you have like a white whale out there you're searching for?
I don't know. There's a lot of influencers. We're gonna be in the influencer section, and I just got Food God. I forget his name, Robert. Food God though. That's how I know him, my generation. But
Yes.
yeah, he's awesome. So
And he told me he only goes by Food God now.
Oh really?
Yes.
So yeah, Food God then.
There we go. So that's the biggest selfie of the night.
So far, yes. We've just rocked the carpet, but so far.
Okay, so we have like the Mount Rushmore of selfies. Top 4, go.
Justin Timberlake, Ariana Grande, Ellen DeGeneres, Shawn Mendes.
Boom. Or actually, I'm just gonna.
Mic drop.
Don't tell me now. I want to be thrown off. Oh yeah, they dropped it as well. They should have. Juju, you remember Vines, right? I mean, of course.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I used to watch guys like them on it, and obviously that's called big influencers. So
It's
yeah.
true. Big
Yeah,
influencers, and nobody bigger than my man, King Bach, the old Vine master.
Tell him, Logan.
It's actually like a batch of cookies. It's batch.
It's like a batch of cookies.
It's not like Bach, like the composer. I kind of like that better.
Nah, he's white. I'm black.
All right. What are you gonna do for me? So,
by the way, no, never mind.
It's Batch. What is it? It's Prince Batch.
Yes, Prince Batch.
King Batch.
Yes.
All right, Cess.
Yes.
What brings you here tonight? Because obviously everyone's excited to see you.
Jake Paul.
Of course.
And Logan Paul.
That's it. That's all it takes.
That's all it took. You just put a last name Paul and I'm there.
That's it.
That's all.
Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad, you'd go see him?
Nah, because he talked bad about him on Twitter.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't want to get into it, but like.
Let's get into it. What happened?
Aaron Paul might be my next fight.
Okay, what did he say? Aaron Paul, if anybody doesn't know, played Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad. He's a pretty well-renowned actor. What happened? I didn't know this.
I mean, if you want me to spill a little tea, not to like change the mood, but after the Japan thing, like me being chastised by the whole world, and by the way, rightfully so, Aaron, his verbiage in his tweet was basically like a go die, rot in hell, which it affected me because I had met him in person twice, and both times he commended me and we had good conversation.
Okay.
And so for him to flip the switch, and not only flip the switch, but basically tell me to die
In public.
it took it a little personal, yeah.
Okay, so honestly, is that someone you would like to fight?
Aaron Paul would never fight me, no.
Huh. If the price is right, who knows? What do you think, King? Would you watch it?
But if he kills him, then he's gonna be wanted for murder.
That's true.
I can't.
The King is wanted in many casting rooms, in many sets. You're doing really well. You're everywhere.
Yes.
How did this thing start? Because we're talking about the Paul brothers who put themselves on the map. You did the same thing. How did it start? How'd you get here?
It all started with the little app called Vine.
Are you on Byte yet? The new Vine?
I tried. It's so hard.
Is it?
It's
What
hard
do
to
you
do.
mean?
It's hard to do 6-second videos.
What are you talking about? You're the king of Vine. You
You're
literally
right.
had the most followers on the Vine app.
You're right. I'm back and I'm doing it.
What was your most viewed Vine?
Man, I don't even. You can't even tell.
But that backflip.
But that backflip though, yeah, I did a backflip.
Backflip and it just killed.
And it just killed.
Off a wall.
Okay.
Not just any normal backflip now.
Can you still do it?
If the money's right.
The money is $16 in my pocket. You don't want to do it. man.
Yeah. I could do a cartwheel for you for $16.
Okay,
I do a
that's
cartwheel.
cool. Maybe we'll have you punch a little bit. Juju, I know you like this guy. You know his style. You do the social media.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan, man. Like, when he started Vine and all that, and he got into like the whole YouTube and then Instagram, he's just a well-known guy. We have the same. What do you call Ant?
Oh, he does my cupping.
Yeah, you say cupping. You ever seen cupping before?
Yeah,
the things on the back.
Yeah. So that's how we got connected.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man.
Y'all got the same cupper.
We got the same cupper.
Yeah, cupper.
So why do you do that cupping? It really helps that much?
I don't know. I see athletes doing it all the time, so I figured like I should try it. But what's supposed to do is keep that circulation just flowing.
And then you get that, like, the polka dots all over your back,
You get the polka dots, and you tell ladies, you say something crazy happening, but oh my God, you're so dangerous.
I blame it on giant squids. Seriously, what happened to your back? Giant squid. I was in the ocean the other day. Oh, it looks like an octopus slapped her back with his tentacle.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the only one of you guys who hasn't cupped. Like, maybe
You gotta cup, bro. You gotta cup.
Gotta do the cupping, man. It's awesome.
Cup off, champ.
We love to talk about cupping all night. We got to talk about this fight.
Yeah.
I know you love the Pauls.
Yeah.
Do you love one of the Paul brothers in this fight tonight?
I put $50,000 on Jake Paul.
You had $50,000 on Jake Paul?
No, I'm just playing. I didn't.
I'm impressed.
No, I didn't. But in my mind, I did.
Okay. You would. You like him that much.
But I got Jake because of his last Instagram post. Did you see his last Instagram post?
Which one was that?
He pushed
the rope?
him. He pushed him.
Yeah.
He did his thing with his eyes. They're crazy eyes.
He went savage mode.
Yeah. But then you got the thing where like you see that in like YouTube videos, and then they always get knocked out. But like not today, right? Look at my hand shaking. Not today.
I love the 50,000.
50,000.
You went to savage mode. What was that?
Man, honestly, man, when I saw the video like that with his last post, I was like, oh yeah, he's about that.
Yeah.
Because most guys are up there like calm, and then like he's starting to fight. Like, he's going there like savage mode tonight. So I'm super excited. I can't wait, man.
What you think? What you think? Come on, what you think?
With the paw, dog.
No, but what round and what you think is gonna be a knockout or?
I want a knockout.
You think Jake's gonna get a knockout in what round? It's gonna be like a Conor McGregor situation?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know about that. that was too fast. But I think Paul's gonna get him.
All right. So what round though? Because Juju, you gotta go. We gotta say goodbye to you, which is terrible. Give me a prediction as you walk off, and we want one from King Batch as well.
I'm going third round.
Third round knockout.
Third round
knockout.
Knockout.
Yes.
Jake Paul.
Yes.
King Batch. Give us a prediction.
How big is this other guy? Like how big?
Not big.
He has
Not
a big
big?
nose.
He
got
has a
big
huge nose. His name is Big Nose.
But he's like a smaller guy. So I say round 2.
Round 2.
Yeah, round 2.
Knockout, 10 count.
Knockout.
Or like a TKO.
I think a tooth might fall. It won't fly out, but it'll fall. You know, like boom, and it's getting loose, and then one more hit, boop, and it's gonna fall.
That's it.
That's it.
And the only way to recover from that is start cupping. That's
Exactly.
what I hear.
You
That's
gotta
the
cup.
whole way. All right, this is King Batch. This is Juju Smith's sister. You guys are walking off together. We got to say goodbye.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here, Juju. You're the man. Enjoy your first fight you've ever
Thank you.
seen.
I appreciate
And King
that.
Batch, I love you.
Love you too.
Anytime. I know this is not your first fight or your last. Lots of love here. But everybody get the DAZN app and show that some love. Logan, say goodbye to everybody.
I love both of you. Juju, nice to meet you. I'll see you soon. I'll see you in there. Let's pop bottles tonight. Jake Paul, get it, bro.
That's it. We're getting closer. Let's go back to Lauren, who, as always, is on the black carpet.
All right, I'm with Matt, the owner of Rolling Loud. You just said, can I say anything crazy or controversial? I've got news for you, my friend. This is the Countdown Show. You can say whatever you want. If you have anything to say to Logan, you can mess with him as well.
Yeah, I mean, I just really came here to see Jake and Logan fight, and I showed up and it's Logan and it's Jake and some other guys. So I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing here, but I would love to see Jake and Logan fight out because they talk a lot of shit. So I want to see who's stronger there.
You know that topic actually came up yesterday.
I thought it was today. So I'm confused.
Yeah,
but
well, no, they were discussing the possibility of fighting one another. I don't think I want to see that because they're brothers, and I'm all about the brotherly love.
I'll bet on both of them. That way I win, regardless.
I love that. That's like betting on like black and red at a roulette
Hey, man,
table.
you know, they're great guys. I love them both. I'm super proud of them, and I know Jake's been training super hard for this fight. I see it every day, and I'm excited to see him knock that kid the fuck out. So
You're
let's go.
predicting a knockout. What round?
All day. Jake's strong as shit. He's a mutant. He's gonna rock him. Instantaneously, it's done.
He's turned into a complete beast over the course of this training camp.
His beard's serious. That beard alone will knock a man out. The kid's gonna punch him in the beard, it's gonna reflect.
Beard is very intimidating, and it may have its own superpowers.
Literally, it does.
Okay, let's talk other half prediction in the fight.
I think Jake's gonna kick his ass.
I mean,
I'm really excited to see him kick his ass. Like, that's what I'm like rooting for.
I mean, are you guys nervous at all for him? And this is the real deal. No headgear.
no.
Here we go.
No, he's gonna do great.
Wow. Okay.
I'm very confident. I bet you he doesn't even get touched.
Whoa. Okay. You heard it here first, guys. He's not getting touched.
He's not getting touched, and these are the rules. Very simple. See that word no under headgear? There's none of it. It does not exist in this fight. 6 rounds, each 3 minutes. That math tells me 18 minutes to go the distance, and they are 10-ounce gloves, no headgear. Let's look at the story, though. We had a concept of vengeance in this fight. Jake Paul wants it. Is he going to get it? He's got to go through Gibb. Check this out.
Logan literally grabbed me by the neck like this. He goes, "You have to do everything that you possibly can to beat KSI. You have to do it for our family name. I need you to understand how important that is that you do that."
Losing to KSI obviously wasn't easy, but in many ways, it's giving Jake an opportunity to no longer be the little brother.
Here's the thing about this guy, Pinocchio, right? A guy that has nothing to lose, like, you have to watch out for that because you don't know how bad they want it.
I told Jake to not underestimate his opponent. As long as Jake doesn't develop that overconfident mindset, which I did with KSI, I think it's gonna be all right.
I don't look past anybody. Everyone's a worthy opponent. It's boxing. but I fucking know I'm gonna win. I can't say it with any more confidence. I don't know where Gibbs' level is at, but he's gonna get walked through. Then it's on to KSI.
I don't like Jake, and I think the whole world doesn't like Jake. If he does manage to get past the big Gibber, then yes, I will fight Jake, 100%. But, I mean, that's not gonna happen. I don't think he's ready for Gib at all, and it's gonna show January the 30th. I see Gib winning this hands down, and that will be the end of the polls.
Or will it? Download the app. Download the DAZN app. You cannot watch that incredible fight you just saw promoted unless you have the DAZN app. You're sitting here watching us expecting the fight to come on. It ain't gonna happen. You gotta get the app. Now, if you are watching the United Kingdom or you're watching in Ireland, you can watch on Sky Sports. Save yourself the trouble anywhere around the world, especially in the United States. Get the DAZN app. Guys, we're getting close. Logan's getting loose. It's almost fight time. The question of pressure. Seems to me that Gib is almost fighting with house money. Not a ton of people necessarily expect him to win. Is all the pressure in this fight on Jake Paul?
Me personally, I think so.
Yes.
When I was talking to Gib yesterday in the fighter meeting, he said that he was just doing it pretty much because he likes to fight. He enjoyed his first 2 fights and he wanted to do it again. With Paul, it seemed more personal. It seemed like he wanted revenge for his brother. He wanted to show the world that that his family doesn't take L's. So the pressure is on Paul for sure.
Go ahead, family. This family doesn't take L's. Is that what he's trying to do tonight?
I mean, historically, that's not even remotely true. But like in an ideal world, yeah, we're only winning. There's nothing scarier than a man with nothing to lose, and that's Gib tonight. That Jake, if he loses, who knows? Is that the end of his legacy? Where does he go from here? If Gib loses, guess what happens? Nothing. Even if Gib wins, guess what happens? Like, he gets, sure, recognition from his country, but like, Gib is just going in there and, like I said, he's got nothing to lose. I'd be slightly nervous about that.
This goes to the crux of what you guys do, Logan. Do you think that more people are going to watch this fight tonight to see Jake win or to see him lose?
That's actually a great question. Honest answer, I think more people will come to see Jake lose. Yeah. Like I said, man, Jake and I lend ourselves very and unfortunately nicely to being like memes of the internet. And I love you, Jake, but I think more so Jake. We're very similar in many ways, but we're also very different. And I think if Jake can use this fight to sway the public opinion on Jake Paul, which is what he wants to do, this is his night, and hopefully
I think you would do it if you were to coach him on swaying the public opinion. Obviously, he goes in, he wins. Is he quiet? Is he reserved? Like, how would you advise him to do that? How does he win the night?
Yeah, I've been moving. I'll use myself as like an example. I hate to bring it back to me, but like the model that's been working for me, because like I truly feel like a shift in the public opinion about like what people think of me is move with humility and gratitude. If he can win this fight and not come off as like the arrogant, cocky, and I know he wants to put on a show, but there's a balance, and if he can walk that line perfectly between like cocky and putting on a show, but also walk with and move with humility and gratitude, I think Conor McGregor did a great job of that in his win speech against Cerrone. He thanked his fans, but also he said, yo, no one in my weight class can stand a chance against me. If he can do that, I think he's going to be golden.
Do you think on the other side of it, and Logan, I think you're right, do you think on the other side of it, Devin, that for Gib to win this fight, his best chance is actually a knockout, or is it maybe going the distance?
Well, the best way to possibly win in boxing is by knockout. So, you never put it in no one else's hands when you win by knockout. So, of course, his best bet is to go in there and
what about
finish
most
him.
likely, then?
Most likely with the type of fight that he's fighting, that he's saying that he's going to fight, by putting pressure, he's going in there to get the knockout or get the stoppage. And I think that would be the way that he would win if he were to win, is to win by knockout.
It's a fascinating thing because, Jake's take was what he has going for him is a relentlessness coming straight forward, but what he doesn't understand is that relentlessness is going to get him punched right in the face. It seems to be like early on, if Gib wants to rush him, then Jake might just have to unload early. There could be early fireworks in this fight.
Like I said, he has to get his respect early. When I say early, I mean the first minute or so. He has to go in there and hit Gib with some hot stuff early.
You think so too, Logan?
Absolutely. Jake has heavy hands and he loves combos. That's the thing I've always been envious of him in boxing. His combinations are sick. I mean, sure, I hit harder. I set the high score on the boxing
You
machine.
do.
But his combinations are nasty, and if Gib walks into him, he's gonna have a problem, and his nose is gonna swell up and be huge. You won't be able to see.
Logan, do you remember we were talking last night about the rapper who's going to perform tonight, and you said he's young and he's really good and you really like his stuff?
I do.
Tell me who it was.
NLE Choppa.
That's exactly right. He is performing
Amazing.
tonight. Why do you like him so much?
He is hot on the scene. I think more so his age, dude. He's 17 years old, and he's proven to be one of the best rappers right now in the game. And he's 17. I love young talent. I love seeing kids with potential, and I know he's going to do great things. And the fact that he's performing here tonight, again, at such a young age, he's 17 years old.
Incredible.
I think he might even be 16, right?
It's true.
He's young.
He drove here on his learner's permit. We're looking at boxing action right now. Devin Haney, we got one more fight between these guys before we get to Jake and Gib. What do you see in the ring right now?
I see Tevin using his jab, being slick like he always does. Joseph, it looks like Joseph has a nasty cut, you know, but we have to see if he can stay relaxed under that. It looks like he's keeping the pressure up. Tevin looks real sharp right now from what I can see.
Devin, have you experienced a nasty cut mid-fight?
I wouldn't say nasty. I experienced a cut, but it wasn't that nasty. The blood wasn't coming to my eye or anything, but Diaz's cut looks really bad.
It looks brutal. I mean, that's almost like you could get towards the stoppage if he keeps hitting it, right?
I wonder if that cut came from a headbutt or not, because who knows? If it came from a headbutt, the fight could be stopped. If it didn't, then it's going to be a long night. Yeah.
And we are hearing we have not been watching the fight continuously because we're doing the countdown show, but we are hearing it was a headbutt who caused it.
Well, the fight can be stopped real early, and it can go to the scorecards, and it looks like Tevin's winning from what I can see.
On the flip side, if you see that cut on your opponent, you got to start tagging it, right?
Of course, you got to aim right for that cut. You know, you want the eye to close up. You want your opponent to be disabled in there.
The headbutt thing is a very loaded topic, of course. There's an incidental, there's the intentional, there's somewhere in between. It's sort of almost like one of the dirty arts of boxing is the headbutt.
Yeah, definitely. Headbutts are very important in the sport of boxing. You know, like you said, it can be an accident, and it can change the whole narrative of the fight, or it could be on purpose, and you can get disqualified and, you know, lose.
Meanwhile, we're getting closer to Jake versus Gib. Logan, you're a human kaleidoscope. How are you feeling right now as we're seeing this cut that's getting treated? Just 1 second. Let's look at this headbutt in a second, Logan. If we can see the headbutt on a replay, because they've been treating it, and it does look like a gaping chasm over his left eye. I would love to be able to see it again. This is, of course, happening on DAZN right now. If you want to watch it, you know how to do it. Get the DAZN app for this fight, for all others, and take it away. What do you see, Devin?
Nasty cut. That looks like a nasty cut. This fight is more than likely going to be stopped before the 4th round. I don't see him being able to go, you know, 12 full rounds with a cut like that.
What are they looking for in the corner? What would make them stop it? Just the pure size? They can't stop it?
Well, the size of the cut, or if, you know, the blood is going to his eye where he can't see.
That becomes he can't defend himself like that. Now in the corner, though, his cut man, his trainer, everything, they're trying to keep the fight going. They're trying every excuse. What is the strategy there?
Yeah, of course, you know, you hire a great cut man. It's really important, you know, to have, you know, almost the best cut man on your team, because these things happen, and you never want the fight to be stopped because of a cut, or, you know, you're winning the fight and then they stop it. That your corner has to wave it off because you can't see.
If you want to see the end of that fight, which obviously is extremely compelling, go and look at it right now. Please get it. Get the DAZN app. It is there. It is ready. Logan, how are you feeling?
I'm getting a little antsy, to be honest with you.
I can tell.
This is the fight before my brother's fight. Dude, there's not a human being I love more on the planet than Jake, and I need to give him my final blessing. So, man, the moment is coming, and you guys are great, but I feel like I need to bounce soon.
Do you feel like you're getting ants in your pants? Like you got to get out of here? You want to talk to him? What do you want to do? You want to hug him? You want to coach him?
I just want to hug him and give him his final blessing, man. Like, this is my brother. I could get emotional right now. Like, this is the biggest night of his life, and in many ways, like, I'm a role model for Jake, and I just want to be there for him. And so, download DAZN. I love you guys, DAZN, but I might have to dip soon. You'll see me on the DAZN app, though, so get it. Download the app. Get ready for an awesome fight.
It's a tough lot that he's got, you know. A lot of little brothers have a tough one, but
is actually compared to you numerically. Followers, views, I mean, that's very difficult, dude.
Everything. I mean, again, without getting crazy deep, like it's eaten away at him his whole entire life. And today is his day to outshine me. Today is his chance to perform at the highest degree. And I just want to wish him the best in doing that.
We are getting really, really close. Logan, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get out of here, and you're going to switch spaces with Mike. You want to go see your brother? You want to go do it?
So badly.
Go do it, man. Take care of business. Mike, get in here. There's Big Mike. Logan's getting just a little nervous and understandably maybe a little emotional. His little brother's about to do a really, really big thing in front of a lot of people. Mike,
I've seen him cry before, and it looks like he's about to cry, dude. I'll be completely honest with you.
Okay. Mike, you're coming from the dressing room with Jake. What's going on there?
Well, first of all, it's not a dressing room, Kyle. It's more of a converted RV, as I said. It looks like it may have spent a little bit too much time driving back and forth from Lake Tahoe to the Grand Canyon.
Or Lake Havasu, maybe.
But it's it was a pretty solemn scene back there, man. Not much going on in the trailer, but Jake is currently in this little tent. It's a little workout room. They're going nuts in there. I didn't believe it, but there's music playing. They're hyped up. So I think both of these fighters are going to come out the gate hot and ready to swing, dude.
All right, let's go back to the Diaz fight. Let's take a look at this, Devin, because last we saw we had a bad cut. We had action as we're seeing some warm-ups here outside of the arena. But if we could get into that other fight again, we're going to see it because we were kind of left with a cliffhanger. And the action continues, Devin. Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised. You know, I knew that once they didn't stop it before he went to the corner, that they would let him go out again and give him another shot at it. But if the cut gets worse, I don't know how much longer this fight is going to last.
They're stuffing everything they can into that cut, right? They're closing it, they're pinching it, they're doing everything. You're trying to get to the next round so they can treat it again.
Yes. They're taking it round by round, and that's the key. You know, you take it round by round, and you just keep trying to improve the cut.
Big Mike, what are we seeing here?
I mean, Gib looks fired up too. I mean, these guys are truly fired up. Once again, we've got two fighters that do not like each other. We saw it with JJ and Logan, and now we're seeing it again with Gib and Jake. And I mean, I said it in the trailer, one of these guys I think is going to slip up and fall off their game plan. I think they both have games in their head that they plan on hitting when they get out there, but they're two junior fighters. You know, Gib's first fight without headgear, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, that first shot is going to rock. One of them is going to get rocked. I think they'll fall off their plan just a little bit.
One thing that us fighters have a saying is everybody has a plan until they get hit.
Facts.
So we'll see who breaks their game plan when they get hit.
Guys, let's fill in the blank here. Gib wins this fight because blank happened. How's he do it?
Because maybe Jake's nose tends to bleed quite a bit. Yeah. He's had some issues with it in the past. I mean, if it turns into a situation where that nosebleed starts to affect his ability to breathe, I can see that turning into some sort of exhaustion situation. On the flip side, this fight will get stopped when Gib can no longer keep up with Jake's pummeling barrage like we saw with Deji.
Yeah, okay. What do you think, Devin? Gib wins this fight if what happens?
I think if Jake gets tired, I see Gib putting the pressure on him, from round one to whatever round, however long this fight lasts. And Jake just can't get tired. He has to stay relaxed and, be smart in there and not get tired.
Jake Paul wins this fight if what happens?
If Gib can't move his head.
Okay.
If Gib can't take his punches, then he'll lose the fight. Just plain and simple.
What was going through your head? Do you remember before your first professional fight? I know you fought your whole life. First pro fight, you're an hour before the fight. What were you thinking?
My first pro fight wasn't an ordinary first pro fight. I started my pro career in Mexico, so I was in a place where everyone was booing me, everyone was against me. I didn't speak any Spanish, so I really didn't know anything about anything. I was inside of a bar. I made my pro debut in a bar. My dressing room was upstairs inside of like a old storage room. So
really?
It's
got roosters in it.
Yeah,
like
it was crazy. So, but I was nervous, but I trusted in my talent. I had a huge amateur career, so I knew that I had the goods to get the job done.
All right, let's go back to Staples Center, Mike. Last fall, you were there. I was there. It was a wild night. Let's take a little journey back.
Logan's loss to KSI and how it affected everybody there, but especially his little brother Jake, who fights tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Watching the fight was painful. I was sitting in the stands like, what are you doing, Logan? Like, this is not anything you did in sparring. Like, you're fighting sloppy. And if I was in that ring right now, I would be beating his ass.
To the winner by split decision from the United Kingdom, the Nightmare,
Logan and I are connected in so many ways, and that's why when he lost, I was like, this is, like, I felt like I lost. And that's why I got so emotional. Bro, I said it last year and I'll say it again. If I was in that ring this year, I would have won the fight. Why are you like upset? When I go into the fucking corner for the first time in the fight, I hear, this is your pro debut. It doesn't matter if you lose. What? Who said that? You did. No, he didn't.
Jake took my loss harder than I did. It hurt, you know, because seeing my younger brother more affected than I am by something that wasn't even his ordeal, I think it says a lot about Jake's character and his passion for the sport.
His character will be tested tonight, and let's bring in a new friend here who's been remote until now. This is Ethan Payne. Ethan, you know everything about boxing. You've worked for Sky Sports. You've been backstage with Gib all night. Candidly, he's a friend of yours. You know him. How's Gib been going tonight? How's he feeling right now?
Honestly, I haven't seen Gib this much like himself in a scenario like this.
Yeah?
The vibes have been good, the vibes have been high. He's got his favorite playlist on, he's letting loose, he's cracking the jokes with the boys, he's having a fun time.
What's on the playlist?
Oh, he's got some UK music on there. We've been listening to all sorts, rocky tunes, everything, man. Just getting into the spirit of the night. He's been wanting this night for a long time.
Gonna fly now. I asked Big Mike and Devin the same question. It's very simple. Gib wins this fight if what happens?
Jake cannot handle boxing on the back foot for 6 rounds.
Tell me more about that.
I just think it's a horrible, you've got to have a lot of experience to be able to deal with someone in your face for 6 rounds. It's a lot of pressure, it's constant pressure. Gib will take the hits to get on the inside, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can take the pressure all night long.
Ethan and I were in the car on the way over here. This traffic in Miami is absolutely terrible.
Crazy.
We're sitting around doing nothing. Terrible traffic. So all we had to talk about was this fight. You were going on and on about Gib's relentlessness and his aggression, that he's a little bit nuts, frankly, that he's got to screw loose in the best way. How does that affect the fight tonight?
I just think that he's going to do anything possible. He's hungry. He's been pushing the agenda for this fight. This is what he's wanted. And as soon as the contract got signed, it went from being an imaginary fight to being the real thing. So he's got that desire to go out there and show why he wanted the fight so much.
He does. I heard from both these guys about Jake Paul wins with what happens. What's your take? How does Jake Paul win this? What's going to happen tonight to make that happen?
I think he already likes counter-punching. It's whether if he's got Gib's style, which is very hard to predict, down to a sweet science for tonight. So if he can manage to slip the shots and get the counter-punches in, that's how he'll win the fight. If it goes to cards, or you may catch him with a nice shot.
Big Mike, this is the only kind of information that someone only like you would have. What was on Jake's pre-fight playlist?
I don't think he was listening to any music, to be honest with you. I mean, there might have been some light tunes, but he's been meditating with this meditation guy that he got hooked up with up in Big Bear, and I think he's been, in the zone, just meditating for the past hour or so after he got warmed up with the ropes. But I mean, he's just trying to get locked in, and I think once it comes to ring walk and these guys get in the ring, they're just going to turn a switch that we didn't see in the KSI with JJ and Logan. They're going to turn a switch on and they're going to go crazy. And they're just going to go absolutely nuts on each other. And I think it's really going to be who can stay closest to the strategy that they had in training camp.
They're going to go nuts on each other on the DAZN app, which you have to get now. You're almost running out of time. Get the DAZN app. Quickly, Devin, give us one last prediction, how you think it's going to go, how you think it's going to end.
Man, that's really hard, because now I've just been thinking and thinking over and over. I think Gibbs gonna go in there and put on the pressure, of course. I think Jake's gonna be able to take his pressure though. I think he's gonna go in there. He's gonna land the counter shots. He's gonna be able to get the job done.
All right, let's take another look in here because we have seen a bloody battle in this fight, Ethan. I know you've been trying to keep track of this. If we could take a peek inside just feet from here to this Diaz fight where there was a bad cut, and they're still going. Jeez. What did you see, and what did you make of the cut? Did you get a chance?
I haven't got a chance to see the cut. I heard it was a headbutt as I headed over here.
Yes.
But these guys are warriors. That's what you have to respect about this sport. These guys are going to continue through sheer willpower, no matter what gets in the way.
At one point, Devin was concerned that they were going to end the fight because they were looking so closely at the cut, and yet the fight goes on. What's up, Saquon? And we will keep checking in on them as they continue to battle as the warriors they are. But meanwhile, if we could bring it back to set here, we got one of the best players in the world, one of my favorite players from the New York Giants. This is Saquon Barkley. Saquon, what is up, my man?
What's up? How come I don't get the fancy mic?
Give Saquon the fancy mic.
You got it, baby. Let's go. Shout out New York.
Saquon, you're in Miami. You came to the fight. What brings you here?
I'm just here with my boys, trying to see a fun fight, have fun. I'm a big boxing fan. I come from a boxing background. My great uncle was Iron Barkley. He was a 3-time champ. But I mean, I never really got into boxing. Kind of fell in love with football. But yeah, I'm just here to have fun.
You're here to have fun, and there's a lot of fun to be had. We've had a million celebrities show up, influencers, YouTube stars, Vine stars. At the end of the night, we got a fight. Are you in, Saquon? Are you familiar with Jake and Logan Paul and their work?
Yeah, I've been watching their stuff on Instagram a little bit. You a dog, by the way.
How about this dude?
Yeah, he's crazy good. But I've been watching his stuff, and I respect it. I respect the craft. I respect the work. They're bringing kind of a new world to boxing, so it should be a good fight.
You're a dog too, as we know. I still think the best running back in all of football. You mentioned Devin Haney here. Devin, 24 fights. How many of them have you lost?
None.
None. 24
Not even close.
Squats.
Not around.
You seen this guy, Saquon? You seen him? You seen him fight?
Yeah, I seen him fight. I follow on Instagram. Actually, DM saying much respect.
Oh yeah.
He responded. So we talked over Instagram a little bit. But I'm excited. I know the other day him and Ryan Garcia was going at it. So I'm ready to see that. I'm definitely going to see that fight when that happens.
I'm glad you brought that up because Ryan Garcia fights February 14th.
Yeah.
He did, the last time we were doing the Logan Paul fight on DAZN, Ryan Garcia was in this chair, your very chair. So we brought up Ryan Garcia to Devin, and Devin just kind of starts smiling like this weird kind of, I got something on you smile. What's the deal with you and Garcia right now as it sits?
Well, it's just a friendly beef. In the amateurs, like I said, we're tied 3-3, and we need to settle the score. I think it's about that time. The fans want to fight. I want to fight. He says he wants to fight. We need to make it happen.
Everybody should know. You want Big Mike wants it?
Yeah, I want
What do you
fight.
want about it, Big Mike? Have a moment.
I'm friends with Ryan. We're all friends with Ryan, but now we've become friends with Devin, and it's
We're not all friends with Ryan.
But some of us are. Me and Logan and Jake are. But I mean, listen, this guy has obviously proven himself. Ryan's got insanely quick hands. I think that would be an incredible fight. I would love to watch that fight.
We would love to watch it too. For someone who didn't catch that, you fought him 6 times in amateurs.
Yeah.
3 wins, 3 losses. Were any of those KOs?
No KOs, but I would like to say that I won the last few fights that we had.
Okay, is that true? All right, well, we got to make this happen. Garcia fights February 14th. Meanwhile, Saquon, we're so thrilled to have you here, dude. Obviously, a prolific football player. Do you ever let your mind go about what if you did pick up the gloves? What if you did the speed bag?
Yeah, sometimes I think about it. I like boxing for training. I think it's a great training workout and get you in shape, especially no matter what. If you're a football player, you're a basketball. Just a boxing workout is just a whole nother level. But my dad put me into it a little bit when I was younger. But like I said, I fell in love with football, and I think I picked the right decision so far.
Have you seen any of the back and forth between Logan Paul and Antonio Brown by any chance?
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on that?
I have. Listen, I definitely would be there at that fight to go see that fight. That's going to be a great one. But I think it's off. At the end of the day, it's off on the love. It's great. It's great entertainment, and that's what the Paul brothers do really well. And so I'm happy to be here and hopefully see a great fight.
Who was the guy, Saquon? You said your uncle was a boxer.
Yeah.
And I know you've respected guys in your sport, the Barry Sanders you love. That's one of your favorite guys. Do you remember being a kid and seeing a boxer, whether it was Floyd or Iron Mike? Who was the guy for you?
Well, Floyd, obviously everyone loves Floyd.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather's an amazing boxer, but For me, it would be two guys. I never got to really watch them fight, but Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali more because of, obviously he's the greatest to ever do it, but just what he was able to do as an athlete and the impact that he had on just people as a whole. And Mike Tyson was just relentless. And, you know, I want to be a football player that's known for a relentless mentality and try to be one of the best ever play, and also want to have that impact like Muhammad Ali had on people.
You're halfway there, man. I know the things you do, I know you say, and everything you're involved in. You're the absolute best. But unfortunately, before you go, Saquon, there's a little bit of work to be done. Every guest who comes on the show has got to hit the bag. So you got to hit the bag. Juju hit it.
I got a whole jacket on.
Take the jacket off.
Man.
Take your time.
This ain't live, right?
No. That's easy.
No, this is going.
Everybody help Saquon.
It's just live.
Big Mike, will you walk over there with him so you can help him, Mike? Can we have some help with audio, please?
Watch this, man. Hold on 1 second.
Can we have some help there? Sir, please.
I got him.
Thank you.
I got him. Boom. Done.
Just give it a love tap.
And by the way, we don't got to torture the guy. You don't have to hit the bag if you don't want to. You're definitely going to beat Juju, though. What Juju get? He got like 6'6". Yeah,
Juju got 6'6". All right, Saquon, take your time. Take your time. I have no slack. Just throw one punch. Oh my gosh. If anyone could assist me with this.
Do we have anyone working on this show?
Thank you, Mike.
whatsoever
All right, take it nice and slow. Do whatever you want. Go ahead. Oh, Saquon rocked it. That's all he needs.
He's gonna beat that 6'6".
Come on, get up there. Get up there.
Another
Come
one
on.
more. You got to do one more.
His gallery is egging him on. All right, Saquon's triggered.
Wait, who got the 848?
That was Logan Paul, but he hit it like 7 times, and he's really, really big.
Hey,
like 7 times.
have we talked about that? That was the first time that Logan has won something in a while. and I was especially shocked to see him actually do anything with his right hand. I didn't think he was actually able to. I was shocked. I was sitting back in that empty converted RV by myself, just in shock that he actually beat KSI at something.
Your take, he had no right hand in the KSI fight, just decided not to throw it.
I'm pretty sure it was tied behind his back, Kyle, to be honest with you. I mean, it was just left after left. But, yeah, I mean, it's been a long journey since then. And one of the biggest things I was excited about tonight was to be hanging out with Ethan, dude, and doing a little Sidemen collab over here. I got Bazinga, and, you know, we had a little bit of back and forth, a little chatter before the JJ fight. But, you know, it's cool to meet these guys in real life. And you know, it's easy to see as soon as you meet them that not all the content shit is real in real life. Once you meet people, it's a very different world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you bump into people and you realize at the end of the day, they're just humans. They're just real people, and you got common grounds to meet on. You can have a laugh. It's all in the name of entertainment.
Of course. And I hope that Saquon had a laugh. Saquon, I know you wanted to do 2,000 on the punch meter, and your crew was busting your chops the second it was over.
Said that. That's embarrassing.
Juju hit it twice.
I'm probably when the cameras go off, I'm definitely gonna hit it till I beat Juju's score. To be honest.
Yeah, Juju had a little bit of a warm up. Yeah. I think I lost my audio in my ear, so I don't know exactly where we're going next on traffic.
We're falling apart here, Kyle.
Right?
We're falling
apart because it's almost fight time. Saquon, you gonna watch the fight? You're gonna go in and
everything? I'm here to watch the fight. Yeah.
And are you Jake Paul or Anissa Gibb? What do you think?
Let's go Jake Paul. Why not? Yeah.
Why not? Yeah. Saquon is always a gentleman and always a phenom. And whether the sport is football, boxing, or whatever he wants to do, we love to have him. Let's do a ton of trash talk. That's why we respect him. But these guys do. Let's take a look at some of the trash talk that went down leading up to this fight.
How do I describe this style of fighting? Cowardly. That's how I describe his style of fighting. Cowardly.
I nicknamed him Pinocchio because he just lies about everything. Jake's ducking me. Jake's afraid. Bro, how the fuck am I afraid of a 5'8" fat kid who sucks at fighting?
He didn't have a choice. He was hoping that this inexperienced fighter called Boozy Tube, he was hoping that he could fight him. I forced his hand into it. He didn't want the fight.
I'm not gonna put my brand, Jake Paul, on the line for a low reward. I'm high risk, high reward. He won the fucking lottery.
He needs to win or he is done. And that's what it is. I'm here to put the full name into the dirt.
He keeps on like running around like 7-figure giver. I want $1 million. Bro, you don't even have 1 million followers. How are you gonna get $1 million if you don't have 1 million followers? I don't fucking know.
He's got a bunch of haters. That's what he has. He doesn't have any fans left. The van has fallen off. There's a lot of people that want to see the end of Jake Paul. This is what it is. For me, I am progressive. But Jakey is surviving.
I know I'm gonna win. Like, I fucking know I'm gonna win. I can't say it with any more confidence. The conditioning, the hard work I'm putting into this, my movement, the size difference.
I believe Jake will come out confident when he comes into the ring, but then once he realizes the pressure and the constant, resilient tenacity that I'm bringing, he's going to be in trouble quick.
We're back. So much talk. What's going on? There's so much talk going on here too. Mike, Ethan, you guys got something to say to each other? What's happening?
Hey man, it's been a real pleasure meeting you.
Dude, I mean, it's, you know, I think you may have been the originator of the yes man. And it is, that situation has blown up. At first, I was the yes man. Now Azadi's the yes man. And it's a term we weren't really familiar with here in the United States.
Yeah.
And I think since then, people have realized that Logan and I pretty much hate each other, dude. We talk shit to each other all day long. I don't know about Azadi. I don't know how that whole situation's going, but do you think I'm still a yes man?
I don't see what goes on behind the scenes, but I assume you and Logan have positive conversations about matters, and you may influence each other. So maybe not. Maybe not at the end of the day.
Mike, define yes man for the people.
Listen, it's somebody that agrees with every single thing that someone says to him, especially somebody in a higher position. Sure. And we've joked around about it a lot, but lately it's just been so funny because we fight all the time, and I think Logan looks at us more as partners than anything else, and I'm deathly straightforward with that kid.
Sure.
And so I think you guys probably have similar relationships on your side with JJ.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, JJ said in interviews before that if he was by himself, he could have gone down different roads, could have gone down different paths, and maybe it might not have ended so well, but I feel like with our group mentality and what we have, we always keep each other on the ground, we always try to keep each other humble, and we always give each other the best advice for the best scenarios, and if we don't like something, we're not afraid to say it. So
when you say JJ, it's KSI.
KSI, that
Lest
is,
anyone
yes.
not know, it's KSI.
Yes,
Yeah, I was confused at first, like,
yeah,
who is this JJ?
It's 5 letters for one man.
Yeah, that's been one of the strongest things to watch on you guys too, because you have such a strong team. I mean, we really have 2 guys on the talent side, just me and Logan. You guys have a ton, and I'll be honest. I mean, we keep up with your stuff, man. You guys are fun to watch.
Appreciate it, man. And I mean, it's reciprocated. Logan's returned to YouTube, obviously, since the fight. He's had a fantastic turnaround. His content's evolving, and he's back on doing what he loves.
Facts.
Let's take a look in, guys. This fight is still going. A fight that we thought was going to be over rounds ago because of the cut from the headbutt. Let's take a look at some of the action. It looks like maybe it's slowing down and some fatigue setting in, but these guys are warriors, Ethan.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that once you get into the later rounds, there's a lot more sort of leaning into each other. Who can get the inside work done? Who can get the dirty work done? But these guys are going all for it.
It looks like Jojo Diaz is starting to, take over the fight just a little bit, but, I haven't been watching every round.
Shoulder battle like this. What's the art of this? When it gets into the fatigued shoulder battle late round, how do you win these rounds?
I mean, fighting like this can take a lot out of you. You're getting hit in your arms and your shoulders and sometimes your hips. Short body shots on the inside. Fighting like this can make a guy quit.
If you want to watch this whole thing, by the way, we're giving you a little look-ins just as bonus coverage. If you're saying this looks like the greatest fight ever, you got to go and get the DAZN app or Sky Sports, but get the DAZN app. It takes 2 seconds. DAZN, DAZN. It's all over the screen. You get to see the entire thing. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah, why haven't you guys done that yet? I mean, we've been talking about it all night.
Imagine not having the DAZN app.
It's got to be a pretty lonely feeling. It probably feels a little bit like sitting in that converted RV back where we were, Ethan, for the past couple hours by ourselves.
Everyone else getting involved with the fights, but we're here doing our jobs.
Could it be, Mike, that you've gone a little soft doing this wonderful life that you've had now, and everyone's on private jets and Ferraris? You have to spend 5 seconds in an RV, and it's tearing you apart.
I love being around people, and I was getting real lonely back there. I had a great production assistant, but all of our friends are inside, and this is the second one of these I've done in a row, and I haven't had a chance to take part in any of the pre-fight banter and all the girls and all that stuff, but this is fun. Now that I'm with you guys, I'm having fun.
We're having a lot of fun with you here, and honestly, I think it was a good tag team swap out that we did, because Logan was getting a little weepy. I was starting to notice him out of the corner of my eye, antsy, bouncing up and down, worrying about his brother, and then we asked him, and he almost started crying right here, which I don't blame him for.
Let me tell you something about Logan. His attention span ain't great. You take him away from his cell phone for that long, he gonna cry, dude. And he was about to cry. I saw it crying right now.
He was about to run out the room.
He was gonna bust it out of here.
He almost did.
Well, by the way, he's got a girl inside as well.
Oh, is that what that is?
Oh yeah, he's got a girl up in the rafters. She's even texting me saying, "Where's Logan?"
I seen some girls over there. His eyes kept kept going that way. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
all right.
listen, you want to, Logan, you put a hot girl on the end of a fishing rod, the kid's gonna get pulled out of the lake real quick, dude. Trust me, he's a softie.
Well, he's a softie, but he was a fighter at Staples Center back in the fall, and he was absolutely shredded. He was in the shape of his life. He couldn't beat KSI, but it did have something to do with why we're here tonight for Jake Paul versus Anis and Gibb, and it begs the question, just how did we get here to Miami? The story went like this.
There's one guy that you keep ducking and diving, and you know who I'm talking about. Anis and Gibb.
It started when KSI was riding Gibb's dick.
You afraid of Big Gibb, though?
Let's be honest. Who the fuck is Gibb?
I feel like Gibb is the A side. Jake is washed up.
Everything to do with this fight, I'm number one. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, I'm at the top.
You bloody fuck me! I'm gonna have a nice cup of tea for you after I give you that big old right hand.
Jake took the fight in hopes that if/when he beats Gibb, he can fight KSI.
He's dismissing Gibb. He's already focusing on me, and that's a bad thing.
That's it.
I fucking know I'm gonna win. I can't say it with any more confidence. I don't get why KSI believes in him so much. But maybe we're missing something. Maybe we're the idiots, right?
All right, welcome back. That's how we got here. The question is, how are we going to stay here? This is incredible. This is an endurance test. It is. And we're at mile marker 25. Lauren, you've been on the adjacent marathon right over here. You've been doing the black carpet, not red carpets here at DAZN. Black carpets.
That's how we roll.
It's like having the black Amex. It's even cooler and
Dude,
more expensive.
right? Yes.
Not that I have one.
No
Mine's
limit
great.
on that.
So, in all the people you talked to, who
Yep.
stuck out? Who did you enjoy speaking to coming to the fight
Okay,
tonight?
guys, I have to tell you, selfie kid, Ryan.
Oh my God.
The sweetest kid ever. I love him, but I'm such a softie. You know that. I have like the softest heart. So I loved him. But honestly, there were so many tremendous athletes that came through, musicians, influencers. Honestly, everyone. I know that's like the most like diplomatic answer.
Because everyone was awesome, though. I think you did a
whole
great job.
event is great. Well, thank you.
No,
Likewise.
you have a unique perspective on this fight, too, because you didn't just show up tonight and start talking to celebrities. You've covered the media. You've covered the buildup. You've really been entrenched with Jake versus Gibb for a long time, like you were with Logan KSI. Now they're about to start the fight. What are your takeaways from these two guys? What do you anticipate tonight?
You know, it's a great question. I think doing the face-to-face the other day, it was interesting, and I saw Gibb, like he was visibly rattled, and you know he was shaking and his lip was quivering. I think being in that scenario and just realizing the gravity of the situation, there's no headgear. This is real. It takes some courage. It takes some steel cojones to get in a ring with another man that wants to basically end your life. Obviously, there's a lot of mutual respect. They're selling the fight. As far as what I think is going to happen,
What you got?
I have to have predicting. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I do think Jake's going to win. Just you look at the size disparity. I think you look at the anger. Just looking into Jake's eyes doing that face to face, I was like, dude, I don't want to face you.
Covering these events, you see anger from him?
Yes, 100%.
And he's pissed off?
changed. From November, this is a different human being.
We're talking about Jake?
Yeah.
Both of them are angry human beings.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm not doubting Innocent. I'm really not, because they are both angry and aggressive human beings. I think what you saw at the weigh-in yesterday was you just kind of saw Innocent a little bit off guard, and I think Jake kind of turned it up quickly. I think when he walks into the ring and he knows he's about to get in a fight with somebody, it may be a little bit of a different story. But listen, I've seen Jake Paul's fits. He turns up, and I think he will 100% bring it tonight. But I think Gibb will as well. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Ethan, you know the sport. Where do you come out on a fighter entering the ring emotionally, fighting with anger? Is it help, or does it maybe become a liability?
I think there's a fun line between it helping or being a catastrophic downfall, because it can either really motivate you to go into the fight and have this sort of enemy across the ring from you that you know you want to get in there and get the job done. But it depends on how you size out your opponent. You saw when JJ got in the ring, KSI that is, he's speaking to himself. He's saying, I worked for this, because he's just channeling all that at that moment before the bell goes. So it'll be interesting to see what the two fighters look like, because Gibbs going to ring walk first, we'll have Jake second. So it'll be interesting to just see what they're like and how their body language changes in the ring.
Yep. In the ramp-ups to these two fights, you've done them both. You've covered them both extensively. Difference between Logan going to the fight and Jake. What have you picked up?
Well, first of all, Jake showing up in a tank.
Tell us about that. All right, we didn't get to see that. He showed up in an actual tank. Describe this, please.
I saw it. I mean, it's a modern tank, but he's apparently ready for World War III. I don't know what's going on.
Was
but
it green?
It was green.
It's got the big gun.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's reminiscent of like World War II, but it was a legit tank. It's like a 2020 tank. Like, we're rolling up in tanks here. Like,
it's cool.
It just got real.
I think it would have been funnier if he rolled in the news van that he jumped in his infamous video on YouTube about 10 years ago on Kilkea.
You gotta find that van.
Yeah, where is
he got
that
in quite a bit of trouble for that one. I think it would have been a little bit more fitting for the problem child himself.
The next fight, you know, he's going to roll up in the RV that you were using tonight, Mike, the whole time.
You know,
how was that?
I've always thought I wanted to be in an RV, traveling the country, living off the land.
Sure.
Man, I was lonely in that thing. Dude. I would have done anything for Lauren to stop by and pay a visit and say hello, but yeah, it was tough back there. There's a full range, though, a little toilet you step on with a pedal.
Yeah, I've seen those things.
The flush
That
was
could be your life.
impressive.
Did it have the torque? It's got the job done.
I've never seen a pedal toilet. New inventions. I love it. I love it.
We're all going down the drain. So we're getting close. All right? So we're getting close
I
to
think
Jake.
Lauren's been down it for a couple hours now. She had a rough
That black
night
carpet duty is tough.
You're not supposed to tell people that.
No, you crush it.
I was up late.
I need to get on the black
Full
carpet
disclosure.
with you next time.
Yes. I think we'd kill it.
Be awesome.
We had some guests that we were hoping would show up, but wouldn't. Whatever happened to the girl who flashed at the World Series? She didn't get here, did she?
Oh, no, we talked to her.
And by the way,
she's amazing.
Julia Rose, shout out Julia Rose. There's a
Huge
lot
fan.
more meat on that bone than you think.
Tell me.
You're
I
not
don't know
wrong.
that I can.
Are you speaking physically or in terms of her intellect?
No, it's about the relationship that she has, but hey, that's neither here nor there, and it's definitely
She's a
not
big
my place
fan.
to tell it.
She's here. She's nervous. You know
Yeah,
what,
she's a
though?
huge
Can
Jake
I
Paul
tell
fan.
you a quick story about her?
Yeah.
So before we recorded the interview, her and I were just kind of chatting, and so my cousin, he's a U-2 spy pilot in the U.S. Air Force, obviously serving his country.
Amazing.
Huge fan. Saw her post that she was coming to the fight. He's like, oh my God, she's my favorite. I was like, yeah, my cousin's a big fan, blah, 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 whole squadron. She's like, give me your phone. I'll record a video. Recorded a video, gave him a shout out. It was so incredible. Great human, and she hit a girl with a blender at Hooters at one point in time, so I'm not messing with her. Respect.
There's a rule about hitting with a blender at Hooters. You don't mess with people like that ever. You're not supposed to, and if they do, wide berth. The fight is still going on, by the way, in the undercard. We're in the 12th
What is going
round,
on in there?
and I think we're going to get a look in sooner or later, but this thing will not end. These are two warriors. This has become some sort of Ward Gotti war here, right? Are you surprised it's still going on? Because we're still a little bit away from the look in, but before we look in, last we saw them, cuts and drama, training. What do you think?
Well, we can hear the crowd really egging them on in this 12th final round. But you had a lot of talk in this one beforehand. Diaz said that he wanted to take Farmer out, but these guys just, they've got the heart to carry on, and they're not going to let it go easily.
It makes me wonder if this is just a build-up to another fight that goes the distance. Do we have any gut at all that this one, talking about Jake versus Gibb, is going to go 6 rounds? Because people didn't think it for Logan KSI either. No headgear, 10-ounce gloves, and then it did.
No headgear, 10-ounce gloves. Somebody's getting knocked out.
That's what I kept hearing.
And that's what we thought. But honestly, I predicted a 6-round fight here. I thought they were going to go all 6 and it was going to go to the cards. But honestly, like I said a couple times today, I think one of them is going to fall off their game and get knocked the fuck out, to be quite honest.
You think it's gonna be quick?
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be round 3. Logan's calling round 3. I think round 3, round 4.
But I could see Gibb coming out and being that crazy self and just like going at it and just something happens early on as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
or
it's hard
one
to
of them will
predict.
run out of steam, similarly to Lawrence running out of steam right now after that rough night at Live Miami last night.
Oh my gosh. That was
You're
a rough
so
night
fighting.
at Live. It's incredible you showed up here.
I know. You're welcome.
It's incredible we're still 12 rounds deep. Remember, we're just giving you a bonus look in. This is like extra credit. If you really want to watch this fight, and if you want to watch Jake versus Gibb, get the app. How many times do we have to tell you? What are you,
Listen,
stupid?
What is going on
If
out
you
there?
sign up for the annual pass, it's like $8 a month. You spend that much on coffee in Miami or Manhattan or LA.
You could make that work in 1 hour on the night shift.
You're right.
Yeah, so
This is crazy.
do it.
And I thought Jake had a great pitch for the app. He said, get the annual DAZN app because then you get to see me beat Gibb and KSI months from now. I thought it was a really savvy pitch. So if you want to see both fights like Jake says, just get the annual thing. You get a price break or something like that. Trust me. So we're almost here at the end of the 12th round.
These guys have been letting it go here.
Emptying the tank?
Oh,
Talk
absolutely.
about it.
You don't want to leave anything in the ring. When it gets to the final round, you really don't want to leave anything in there. We saw that with the KSI Logan fight. And the guys just kept going the last 20 seconds. They've got to be active. And as you can see, same thing with these.
And it's over. So we don't have the decision yet, but the undercard is officially over. The next fight in this venue will be Jake Paul versus Anis and Gibb. We are finally going to get here.
Can you imagine being at home right now thinking to yourself, well, I don't have the DAZN app, so I guess I'm not going to, like, what do you do? Do you just check into your RV and just sit there by your, like, what do you do at that point?
You just end your life. Like,
yeah,
if you
like,
don't have the
just
DAZN app,
go
what's the
get
point
the
of living?
DAZN app. Seriously, do it.
All right, so we're going to get our decision, and then we're going to go to the main events. I've said this over and over, but everybody throughout these types of countdown shows, you start to change your opinion. You might have thought Gibb 2 hours ago, and then you might have thought, well, you know, Jake is pretty big. I look over to you again, Ethan. I know you are friends with Gibb.
Yeah.
Can you set that aside for the sake of objectivity and say, really, maybe give it a last shot, how you think this fight's going to go?
I can only see it's very hard to deal with being on the back foot. It is. And I just think Gibb he specializes in coming forward. Jake is going to try and counter that. It could go to the cards or it could get stopped late. It all depends. If Gibb can keep up that intensity that he brings in sparring, throwing 100+ punches around in the final rounds, then that's when I could see it finishing or winning on the cards.
Or it was a lot of answers. In short, though, you like Gibb.
I'd like my guy Gibb to win. I'd like him to walk out this arena tonight with his hand held high.
Kyle just getting down to brass tacks. You're like, I need the truth.
Yes, we've been doing a long show here. Just
That's
give me
good,
the
though.
facts.
The people want it. The people want it, Kyle.
And Mike, is there any part of you that says, you know, Gibb does have something here, even though the Pauls are my guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. I can sit here and say that 100%. He's got a great chance. I mean, these kids are furious monsters. It's just going to be a matter of who brings it. You know, that's it. I think we deserve a W after party, though. I'll be honest, a victory. I did a draw in Manchester, which was a loss. I did a loss in LA. I need a W. Dude.
How was that after party after a loss?
Honestly, it was pretty dope, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like Logan, like that
long
night,
training camp. Who cares?
It hadn't set in yet, and he had been training for so long, and we had been sober, and so we went out. We went crazy. But then, of course, the next day we had to, you know, come to fruition with the fact that we had just taken a massive fucking L, which sucked.
Were you shocked, Mike? When Logan lost, I know you were really robust on Logan. Were you, like, after that was done, were you stunned that happened?
Bro, I had no voice. I sat in the front row. I was screaming the entire time, let the hands go. You are standing there throwing left after left, and I think what happened was he found out that he had to respect that JJ right overhand.
Yeah.
It's a powerful punch, and he wasn't prepared to counter it properly, and so you saw him throwing very snappy jabs. Unfortunately, he never let that right go, and as you can tell, if that right connects, it is game over.
Forget about it.
So, you know, I think next time, unfortunately, as Ethan said about Gibb, he may have to take a couple shots to get that right hook or that right-handed.
That's why I was working ringside, and that's exactly what Shannon Briggs was saying over and over and over. But when you're in the heat of the moment, sometimes all that training just goes out the window.
Absolutely.
Like, your life is on the line.
You're
like,
right. Especially we're not talking about experienced fighters here.
Yeah.
They've
Yes.
never, I mean, fighting at Staples Center, are you hearing the noise coming from there? That's about what Jake's about to walk into. And you know, Mike, you know Jake pretty well, maybe an emotional guy a little bit. You know, if the crowd starts to turn against him, does he start to throw a fit? You tell me, is he locked in?
I think he's locked in for this fight. I mean, as we know he's emotional. We all saw what happened in the locker room after the Logan fight, and I think he's in the right mindset. I think he's going to come out doing a lot of that screaming he was doing on the stage yesterday. He told me earlier on the show that he's ready to eat faces. He feels like a zombie, and he's ready to just eat, you know. And so we'll see what happens. Hopefully he brings it to the stage. I think we'll be able to tell right when they hop in what they're looking like and how they feel.
Guys, we have an announcement. Jojo Diaz with the victory.
Wow.
They announced the decision. He did win.
Yep.
Wow.
There he is. And by the way, with the
Wow.
Kobe Bryant jersey, that is really, really cool. He wins. Are you surprised? Are you pleased?
Like Devin said, just as I sat down and got involved with this show, he looked like he was really taking control of those later rounds, and especially in the 12th, he was really getting into those exchanges and still digging his shots in, where Tevin looked still a little bit, he looked a bit drained. So that's just credit to what Diaz has put in.
All the talk is about the cut right now, of course, that this could have ended the fight. We could have never even seen the decision. You've seen some pretty bad cuts. I've seen cuts not even that bad have ended a fight before. Surprised that it went the distance like this?
Yeah, I mean, cuts are always a dangerous thing, and the doctors have got to take care of their fighters, but if the doctors deemed it to carry on, and they've got the heart to go through it and get through the 12 rounds, then fair credit to them.
And they kept it from bleeding, so yeah, the fight continues. I was like zooming in on that thing on Instagram. It's insane.
I know, it's massive.
Yeah.
I think that it's trending right now. It's big. It's getting memed. It's massive. It's a massive, massive deal. And yet here we are. We're still at the end of the
And
victory.
despite the cut,
It's
he wins
amazing.
in a decision.
Yes.
It's incredible.
All right, so we are moments away. We're getting very, very close to Jake Paul versus Anisan Gibb.
Woo!
What am I going to tell the people to do right now, everybody? Come on.
They've got to get the DAZN app.
Do it.
Get the DAZN app,
The
dude.
bloody app,
just
as
do
they
it.
might say,
Well,
right?
at least download it and go in and see what's going on. I mean, at
Check
the
it out.
very least, just check the thing out.
Take it
I
for a
mean,
test drive.
Look at the letters, 4 different letters. I mean, what other apps have 4 letters? There's
Right.
probably quite a few.
I was about to like.
Yes, I think so.
I could probably come up with quite a few of them.
All right,
Damn it.
so we've got Jake. He's getting close. And we've got Gibb. He is getting ready. These guys must be, I mean, these fights on the undercard have gone a long way. Sometimes you don't know getting ready to box. You might have to go at a moment's notice. They've had to wait a long time, Ethan. They must be ready to butt down the door.
Yeah, absolutely. Being in the locker rooms and just being in and around the environment, you get the news in that there's still more fights to go. You might head start getting the body warm, and then you don't know, it could be another half an hour wait. That's the thing with boxing shows. You don't know how quick you're going to get through the fights. But Gibb has been locked in with the camp. Everyone's with him, taking him outside, what he needs to do. If he needs to be stretched out, they're doing it for him.
They're doing all they can possibly do except getting him into the ring and having him throw a few punches. I mean, they must be driving this kid crazy, especially Jake, to be like, let's do the damn thing already. I know everybody at home feels that way.
That happened with the Canelo fight back in Vegas, and they were waiting for the Nate Diaz fight. Yeah, exactly.
I remember
and
that.
like Kovalev's just like lying on the couch, just trying to stay relaxed. Like, what else are you supposed to do in that event? Like, you need to make sure you're preserving your energy.
Yeah.
And but it's weird because it's a guessing game, and then you have to be ready to go at a moment's notice.
That's the art, and that's why a lot of people don't want to box.
Sweet science, my friend.
It's a bitch.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? I don't know why.
And hosting this show is a bitch, and you are crushing it, by the way.
I don't know. I can go another 12. But it does beg the question, Big Mike, why are these Paul brothers doing this? They have means, they have talents. Why do they want to punch people and get punched? Of all things they could do.
I think it's 2 different reasons. I think that, man, this is a tricky question. Logan loves boxing. He loves it. It's like something that you find that you truly love to do, whether it's biking, skateboarding, skiing, whatever. He loves to fight. He loves to box. Whether or not he'll be victorious will remain to be seen. Jake, on the other hand, it feels like he's got something to prove. That's what it feels like with Jake. It feels like my brother did it. He couldn't get the victory. I'm already 1-0. It almost feels like a way for Jake to finally say, I am bigger in this arena than my older brother. So I think there's a lot on the line for Jake, and you know, hopefully he gets it done tonight. I really would like to see Jake get the dub for everybody, including Pam, his mother.
As is Pam, his mother.
Sweet,
was here.
lovely woman. What an angel.
Tell me, because
I'm a
people,
huge
if
fan
they
of
just
hers.
know Jake and Logan, they must be like, what must their mother think? What was she like, Pam, tonight?
Oh, she was very nervous. I mean, you think about this, 2 fights inside of 3 months, both of her children, like, risking it all.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
God bless that
this
woman.
is actually very dangerous.
And especially as we're looking at the rules, Pam's son has to fight with no headgear, go 6 rounds, 3 minutes, 10-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
What mother wants that? And
Somebody's
no
getting
mother
knocked
wants
out.
that. No
What is it
mother
again,
wants
Mike?
that.
10-ounce gloves, no headgear. Somebody's getting knocked out.
You're quoting the immortal Eddie Hearn, I believe.
Yeah, Edward Hearn himself.
Edward Hearn the Third.
Edward Hearn the Third. All right, so we're getting close, looking for some direction here about
Even
what
one
we'll
direction
go to
By the
next.
way,
at this point.
As we look more at the rules, we're going to still talk about the fight.
I still need to do this little punching bag.
Let's do it right now.
Oh, you want to do it right now?
Yeah.
Why
go.
not?
Tana got a 40. Actually, you know what? Beat Tana's 47.
But are you afraid
So
that
she
like,
never
I'm going to
u-
beat you?
So
What's
we're
your
getting
high
closer
score?
to Jake Paul, Anise and Gibb. And meanwhile, Lauren, go punch
Okay,
it.
do
Just,
it.
You got to untether
Oh,
yourself.
no.
Just
I'm
please,
like-
just please don't say pop off at
Trust
any
me.
point.
Yeah, no,
For the
I
love
had
of
enough
God.
on the pop off.
I'm not really a pop-off
All right, you got
type of gal.
45 seconds, so you got to hurry up a little bit. Now we're on a clock.
Somebody drop that ball for this woman.
Let's see
All right,
it.
go ahead.
After a long night of drinking at
Here
11
she goes.
Miami,
Let's see what-
she
let's
was
see
up.
what's
Let
in
her
the
rip. She was at
hands.
Club
Go
Space
on.
until 2 p.m.
What's
Let's
in
see
the
what she's got
hands?
left. Boom!
that was
Let's go!
beautiful.
What?
Let's
What?
go.
No.
400
What?
Oh
You
my
beat
gosh.
You beat Juju Schuster.
I think you beat Saquon Barkley too. Awesome. All right. So guys, let's just look at the numbers a little bit. The incredible number was that 408 that Lauren just sang, but the YouTube subscribers heavily in favor of Paul, Twitter followers heavily in favor, Instagram followers, all the numbers, if that's what you care about, are in favor of Jake Paul. But they are still gonna fight, and those numbers won't matter when they get in the ring. So we're almost there. Yes, it's true. Jake Paul versus Anise and Gibb is going to happen on the DAZN app. We got friends here. We got journalists. Let's do a quick roundabout. Big Mike, you know the Pauls. What do you expect from Jake tonight?
I think he's coming out swinging. I think both of them are coming out swinging, but I hope Jake's able to stick to his game plan. Remember what Sugar Shane Mosley taught him over the past couple months and take the dub. I think he's going to bring the pain, though.
Bring the pain. Lauren, you've been following these fighters, even they're one of their brothers, for weeks. You know them really well. What do you expect tonight?
I do not expect this thing to go the distance. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
I am predicting, and this is crazy because I say that and then I cover boxing, and it's like in order to really land a punch, like you should be doing this for a while.
Absolutely.
So that said, you know what? I'm not going to contradict myself. Early knockout, but I don't know who it will be. I think they're both going to get crazy.
Everybody went. Ethan, we got about 20 seconds.
Yep.
What do you expect last bite at the apple?
I think it will go on through the 6 rounds. I think there could be a late stoppage or cards.
Late stoppage or cards. Here's what I said, this original thought of mine. No headgear, 10-ounce gloves. Somebody's getting knocked out. I think we are finally ready to ring the bell. Jake Paul versus Anise and Gibb. The quest for vengeance. I want to thank everybody here, especially Logan Paul. Download the app. For the love of God, I'll get down on my knees and beg you. The DAZN app, DAZN. Enjoy the fight. Get the app. Go get it. Paul versus Gibb.
Celebrity entertainer, certified platinum selling artist, Warner Brothers' hottest rapper from Memphis, Tennessee. Please welcome NLE Choppa.
What you say? Yeah, might know what the fuck going on in the league. Shot from 3. Nigga, you get beat. I don't fuck with the police. Fuck 12, bitch. What? Fuck it up. Yeah. One say, every song that I take, bitch, you know that I rock it. The mic in my hand, but the Glock in my pocket. These niggas keep dissing, I guess on the top of these bullets. Don't rock the knowledge last night. Shot out for 3, you know I'm a G. Create my case, ain't coming up, please. You said you were gangster, you said you was stepper. But you cooperate with police. Step back up, then shoot my thumb. You know about you, nigga, you a runner. This bitch sucking my dick like a flavor of cucumber. Deep owl in her throat, I was touching her some shit. Hit me from the back, I was pulling her hair, and I grabbed off from front. I'm pulling his card, that nigga bitch. I rap for my nigga like Mooney and Red. Step out the house unless I got my blick. And get you in shot like I'm taking a peek. My nigga pop through, but I'm back in the scene. If you coming for me, you get put on the titty. Fucking with me, you gon' show what you really. I'm 30-some shots out the Glock 23. I run out of green like I was to leave. My gang in the party, we came for peace. I saw all I always had, got beat. Guys in twice, feeling so deep. My nigga that stabbing, I caught on some true. You shooting at me, but you miss you blue. And when I shot back, bitch, I hit on the shoe. These titties on the top like I'm working at home. Some small shit, and I'm on some gang shit. You can get your ass dead, dog. She got me racist. She was dark skinned, but I was red bone. With his name on his bullet, the trigger, I
what's going on? What's going on tonight? How y'all feel? Hey, it's a whole lot of blood in this ring. No cap. Hey, look. If y'all know this next song right here, I need everybody to turn up. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. What I say? I ain't gon' say too much. When a nigga speaking on that hot shit, fuck the police, cause them bitches ain't gon' stop shit. Opposition's mad, they play they eating popcorn. Flies nigga in the gang, yeah. I'm a cop, posted on camera lot with 100 songs. I be swimming with the shorts, little nigga, you a lost boy. Heat a nigga up like he eating up some pasta. Shout out to Keith, then I keep this a rock. Trapping out the bad hoe, shout out to the Migos. If a nigga not wrong, shoot him through the peephole. Always open, bitch, we ain't never close. We moving them packs and we moving them keys. Step 1, step 2, do my dance. Got 100 on drums like a band nigga, bitch. My she keep on bitch, her nag in this shit. Ho, shut the fuck up and just gag on this dick. I'm a side nigga, and I love when she swallow. If a nigga say something, hit him with a hollow. They glizzy, knock your meat out your taco. Flexing on these bitches, they call me Johnny Bravo. School of hard knocks, they take you to class. My bitch is real skinny, but she got a lot of ass. I love counting money, I get a lot of cash. If you try to take it from me, it's hard to have a tag. I ain't gon' say too much. When a nigga speaking on that hot shit, fuck the police, cause them bitches ain't gon' stop shit. Opposition's mad, they can play, they get it pop quick. Fly nigga in the game, bitch, I'm a cockpit. Posted on camera lot with 100 some shot. I be swimming with the sharks, little nigga, you a lobster. Please heat a nigga up like he eating up some pasta. And shout out to Keith, then I keep me some rosters. All up in the party, you know we keep them clubbing. Bigger nigga chills like I work at Baskin Robbins. I love Batman, but a young nigga robbing. Fireworks show, cause my niggas get the spark. I'm a hot head, I crash in the second. He speaking on who's in this bitch ass head. Extended clips, when we come to make it laugh. My niggas, they be crippin', they be screaming out them set. Why you investigating me, cause I don't know a thing. And never always keep it silent, I never sign. You know I'm shot a fair, I'll get out with the shine. Kept on distance so a nigga had to snatch your brain. Had to snatch your brain. I had to snatch your brain. Yeah, I had to make it rain. Yeah, R. Kelly lit this fucking chopper sign. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having me in there to chopper. Okay.